feel like I haven't been here for ages, you know, but it's such an exciting day. I mean, there's no guessing who's in, is there? Just a few things on the table. She doesn't travel light, does our Mandy? Anyway, welcome. It's Saturday morning. How are you? Now, I'm not going to talk for long because we've got so much to cram into this first hour that I just want to say two things to you. First of all, we want you to get your questions in. We want you to get your comments in. So if there's anything you want to tell Mandy Shaw, then now is the time. The easiest way to do it is just by going to our website, www.sewingquarter.com. You click on the bit that says, there it is, you click on the bit that says watch now, and then I get bigger, you see? And then you scroll down the page, and you'll see, oh, it's changed. Oh, it's different now, look. Message the studio, there they've changed it. Oh, no. Anyway, back to me. What you do is scroll down the page, you go to the little box, says message the studio, you send your message, you press it, goes straight through to Hannah, producer. Or, of course, you can send an email. That is studio@sewingquarter.com. Studio@sewingquarter.com. Now, before I go any further, this is what we've got for you today. 8 o'clock, Make with Mandy. Name. Quilt-As-You-Go with Joe. You see, that would have been Make with Mandy, Quilt-As-You-Go with Joe. 10 o'clock, Make with Mandy. And then 11 o'clock, Joe's Quilting Hour. I'm very excited, but we've got loads of stuff. We've got loads of stuff to get through, and she's gorgeous, and she's here with me now, and I can't wait. I love your dress. Ooh, you look gorgeous. She's been on this amazing trip to India, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
You've got so much. There's so much for you to get through
yes,
today.
Yes, I have, yes.
You don't mind answering any questions, do you?
No, gosh, bring the questions in, yes. All our questions can be answered.
Perfect. So, where should we start? Because we just might as well get on with it,
we're going to start this morning with the mice. The gorgeous mice. It's Pippin the mouse.
Right.
But Pippin could have a friend. And there's dungarees in the patterns. You get just one mouse, everything you need in the kit, and the dungaree and scarf pattern. But I've made 2 mice up to show you.
Oh, OK. So in this kit here, there's enough of this gorgeous grey fabric to make one mouse.
Yes, one mouse.
But then you can make it either a dress for the week and dungarees for the weekend.
Absolutely.
And what's the mouse called?
Pippin.
Oh. How easy is it to make?
Quite easy, because it's a 2-piece pattern. I love this. No sewing on arms or heads or legs. It's all in one. So
fantastic. And only available here?
Yes, absolutely brand spanking hot for press, yeah.
Right, come on then. Let's do it.
So it's dead easy, lovely and easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out your 2 pattern pieces, cut 2 fronts.
Is all of this in here then?
Yes, you've got a full-size pattern, an A3 pattern piece.
Right, brilliant.
So I've cut them out already for you beautifully.
Yes. So that's everything that's in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you then.
Yes, what?
Everything there on the screen there. So you get the instructions, you get stripy fabric, grey fabric, blue fabric.
No stuffing.
No stuffing. Right, that's good to know.
No stuffing.
And ric-rac?
And ric-rac, there's nothing you have to fetch other than stuffing.
Oh, well, we've all got a bit of stuffing somewhere, haven't
and
we?
a denim's there.
Oh, hang on, what's it? You see, that's
a scarf. Yes,
well, that's way too much for a scarf.
I know, but I was a little bit generous, though.
A little bit over-generous, I'd say. And then this is the dungarees.
Dungarees.
That's the little dress. And then all of that...
Yeah. That's gorgeous. So any scraps you've got left over would be quite nice to make little weenie mice and all sorts of things. But that will make one beautiful mouse.
Never mind making weenie mice. Any from your Stashalicious stash, you could make all different clothes for them.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm a great doll maker, and these patterns I use them for all the dolls I've done. So this is slightly bigger than a little Pearl and Pete that I do, but it's the same principle. It's the same principle. Yes. And it's the same principle if you're making fancy dress things as well. You'll see in the dungarees in a minute. You can make these to fit a child if you lay them on the floor.
Oh, we love that. I love the patch pocket on the front as well.
And don't forget, it's toy making. It's no big deal. It's toy making. So we don't have to hem our seams like you dressmaking guys.
Because you're not going to be taking it on and off, on and off. Well, you might be.
I have put a Velcro backing on it, look, so you can actually...
Oh, one-touch fastening back there.
Yes, one-touch fastening, yes. So it's very, very nice and easy.
They're gorgeous. So which one are we going to make today, then?
Well, it's the same mouse, but I've got the dungarees, because the dungarees is a strange, slightly quirky idea of making them, but it's very, very good.
There's a shot.
There's a shot.
There's a surprise. OK, let's get on then.
Right, so we need two fronts and 2 backs. OK, 2 fronts and 2 backs.
Right.
And when you cut them out, people, I've tested this last Thursday on my ladies, and they're atrocious because they cut the pattern piece out, cut it out, and then put the pattern over there. The pattern has lots of information on it.
Right, as you can see,
yes,
you haven't written that on there. That's actually on your pattern piece.
Yes, so lots of information on there, but you have got instructions as well, so you'll be fine, OK. So what we're going to do is cut your pattern pieces out, and you're going to put the two fronts together and then the two backs together. And you're going to stitch with a 1/4" seam allowance. So don't get too worried about this, just use the edge of your foot as a guide. But we also reduce our stitch to about 2. It's normally 2.5 because we're hoping this is going to be loved and battered about with care and love. And so we don't want any split seams or anything, OK? And so and we're going to do lots of little snipping in a second. But the first thing you're going to do is stitch, and it does say on your pattern piece, from A to B and then from C to D.
Right, OK, so that's that way up there.
Yes, yeah.
So we stitch from there all the way around, all the way down to that back.
Okay. And the same with the back. OK. And then what you're going to do, you are going to do some snipping. I'll do some as we go along. You must snip that nose off.
Right.
And you must snip under the neck. We'll just do some of these as we go along, because there's quite a lot of snipping later on, OK? And the same with this one here. Just snip in here.
What?
And that's the back of your neck, and it just means it's quite gorgeous when you turn inside out. I've got a sample of not so gorgeous, which I thought was quite good to show.
Yes, how not to do it.
But we'll do that later on. We'll show that later on.
We had loads of pictures already in.
Oh, have you?
People they're sending in pictures of things they've made from yours before.
Oh, right. Oh, that's wonderful. I have got some lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, and from the last time you were on as well.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
stunning.
brilliant. We'll look at those in a minute.
The sewing box we did last time, didn't we? So this is now, you can put them right sides together. Now, there isn't a particular right or wrong side on this fabric. It's not felt. It's really like is it a wool worsted? It's like a wool worsted, but it's not wool. It's not expensive like wool. It's just a sort of a polyester type fabric. But actually, as soon as it came through the door, I ordered these things, and they come sort of 6 months later, and I thought, oh wow, that's amazing. No, this is good. This is lovely fabric because it's lovely tactile fabric, it's very tactile. It's very soft.
Wool worsted would be too rough if a child was going to
and
hold it.
And also felt sometimes not always that gorgeous because it does pile and do all sorts of strange things. Now we're going to pin this together, but what I want to do is sew over my pins. So I am putting the pins, I call them soldiers standing up. As opposed to lying down when you can't stitch over that. So I'm just going to pin this well together. So just, if you have, everyone sews slightly differently, so don't worry if one little leg turns out a little bit longer than the other. Virginia yesterday in the sewing class had some legs different sizes. That's not a problem, it's handmade. So you're just going to trim the seams if you need to do that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stitch all the way round with a 1/4" seam allowance. Not leaving any gap at all? You're going to leave a little gap in the side, and that information is at the back. You're going to leave a little gap on the back. I hadn't seen it. You're going to leave a little gap on the back, and that information is on your pattern piece. Okay, so that's exactly what happened yesterday. Everyone had left a gap. Did they not read their pattern pieces? They did read their pattern pieces. Well, that's... What ladies were these, then? These are my little... So I've got I teach 2 groups on Thursday, so this is my Featherbed Barn ladies. They're not always well behaved, and... I want to be a featherbed barn lady. Oh, you can be a featherbed barn lady. You could indeed, but you're a man. But you could come. You could. It's only ladies then. Well, it's not actually. I have wonderful Walter. I do have other male. You see, in my village, we have an equivalent to we have a WI, but we also have a Long Marsden Ladies, which is a split-off group. I'm the only honorary man of the Long Marsden Ladies. Just so you know, this is completely and utterly exclusive to us, isn't it? Oh gosh, no, I don't. I made it specially for this show, and it's all cut up, and there is not a scrap of fabric left. So no one else. This is sort of like a unique piece. I've got clogs on, which I thought was quite trendy. Oh yes, but you can't press the pedal. I can't press the pedal. I might have to strip my feet off in a minute. Remember, you get the fabric for one mouse, but enough for both outfits. So you get enough of the grey to make the one mouse. There's the kit. Enough you get the pattern pieces, the dungarees, the fabric for the dungarees, the fabric for the scarf, the fabric for the dress, all the rick-rack ribbon and everything. But enough to make one mouse, but 2 outfits. We are going to get the fabric back in stock, so if you desperately want to make some more, we will have it on our website. But we just chopped it all up. Yes, every single for us, especially for us here at Second Quarter. Okay, and then this is interesting. I'm going to tell you little tips along the way. I've got this. This is a stunning machine, and it's got this very flash, posh 1/4" foot on it, but it's got the little foot guide,
oh, the
which is
quarter-inch
slightly
seam
annoying when you're trying to make soft toys. It's great for patchwork and quilting. So it's so
if you could have asked, I could have swapped it for you.
Oh no, darling, I could swap it. I swapped it to this. I chose to have this on here. But so I would use your ordinary sewing machine foot. This is not a great. It's not too bad. It will just might cause you a little bit of anxiety. Okay. So,
loads of people coming in saying, hello, Mandy, lovely to see you, Mandy.
Oh,
lots of people multi-buying your mouse, pipping the mouse already as well.
No, darlings. I desperately want to show you how to do this rather than you buy and sell out and I have to stop. So I'm nearly there. Just give me a few seconds. Now, so this is very gorgeous. This is a two-piece pattern, which means you don't have to sew legs, heads on later on. So it's quite lovely. But you do have to clip well.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you the clipping in a second. Some more clipping.
And the fabric you've chosen for it is perfect for it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, the fabric chose them out. It came in, and I thought, what can I make of that? And I thought, oh, it's a mouse. I mean, we've done bunnies to death at home, so I did a mouse. And then we had a deliberation about what should we call the mouse.
Oh,
because we had to have a name that could be multitasking. Male or female.
Oh, OK, Pippin.
Yes. So Pippin, don't you think that's quite a sweet little male
you could have called him Leslie.
Yes. No. Imagination.
She gives me this look. You don't see the look. You don't see the look she gives me. I always remember the first time we worked together, and I said we were making Lisa chicken. I went, oh, you know what? You could put a safety pin on the back of those wings and change the colour of the wings whenever you fancy it. And she just.
Yeah, no, we don't do things like that.
I don't think so. Well, I just got one of those looks calling it Leslie. All right, then. What would you call it? Let me know what you'd call it.
I thought Coco was nice, but we couldn't have a boy Coco.
No, my sister's called her Chihuahua Coco, and I was like, so I call him Colin.
Yeah. Oh, God.
She doesn't like that. She spent a fortune. He's called Colin. Right,
okay.
What's the tip?
So pins off. So
pins out.
Pins out. We're going to take your pins out. And you're going to snip. And if you don't snip well enough, you are in trouble. So, again, we're going to snip around the neck. I don't do those V things. I'm just going to snip. Snip. And that's why having your stitches small absolutely helps. You have got a little discrepancy in your seaming because you were sewing quite quickly live on TV. You can just trim those. One was.
Yes.
You can just trim those
But
down.
Yours at home will be
perfect.
And
actually, that's not perfect. We don't aim. We aim for you to love what you make.
Yes,
and
exactly.
you're not going to show a neighbour and she's going to pick it to pieces. And
unless she lives next to me.
Oh, does she? Yeah.
No. My next neighbour, she's part of the Chipping Camden.
Oh my God!
Chipping Camden Lady
sad.
Quilters.
It just sounds so bad.
No, they're lovely.
So you're going to turn this inside out.
Yeah.
This is a very important part of clippingness. Up round his neck here, and I know.
Where are we on the reel? Where are we on Pippin?
Top of the mouth, top of the head here.
Oh, here.
And the other very important part, which is rather delicate, is the crotch. The crotch, because you'll see what happens if you don't clip the crotch properly. So lots of little clips around the crotch.
Bombarded by messages as well now. What about the crotch?
What about the crotch? There you are, and a little bit in there as well. So that would be my top tip of the day.
You've snipped into up here and you've snipped in a lot.
Yeah, I have.
Now, I've been told not to go up inside the skirt, but I will do because you're going to see here. So this seam round here, you've snipped a lot round there.
Right, so now I got this ready in the green room, so don't be cross with me, and I did leave the opening. But this is a very important part to show you.
Yes. Okay. Is that pin left in on purpose?
Oh, no.
Okay,
a creative moment. So what we're going to do now is turn this inside out, okay?
Through the little hole that you left at the back?
That I left at the back. This is very important. So what you're going to do is tuck this inside here like this.
So you're on the toes now?
I'm on the toes. Just tuck your toes in. Okay. She's a bit thick to use my lovely method, which is with the... straws. I showed that to you last time, I think. And what you're going to do is going to take a chopstick. I don't have any old chopsticks. Very pretty.
Oh, yes. I'll tell you what I use is my Derek the Dobber. Is that too sharp?
No, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. So you can just... Well, actually, use your little Derek the Dobber.
Help yourself.
And you just roll it over on top and it come out.
Oh, easy.
And that's perfect. And you do that with all your arms, all your limbs.
Sorry, Mandy. If people having trouble putting this in your basket, all you need to do is ring the call centre. If you're having issues, ring the call centre. They'll sort you out. 0800 112 44 33. So
you're going to turn it inside out like that. So
you did the legs first?
I did the legs first and then the arms. You could have done it the other way around, but don't try and turn them inside out any other way. This is the magic way. So you just tuck it in. Yes,
because what I would have done, I'd have been a bit impatient to just try to turn it all through.
It won't work. And then it gets thrown in the bin or in the cupboard, and it's a UFO and it's not pleasant. So we don't want that. So you're going to turn it all the way inside out. and it's gorgeous.
People addicted to watching you, Mandy.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Oh, it's so bad.
And they love the mouse, they love Pippin, and they love you.
Oh, do they? That's so nice.
What a Mandy love this morning.
I've just texted all the ladies that came to India with me to say to them, don't you be missing me, come and watch me.
Oh.
That's such a wonderful group. You get that sometimes, the most perfect group of people ever. Anyway, so there you are. Do lots of poking. It's very good to do lots of poking. So there you are. You have, and actually you don't realise he came out beautifully. If you don't clip, a very pleasant crutch.
Yes.
And if you don't clip...
8:15 on a Saturday morning.
Is it crutch or crotch? Crotch. So gorgeous, OK?
Yes.
Now, this is one that I did earlier that's not so gorgeous and had to refashion the pattern. We've got rather long legs and a short body. And can you see this? It's not a good look.
No. And have you not snipped that one properly?
I didn't snip it enough, no. This isn't me doing a testing.
So is that going to become a UFO then?
Oh, well, we'll make it up. I've got a lovely granddaughter, so I will make it up. I couldn't not have it made, but it's not a gorgeous look.
Well,
so
no,
the clipping...
It's alive. It's there now, isn't it?
So the clipping was very important. Yes. Look at this next job we have. We're going to go into our medical side of life, and we're going to stuff with Spencer Wells forceps. Watch this. You grab a bit of stuffing. You grab a bit of stuffing.
I'm standing back for this.
No, these are what they do to clip off your blood veins, blood vessels.
And where'd you buy them?
You can buy them. Actually, fishermen have them as well for taking hooks out of fish's mouths.
So what are they called? So slow down.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Spencer Wells forceps.
Spencer Wells. Yeah. Not for a forceps. Oh, OK.
And not for a baby.
No. I'm not a medical.
Yes.
My brother's a surgeon, not me.
Yeah. And so they're just wonderful. That you clip and you grab a bit of stuff, and we sell them on the website.
Oh, OK.
On
Mandy's website. Go to Mandy's website, yeah.
And you can get them in fishing shops and things like that.
Right.
OK. But it's wonderful because you can get right deep inside.
I imagine there's a big... chemists in London on Wigmore Street, and I always walk past it. It's got like a really posh man's name, I can't remember it now, like a double-barrelled name. And I look in the window and they have all that in there. But it's like a four-fronted, big chemist shop that you can go to, and they have things like that.
They're great for plucking nose hairs and things like that. Not that I've tried it on my husband, he wouldn't let me go anywhere near his nose hairs. And so it's great for small little bits like the feet and the little nose.
Right, okay. I've just got to tell you two things. First of all, if you've got them in your basket, you check out, because more than half of the pippins have gone.
Oh, dear. So that's gorgeous. Yes, two things you were going to tell us.
And the other thing is you don't need to rush.
Oh,
That's an instruction from Hannah.
Oh, bless her little heart. Well, you don't realise I've got lots more to show you on
exactly.
pippins, so I do want to get it done. So get...
We've got dungarees to make,
we don't stuff ears.
You don't?
No. Don't like stuffed ears. We haven't got a rugby mouse.
Oh, like cauliflower ears they'd be if you stuffed them.
Yeah. So do stuff your nose really firmly. Your nose, we want a nice firm nose. We had some issues with noses, again, with Virginia's mouse. She's got a history of making strange toys.
OK.
And so so when I watched her, I know what people could do wrong.
Yes.
So lots of stuffing in.
You'd be watching me a lot if ever I came to these.
No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious what people accept. You know, they put makeup on in the morning and looking beautiful, and they come and draw a doll's face and make it look really... dreadful. So it's the same thing. Now, he has a nice pointy nose, but there's always a little bit of stuffing missing here.
Right.
So what I'd love you to do is grab a little bit of Spencery Wellishness with a bit of stuffing and just take it in. Do
you know what that looks like? That looks like when you see Extreme Makeover and they create a new face.
Well, this is like that Botoxy stuff we were talking about.
Filler.
Well, actually, this is exactly that. So if you've got a little
I wouldn't want a nurse coming at me like that, though.
That's what they do. Have you seen that suction stuff?
The liposuction. No, that's terrifying, isn't
it? So there you are, a nice shape. No ears, lovely shape.
So work on it. I mean, that's a perfect shape, but I mean, it's the first time you've done it. Just work on it slowly and get it right.
And people always say, how firmly, Mandy? I really would love them to be quite firm.
Yes. Oh, yes, they have to be like this, don't they?
Especially the head. We can let bodies and arms get away with blue murder, but the head needs to maintain a face in a second.
Now, if you don't have these forceps, because they're quite an amazing little thing, aren't they? If you don't have those, how would you suggest?
Oh, just using a pencil. Now, if you use a pencil with a rubber on the end, the rubber on the end clings to the stuffing and takes it where you want it to go.
Oh, there's a little tip. Lovely little tip there.
But I suggest you do not make another toy or doll without a pair of Spencer Wells cord.
No, okay.
And you can get long
on Mandy's
ones.
website.
Yes. Well, you can get long ones and short ones. I've got a great pair of long ones somewhere. I'll show you later on. But the 6 inches is fine, just perfect. Right, so stuff your body up, and I always close my body parts with a ladder stitch. It's called a ladder stitch. You can look it up.
Yeah, we've got a little film of it on our web. Are they on our website, Jen? They were definitely going out in the adverts, weren't they? We'll put it in the next break. We'll put it in the next break.
So just to have a look it up if not, but it's a perfect invisible little stitch. And if you run out of stuffing, I haven't.
No.
I've got plenty. What do? Do you remember the little tip from last time? We sneak upstairs to the spare bedroom, cut the corner of the pillow, and pull a little bit of stuffing out.
So is that the guest room?
The guest room, because we don't have feathers in the guest room.
Oh.
Because, any old body sleeps in there.
Because what?
Any old body sleeps in there.
Oh, I was about to say, so I'm getting to get a half-filled pillow
Half-filled pillow. So, you can buy very cheap pillows at markets and great big supermarkets.
Would you not use, because in the old days we used to cut up old tights.
Not a good look, because they're quite bulky and bubbly. So that can stay in the olden days. We won't bring that one into the 21st century.
Oh, OK.
So look at that. I've shoved him in.
That's twice, I've been told this morning. It's only 20 past.
Gorgeous.
Oh, he's quite a muscle bear, that one.
Yeah. The more you manipulate them.
Yes.
Now, what you can do with these ears is you can just pull them out beautifully and give them a little stitch around the top.
Yes, you've done that on that one, haven't you?
And that just makes the ear look really lovely. And
but it makes it look like real, because they're like cat's ears, aren't they? They kind of have that finish around the edge to them.
And also what we also do is we just bring this close to the edge. You stitch it just on the edge here to give it a little character.
My friend Luggy had that done to him when we were younger at school.
We called him Luggy.
We called Luggy. Yeah, I shouldn't really say that, should I? And he had... I used to be teased. They used to call me a taxi with the doors open, or the FA Cup when I was little, because my ears really stuck out. But he had the thing where... And my friend Kevin had it done as well, where they put it and they stitched them back like that. But Kevin's went a bit too far back like that, and you couldn't see them. Anyway, that's another story. Sorry, Mandy.
OK. So...
it's a very medical moment. Very medical moment.
So I'm going to do nose and eyes in a second, but I just want to get onto the dungarees, because that'd be quite a nice little... start to the finish of him.
Okay.
So that was too easy for words, wasn't it? No arms to sew on, no legs to sew on, just a couple of eyes and a nose.
Can I just say, sorry to interrupt, there's less than 20 of these left.
OK.
There's less than 20 of these left.
So
that's not for you to rush, that's for them to know.
Right. So dungarees are stunning. Are lovely. I always do my doll making. I tried to make it even easier than this, and I didn't like the fit.
Right.
So I've gone back to my traditional way. Your pattern tells you everything you need to know. So do the instructions.
I love the pattern as well, because it's like you've made it especially for me, because that's your handwriting, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I don't do computer.
Okay.
And so you need to cut 4 of these out. But 2 of them will be the back. And so you don't want the bib on. So it says back of dungarees, cut off.
So that's like read.
Yeah. You see? That's the back and that's the front. Now, this is the interesting thing. You're going to sew the JC. I call them the JCs. Yeah. They look like a J, feather. But actually, it's also called the crotch seam, OK? Yeah. And you're going to open it out. And so we have a nice finish to our dungarees. What I want you to do, it says on your pattern, I want you to fold this over by ½ inch and just give it a little pin. You'll see where I'm coming with it in a second. Okay. It doesn't make much sense now, but these are my little tips to make it gorgeous. You're just going to sew down there a little bit.
Don't forget, you don't have to choose between the dungarees. Let me just put that to one side so we see you stitching. You get both the dungarees and the dress in the pattern, so you have to choose when you ring. You don't have to ring up. So what are you doing?
I accidentally touched the snail button, and it went really snail. I thought it was my clogs causing a hammer.
They're nice clogs. They've got a strap on them.
Very trendy.
Do you sell those on your website?
No, I don't, but they're very trendy. My daughter got them for me. Very trendy, apparently.
Yeah, could you put your leg up here and we can have a look at your clog? Oh, no!
I didn't shave it.
They're lovely, though, because they're like a clog, but they're with a strap on them.
It's like sort of old girls' clogs to keep them on.
Yes.
Because I want to shoot across
the room. But you look very trendy.
Oh, yeah, thank you, darling. It's very trendy. My daughter said it was. Yeah, very lovely dress. Block printed dress.
Yes. And did you hand smock it?
It's been hand smocked.
Oh, actually, Hannah, you were asking the other day what smocking was, weren't you?
Yeah.
This is smocking. Somebody was asking, maybe it was little Paul. I get the two of them confused. Anyway.
So I've done that, and you're thinking to yourself, why has she done that?
So what have you done? Let's have a look.
So I've just turned the top of the bib part over, which is there on the pattern.
Yes.
And I'm just going to snip the corners. Snipping corners is a very important part of our world together. And you turn it inside out. You, as a tailor, will know what's going to happen. Yes. You get a really good little
finish to it.
Lovely finish to it. And these will naturally, you're going to clip these little side pieces just a little bit, and you can hem these.
Yes.
I wouldn't suggest doing it by machine because it's quite a fine. I just give it a little hand stitch. So look at that. That's finished detail.
Really nice, lovely. Please check out your baskets, please, because you're going to miss out. If you don't check out your baskets, you will miss out.
And so then that's your back. I've done a J seam at the back.
Have you snipped into the J seam? Yes, you have.
I didn't actually. You are. That's very. I did.
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Did you watch me do that? And I didn't remember I did it. Do you know what? I do things. I know I'm wild. I do things without my body knowing, or my head knowing.
Like what?
Did you know what I mean? Like, I would have snipped that without my body telling me.
Oh, yes.
Without my head telling me
but
to do
that's
it.
like me when I leave for work and I get to the other end of the village and think, didn't shut the back door. So I drive all the way back and you have locked it and everything, but in your brain, I didn't turn the tap off. You know, whatever silly things like that. Anyway.
So I've got another little tip here.
Yeah.
So watch this. I've pinned my dungarees together. We're only going to sew the outside seams.
Right.
You're right. I'll show you why. Let me just do this quickly.
Right, there's less than 10 available. There are less than 10 available. Don't take away from Mandy's sewing.
Oh, no, don't distract me.
No, I'm not.
Don't distract me. What we're going to do is just go round there. It's gorgeous. Lovely machine we have here.
It's a gorgeous one.
Yeah, I do love this machine. It's strange when you're used to a nice machine. I'm not saying that all machines are lovely. I want to empower everybody with sewing, with machines. But when you're used to a nice machine...
You're spoilt, really, don't you?
Yeah, spoilt. Right, okay. So we're going to... So what I'm doing, this is my plan.
So you've only sewn the outside leg?
Yes, because I'm then going to hem... you see? So I'm then going to hem this, because if you sew both seams...
Yes, you haven't got a little...
And don't forget, it's a toy, so we don't mind that outside edge being strange. And so there you are, I've got a pair of jeans...
you're not going to do it?
Oh, do you want me to do it for you?
No, it's up to you. I was just thinking, because later on you've got lots to do for this, finishing this one off.
So I've actually hemmed it, so I hemmed the seam and then I joined it up. You do get that in the inside leg, but you get the perfect little... on the outside leg.
Oh.
And you could have sewn a little pocket on here.
Yes,
a little pocket.
which you did on this
I
one.
did on that one there, and I can just cut you one out.
Is there a pocket pattern in the...
Yes, there is. Yeah, there is. Actually, when you cut it out, you get a little piece... when you cut this piece out, you get a little piece
Oh,
here.
yes.
So this little pocket was dead easy. I'll just wing it for you.
And are the trousers deliberately... Do you make them too long so you can roll them up?
Absolutely. So if you don't like them the long look, I was going for the shabby chic.
Yes,
look.
good. Yes.
If you don't like the long look, you can make your trousers smaller. So look, that could go on there beautifully. And you could hand stitch that on or machine stitch that on.
Check out your baskets.
And you're going to put that baby boy on. And you're going to have to roll your trousers up, but only once he's on.
Yes.
Now, I've actually had to make them larger because some ladies overstuff their babies.
Oh, yes.
So look at that fit.
Perfect.
So these would just be rolled up perhaps twice to give that look. And of course, it could be 3/4 length. And you could get designing.
Or if you've got some little gingham fabric. Oh no, I'm going to get a look. No,
gingham's fine. You can say gingham to me. It's my favourite.
But you could put a little bit of gingham on the inside, so your turn-up's gingham then.
Look at that.
Oh, fun.
And then you have tapes for in your kit.
There's ribbon in the kit. There it is. There's ribbon in the kit to make the dungaree straps. And what I love is that we've done the traditional look. They've got the cross at the back. And you just hand-stitch those into place, haven't you?
Yes, I've hand-stitched them into place. Because it's quite a fine stitch to do on the machine and it might make you anxious. We don't want any anxiety. So I've just stitched them on and I cross them. And they just slip off, so they do slip off beautifully. And to make the lovely little scarf, let me just show you, this is very important. You grab one of your squares. We gave you a square because it's easier for us to cut. So we do have two. You cut it in half diagonally.
Yeah, but you might have fabric in your stash at home to make different dungarees, and you've still got that.
Yeah, this is a gorgeous piece of fabric, isn't it? We did hum and ha. about what to put. I fray the edges beautifully. Look, just fray them, because that's a shabby chic look. We love this. It's time-saving as well. When you do sort of small seams on small dolls like this, sometimes if you don't do them really well, they look rough. So I tend to try and find a way of doing it without. Oh, sorry, Diane.
That's all right. I'll just get that for you.
Just stretch like crazy your bias edge. Yeah. Roll it over, stretch it, and then
tie it on.
Tie it round.
Please check out your baskets, otherwise you're going to miss out. A lot of you are going to miss out at this rate.
So they are. So that's very lovely and gorgeous.
OK.
So I'm just going to show you the nose now.
I was going to say, is the face, did you leave the face to last?
I left it to last because I want to show you the dungarees, in case you cut me.
We would never do that.
You sometimes do. You sometimes do. And I wanted to make sure the dungarees were in there. So a nose is quite important. I love toy needles. Toy making needles, and we love to buy English needles, don't we? Not ones from Far East.
Yes.
And what we're going to do, this is a sort of quirky moment. You need some black thread. So if you've got cotton and brodet or perlé or things like that, it's quite good. And you need at least 2 layers. And you might need a Sharpie pen as well.
Oh, OK.
Just in case you have little gaps.
OK.
We have a few gaps on here.
OK.
And I would cover the gaps with a Sharpie pen.
Lovely.
OK. That's quite lovely for you. So you do need double thread. Don't go and use wool, because it's actually quite gets quite thick and heavy, what we're doing now.
Right, hang on. Does that thread come in here?
The black thread, yes, it does. I can see it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to shimmy through his body.
Oh, yeah, no, this is important. Right, OK, come back to this.
Shimmy through his body, look.
Yes.
So we leave a little bit of a gap over here.
Oh, so you've gone through where his eye... Have you gone through... Oh, no.
No, I've just shimmied through his head,
OK.
No. And so what we're going to do is we're going to squash the nose, and we're going to sew that, like with a big, thick satin stitch. And it'll take quite a few minutes to do this, so we can talk about other things as well.
Just so you know, he's sold out. He's sold out.
Oh.
Pippin has sold out. But carry on with the demonstration. It's very important to have you
So we're just going to do, as if you were doing a teddy bear nose, make a great big chunk of black. And so you're going to have to be doing this for a few minutes.
I see where the...
Where his nose is. So you're just going to do it flat. Can you see?
Yes.
Pinching his nose flat. And at the end, when you've got a wonderful chunk of black, you're going to wrap it round like a circle.
Oh.
And causes that nice thing. And if you've got any gaps in here, you can then just fill it in with a little bit of a Sharpie.
Yeah.
We've discovered the delights of Sharpie pens, just not for marking your school uniform. So this could be quite rough. You don't have to worry about this too much.
Yeah.
Because you're going to really cover it up. So what I'm going to talk to you about eyes while I'm doing this. So when you put the eyes on, you've got 2 lovely little buttons for your eyes. You'll put the eyes on with your black thread.
Oh, yes, they're in the kit there.
Yes, I want you to put them on, but I would love you to pull them tight so you get indentation.
Yeah, so you go through from one to the other and pull it tight and then go back through, yes. So you're getting that little... I'll just show you on the real one here. Yeah. You get that little indentation.
Which adds character. There's nothing worse than an eye sitting on top of someone's body.
Yes.
Poking out. It's not a good
pulled
look,
in slightly.
And, of course, if you're using this for a young child, you can't use the buttons.
No.
Everything else is fine.
But you could do little French knots or something.
French knots or little cross stitches would be perfect.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so let me just pretend that's done.
OK. Because I'm intrigued by this.
Yes. And then what we're going to do is wrap round.
Ah.
And we're going to stitch it.
I want that stuck out from...
Yes, yeah. You're just going to wrap round and stitch it. And then you might have to wrap round a couple of times.
Yeah.
And go right through. So that's why these needles are... just wonderful. Yeah. You might have one in your collection, but just wrap it round and it causes a lovely little knob, little button nose.
Yes.
So pretend that's very well filled.
Oh, yes.
Do you see? So I'd give it a few more strands.
Yes.
But if you had a few gaps, I would just fill that in with the Sharpie.
And then very quickly the whiskers.
The whiskers are so easy and gorgeous. I'll do them in black so I don't have to change. What you just do is take a couple of threads, do a knot, 2 knots first, like that.
Yeah. About an inch down from the end.
I said an inch down in the pattern, but you're going to trim them anyway.
Oh, OK.
So let's get rid of that piece. You're going to trim them anyway. And cast off over here.
Oh, OK.
And again, pull them tight. Cast off with a very small stitch. Pull them tight.
And would you cinch this one in? I say cinch because that's a fashion thing, but just pull them in slightly again or not?
Oh, absolutely. That's a nice word. I've learned something lovely. Cinch, like that word. I like words. I like collecting nice words.
Oh, OK, cinch.
So we'll cinch it in and just cut it.
Oh.
So if I had 2 black buttons, I could just... I have. So I'll just pop the eye, pretend the eyes are in.
Yeah. Yes, obviously that's not how you'll do your eyes there.
No.
Perfect.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Sorry if you missed out on that. We're hopefully, it was exclusive to us, we're hopefully going to get more of this grey fabric.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We might bring it back next time.
Yeah,
we might bring it back some of the more clothes.
I've got one quick question before we move on to our next project. You know how you've got your pin cushion here, which Hannah absolutely adores? Yeah. Do you ever forget to put that in and suddenly sometimes stab yourself like that?
I go to bed with this on.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do. Of course I do. Of course I do.
Right, so let's put all this over here for Jay. What are we moving on to now?
The bag. Then? A bag.
A bag.
A bag.
There are two different ones.
Yes, let's have both.
Oh, you've got that.
Yes,
right, I'll show you these then. While you have a close look at these. These are the two kits that are available.
Yeah. And these are called sugar and spice bags.
Oh,
and
yes.
They're very simple, can be adapted to make 1,000 different things out of them, like beach bags and picnic bags and school bags.
Okay, let me just show this. So that's this one.
That's the PVC one.
Right, so that's the PVC one that we're showing first. Yeah, oilcloth one there,
Oilcloth, yeah.
So that is the oilcloth kit. You get everything. We'll go through the kit in a minute. You get everything in there.
Yeah.
Even to the magnetic.
Yes, everything. There's nothing you don't need. Absolutely nothing you don't need. There's nothing. You might want to put a little cardboard base in. So I should talk about that. That's not included in the kit.
Okay.
But it's the beauty of this is where it gets its name from, the sugar bag bottom.
Right.
And all this fabric here is Moda.
Right.
It's good quality fabric.
Now, what are you saying to me, Hannah?
What's Hannah saying?
New fabric for this design, is that right?
Oh, gosh, yeah, absolutely. This is a very old bag pattern I did 100 years ago, and I pulled it out, and this is brand spanking. No one's seen this in this fabric at all.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. So that's that one, but we're not making that one. The one we're going to make now is this one.
It's more sort of country. This is a more country. And the reason I'm choosing to do this one is because I've got some PVC to work with oilcloth on the next show.
Yes.
So I'm going
to... today. The next show today at 10 o'clock today.
So this is just, look at me in this. I love bags. Look at the perfect... across the breast, across your heart bra.
Yes.
A great little feature here, incredibly simple to make. You can actually make patchwork fabric and make it more elaborate, but I love simple.
I like ticking. I like that simple ticking. Yes,
exactly. and it's when you go off to shopping, just to pop your things in. There's a pocket inside, but it's got the magnetic fasteners. This one's got the little pull. So,
now, in the kit, you get everything you need to make this bag. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the kit. So you get the ticking fabric, the lining fabric, the webbing, the instructions, and and you even get the magnetic popper.
Yeah, and a full-size pattern piece. And this, I've got to let you know, this tape comes from France.
Oh, France, everybody, France. Now, what's the word for ribbon in French? I know that.
Oh, I don't.
Rouleau. No, I can't remember now.
Rouleau.
Is it rouleau?
The rouleau, yeah.
The very lovely shopping. OK, so now there's the choice of two. There's the one that we're about to make now, Matt's about to make now, and there's the oilcloth one as well. I'll take you through the oilcloth one again in a minute, but what you've got here is the one at the top of the screen there is the one we're making. The one at the bottom there is the oilcloth one. Right.
I'll take my shoe off.
Oh, one off and one on?
No. I'm like heels. I never get to wear heels.
Oh.
Right, OK, so very simple. You cut your pattern piece out.
Right.
And, I've cut it out already. Here it is, lovely for you. And you are going to fold, make note, there's places on the fold.
Yes.
But if you forget to do that, it could be a feature, a design feature.
Right, hang on a second. Just going through everything. You get lots in this one,
you do, darling, yeah, you do. They are.
So there you go, that's your pattern piece. That is your pattern piece.
So you're just going to cut it out slightly. Yeah, cut the corner out as well.
OK.
I think I know that.
All right, brilliant.
And you're going to place it on the fold. So when you cut it out, you're going to cut two, and you get that.
And you cut them both on the fold, yes?
And you need to do the lining as well.
Yes.
And you need to do the lining as well. Okay. Now, this is just calico.
Oh, I love calico.
I've gone for that ethnic Indian feel.
No, but I love calico.
Yes, no,
it's what when I was at college, we trained with calico.
Oh, yeah,
the smell.
Yeah.
And you'd go to the front of the class to cut your bit of calico, and it was like that fresh... Sorry.
My daughter's a fashion designer. My daughter's a fashion designer.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
She'll be a better one than me, I'm sure.
I know.
Get her in. Should we get her in?
She works for somebody posh.
I remember. She had a scarf on, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. I love the scarf for Mother's Day. Anyway, so let's talk about this nicely. And so two of the main fabric and two of this. If you're using fabric at home, because of course once you've got the kit, you have the pattern for life. You can always bump the bag up with a bit of interfacing if you wanted to or wadding. We've got thick fabric.
I quite like.
Yeah, I do.
That it's this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I also like the sort of firmness of that as well. So it's a multi-purpose multi-purpose bag.
Yes, exactly.
You're also going to cut out the lining. What you have left with this bag, you have enough, because it's extra wide fabric, to make a pocket.
Oh, okay.
And I just wanted to talk to you about pockets, because I have a way of doing pockets, which makes our life much easier.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't do any of that tucking under all that sort of folding.
So we just get up to scratch. We've got two, a front and a back in the ticking, a front and a back in the calico. That's the pattern piece there, and this was the fabric left over from the ticking.
And I'm not going to tell you a size. You just need a rectangle.
Okay.
So we know that this is approximately, let me just tell you, 10 by 14, and I had it left over. But it could be, if you cut it in a slightly dodgy way, you might get something different.
Can I just say, there's hundreds of messages saying how much people love you.
Oh,
so
darling.
many messages coming in.
Oh, bless their hearts.
Right.
I don't always, I do know I'm loved, but, you know, insecurity, something we'd have that, don't we? Yes. OK. And so the very important thing is you're going to fold your pocket wrongs right sides together.
Well.
Oh, yeah, new.
No,
yesterday.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
buffed and polished in Hersham.
You know how to live, don't you? Right.
OK, so you're going to fold it in half, your pocket, and you're going to sew down each side, and you're going to clip your corners. And I make pockets this way for everything. I would never tuck under any seam allowances in my life.
All right.
It would make me unhappy to do so. You're going to turn it inside out, and of course you would press it beautifully, because we know that pressing makes a big difference. But you get your posh chopstick and poke out your corners. OK. Give it a press. If I was at home, I would top stitch that. OK. Because I love the idea of top stitching the top edge. Right. But that's the top edge? That's my top edge, because watch this, yes. Watch this. This is what I do. Right, I'll just get rid of the I'll take this in there. This is the pocket we're making. It's inside. Can you see there? It's inside there. I do want to also, just while we're having a little break here, warn you, because you saw how quickly Pippin the mouse went. Loads of you got this in your basket already. Please start checking out. We don't want people missing out. OK, sorry. Right. So I reckon I like to have little numbers in my head. 3 inches down from the top edge of the pocket. So don't forget, it's the top edge of your pattern. Put your pocket there 3 inches down. Flip your pocket back and move up a little bit. And we're going to sew along the bottom edge. So do you see where I'm coming with this? Oh, I see. Yes, you see, because and then we're going to flip it up. Yes, and it's all finished. Yeah, it's all finished, and it's sealed, signed, and delivered. You know what I meant by that, don't you? Meaning it's got no... Because normally you'd have to turn these heads
turn the edge. If you don't turn it properly, it starts... Especially with this ticking, it frays, doesn't it? Yeah. So let me just whip that. While you do that, let's just recap. So you you lined it up with the top of the pocket, 3 inches down from the top of the... that's Mandy's little guide, but you can change it if you like your pockets deeper. Don't put your pocket too deep, because you have to ramage deep. Yes, there's no point in having it then, is there? And I'll give you another little tip in a second. Oh, yes. Does it tell you all this? Does it got the pocket in the instructions? Yeah, it has got instructions. John, yeah. I go to sleep dreaming of what I'm telling you in my words. So watch this. Love my flower pins. Loving flower pins. You've got them on your website, haven't you? I'm sure. Because it's a quilting thing. You're going to flip it back up for you to give that perhaps a nice press. Yes. Just hope it looks gorgeous. And pins standing as soldiers, as usual. So that is such a brilliant way to do a pocket. Yeah, it is. And always put lots of pockets in. Now, if you wanted to add a pocket, if you wanted your mobile phone to go in here, all we do is just sew down here. You know that, don't you? But always do your tips. Don't think. And I'm also a great fan of top stitching, making things gorgeous with a little bit of detail. I won't do that now. I'll just show you because that might take me forever. But I do love doing nice little bits of detail. Also, you've got on your ticking, you've got your lines to follow as well, so you don't need to worry so much. Yeah, it can be lines can be disastrous as well, can't they? Because if you don't get them straight, you know that feeling. Well, it depends, because sometimes when they're printed on the fabric, they're not printed straight, whereas these are woven, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, like that's woven. So, oops. I used to wear dungarees made of this. Oh, dungarees are huge. Yes. They are in. Fern Cotton was tweeting and twittering about yes, because Zoe Ball had hers on, didn't she? Oh, yeah. My daughter's got hers on today. Got a stunning pair in Debenhams. Am I allowed to say that? Oh, don't get me singing, because I'll get you fined up with song tunes tonight as well. But anyway, so there you are. So watch that. So I would make a much more beautiful job of that, wouldn't I? That's a beautiful job, full stop. That'll do nicely for me. Yes. So if we were wanting to put our mobile phone in there, we would check our mobile phone size, and I would just
don't make it too deep because you can't get it out. I'll just do a little line of stitching like that.
And do it in big stitching because next time they bring a phone out, it'll either be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. You can unpick it and... Anyway.
OK, so what we're going to do now is very exciting. We are going to it's a dead easy bag, as I said.
Right, hang on, what have you done with the calico then? Because a minute ago we'd only... Oh, this is it, yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do, I've already prepared earlier, OK? You're going to stitch across the bottom and to the two sides.
Right.
Now, in the pattern, when you stitch across the bottom of the main one, I suggested that you did a top stitch to make a creative moment, but I didn't do it on the stripes because you're going to highlight the fact that the stripes don't join.
Yes.
So it's not always necessary, but if you wanted it to be, it would be lovely. Okay.
Yes.
So that's when you would do that now. So I'm just going to sew the sides, and with our bag making girls, we use a 1/2 inch seam. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because you just need the extra seam.
Well, if you're a dressmaker background anyway, use 5/8 of an inch anyway.
That upsets me because I always chop half of it off. I know.
Yeah, but what happens if you have to alter it?
I don't alter it because I don't change shape. Well, I'm not now. This is it, girls. It's not getting any better.
Or you smock it.
Oh, you can smock it. Yeah, but you see, that's the old... You need to change with the times because that's the olden days when you did alter clothing. We don't alter clothing now. We're a sort of we just wear it and we
throw away society. That's what you are.
I was about to say that, but I thought perhaps I ought not to.
No, but it's true. It's because of shops like...
Yeah, per money.
Yes, that's the one. As you buy it, you wear it, and you put it in the washing machine. If it goes, because yes, exactly.
It's really sad, and that's what was beautiful about seeing these wonderful clothes being made in India. This is made by a company called Sadhana, and it's empowering women. This dress, it's empowering women to in India, in the villages and things are made. I'll have this dress for the rest of my life because I saw it being made. I saw the block. So
you saw them actually printing the fabric?
Yeah, absolutely. And the indigo dye pots we saw and things, and it's all organic. Dyes and things. It's just spectacular. So you know when you find something that you're going to love.
Yes.
And I might even use it. I'll always have it. It might be my shroud. I've got lots
Shrouds
of things.
don't have pockets. Oh no, that is that dress.
I'm gonna have, no. Does it? No. But I'm gonna have lots of things put in my coffin with me.
Oh, okay.
Like the clothes and quilts and my dolls. I've got instructions.
Oh, nothing metallic though. I had to take the buckles off my mum's shoes.
Oh, can I tell you something awful? Shall I tell you something awful?
Oh no.
No. I went to. We went away for the weekend. Went for this lovely walk. Came through a graveyard, and there's a wonderful mariner's gravestone with a wonderful poem on it. It's sort of 1816. So we always take the kids there to read the poem and things. And there's a new grave by the side, and I thought, oh, that's sad, but it was, and it was newly dug, and because we like archaeology and things, and we just. Bones in the topsoil.
Oh!
There were bones in the topsoil. There were.
Oh, I thought you meant you'd printed them in...
No, there were bones. Bones on the top. I shouldn't have said that. Move on.
Yes,
right,
Hannah's just a bit stunned.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
It's lovely.
No, fascinating, though.
Yeah, but it was strange because it's obviously a really, really old churchyard.
Oh, well, it's only bones.
It's only bones. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. So this is our lovely long handle, longer than you think, so don't panic and cut it off because don't forget it goes down the side of the bag.
Of course. Oh, yes.
I only ever use this wonderful quality...
From France.
From France. It's spectacular, OK? It's gorgeous. So what you're going to do is your bag remains the wrong way out, and you're going to put your hand inside with your handle, and you're going to pop it into this little hole.
Oh, that's what the hole was for.
Now, beware. Let me just warn you this. The hole sometimes looks like it's too small.
Yes, that looks like it's too small.
It looks like it's too small, but you don't want it too big because you're sewing down.
Right.
OK. So I will just trim it. So you're using different handles. You can adapt this size, but don't make them too big because you want the handle to fit beautifully.
I see. So if it's too small, you can just cut it back a little bit to make it the exact width of the ribbon.
But if I cut it too big to start with, you're in trouble. Because the other bag has a narrower handle.
OK.
So you see this? The thought I go into
all this. Yes.
So do you see that? Did you see what I did?
Yes,
is that OK?
Do it on the other one if you want to.
So, protrude the handle.
Yes, yeah.
Because they do actually can fray, and we don't want them to fray. So make sure they're, because if you're going to put your Tesco, your supermarket shop
shopping,
in here, and your cans of baked beans.
Yes, but now Hannah is making a bag to put her potatoes in.
Oh, that's good. So this could also hang in your wardrobe with your panties in or swim costumes in.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was going to say she's a bit crazy, but she wouldn't put potatoes in her wardrobe. Except when she's hiding them from Karen, her flatmate, her housemate.
Right, okay.
Right. You okay, Hannah? You crazy?
Okay, so when you put the other side in, make sure it doesn't twist.
Twist.
So here we go to the end.
This is brilliant. I've never seen this before.
And I'm just going to trim slightly. So don't forget, always on the trim slightly more than largely.
All this explained in the...
Because I'm hoping that you're going to use your pattern again.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you see. So you're not only buying a kit here, you're buying a pattern for life. And you can make all your grandchildren and your neighbours. I've got a lovely friend, Gloria, who makes... She likes to make lots of things, so she gets how to make it... makes it more than once.
Yeah, oh, yes,
and then every time someone comes to her house, she gives them a bag, a doll, a mouse, a rabbit. Oh. She's a darling. But this is
Where does Gloria live near you, then?
She does live near me. She lives in a little village called Hellingly.
Oh, sorry.
And it's always pronounced on the radio Hellingly, which is very annoying. So watch this. Are you ready for this?
Look at all those instructions. Aren't they fantastic? So it's like Mandy's drawn them out especially for you.
Yes.
Moving on.
Okay, so what we're going to do...
baskets.
So I've protruded it just for security. So what we've got to do now is we're going to put the lining one in.
So we're now putting wrong sides together.
And we're going to... I could have done it all at once.
Right.
But I've come a cropper many a time doing that when it's twisted or not correct.
Right.
So you're just going to do the same thing, just trim that down slightly, put your bag in
Get your protruding bit.
Get your protruding bit in. That's it. Just neaten it all up. Make sure it all fits beautifully. And the hilarious thing is I've got about hundreds of these made because I do samples at home.
Yes.
So, of course, now I have lots of little bags for everybody. So I'm like Gloria now, I can give away bags.
Yeah. My neighbours, because it's a very sleepy village where
Not the one that's...
No, not Chris Nectar. She's never in. She's always out there. She was at some bowls party last night. They make things and then they sell them at the Christmas fair either for the church, to make money for the church or the charity or the village hall or whatever sort of thing. So if you've got lots of samples, you are making lots and lots of them, you don't want to give them to your friends. You could always... donate them, couldn't you? Or have a little stall.
My only trouble is that I sometimes make them like this one, not as beautiful as they should be made, because it's a bit...
Yeah, you're just too much of a...
I'm not a perfectionist.
No, not perfectionist.
I want it to look gorgeous.
Yes.
And I like nice quality things.
But you're like me. When I first started, I'd make clothes for other people and they'd look beautiful and they'd wear them. If I made anything for myself, I'd be like, I can't wear this. It was in the days of Spandau Ballet blouses. Lots of box pleating.
I used to have long white socks, plastic socks that looked like the boot, and have a white shoe. You didn't do that?
Long white socks?
Long white plastic socks in a shoe, so it looked like a boot. No one else remembers that.
No. I like a kinky boot.
Please let me know.
Like Honor Blackman wore in kinky boots.
Yeah, well,
they like pull on like that, so they look like socks.
Yeah, but they were socks. Ones. They were socks as well. I'm doing this a bit roughly, so don't be cross with me if it goes all...
Somebody's just asked what you get in the kit of each of them. So just very quickly, in the one we're making here, you get the outside fabric, the ticking. So you get the calico lining, you get the instructions, you get the tape from France, lovely tape from France, and you get the magnetic fastening, all for £26.95. And there's the finished thing. I'll just show you very quickly there.
Very nice.
There's the finished thing. So that is the stripy sugar and spice bag kit. And then the other one, you get the same, but the fabric is the... You get we get two lots of lining in that one for some reason. Two lots of lining, the two big buttons. One's the pocket. The lovely PVC oilskin lining on the outside. The ribbon, which is narrower than the ribbon. Brand new fabric for this design, £28.95. There it is. And this is oilcloth, like a PVC. Right,
and it's Moda. It's a very expensive brand. It's delightfully gorgeous.
Yes.
So this
what are you doing now,
this time I thought this would be a lovely little feature. So I'm finding the centre of my bag. Okay, and I just fold it in half. I could measure it if I had a tape measure with me. Just fold it in half.
Do you want one?
Nope.
All right.
They are.
So you're just putting tabs, like almost like tabs, like you put on the top of a quilt or something like that.
It's a design feature. It's a design feature.
Yes.
Okay. So I've run out of pins. That's gorgeous.
Right, the oilcloth bag, half the quantity's gone of that one, just so you know. That's the graphics coming up across your bottom.
So
Not across your bottom, across the bottom of the screen.
So what I'm going to do is I've got to put the tags on first, okay?
Yes.
And now I'm going to put the tape around the top of the bag. Okay.
Oh, like a buyer's binding.
Yeah, like a buyer's
I wonder where you were going to bag it out, but obviously it's...
No. I mean, you can bag it out, and just to show where I'm going, when that
Yes.
folds up and that comes to the top edge, you get your sugar bag bottom.
Now that's like a box back. We've done box bottoms before, but they're on the inside. You've made a feature
Well,
of them.
actually, you can. Yeah, I have indeed. I absolutely have indeed, and I love to do that. I love to twist things around a little bit.
Exactly. Hannah's trying to tell me something. Yeah, how long? Oh, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Right, can I just say, to you,
Yes.
I'm going to sew the top on, but I haven't got red threads in the machine. That would take me 2 minutes.
Okay.
So what I would do this, I fold it in half.
Yes.
But not quite.
Oh.
Do you see?
Yes.
I fold it in half, but not quite. So you're guaranteed of catching.
When you...
Yeah, it's really clever, isn't it, when you do that?
So you're going to... Yes.
So you just do that, and I'll just pin it for you for now. I'll just pin one side, and you're going to stitch that on. But you would stitch it on with red thread.
Yes, of course.
It would be sacrilege if I stitched it on with...
Yes.
And we're running out of time, so that's gorgeous. So just look at that lovely look already. Can you see? And then what you do with the side panels of this bag, just make it... You bring these up.
Yeah.
Measure 3 inches up.
Yeah.
And then tack the bag to there. And then you stitch that on there.
So that's actually loose. That's not stitched.
No, it's not stitched. Well, I've stitched it down here. Now, I have stitched it down here, if you can get to it.
Yes.
You don't have to, if you can get to it. And I did it with a zipper foot. OK, so you really, once the bag starts to get used, you really don't have to worry. It just falls into place beautifully. But there you are. That's the side of the bag, looking gorgeous.
That's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to leave you now.
Oh, darling. Oh.
You're back in an hour.
Yeah, I'm back in an hour.
Come with me quickly.
I'm coming as well.
No, you stay there. You stay there looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. But you're back in an hour, so I'll look forward to it. So in the next hour, we've got the buckets.
Maker's bucket.
The buckets here. And we're going to be talking about the hearts, which are all very, very collectible, aren't they? Oh, that one slipped over there. We've got one brand new... Lots of you have texted in saying you collect the hearts. Well, we're going to be showing those in the next hour as well. And then we've got all these sewing kit, little accessories. You've got a little scissor holder, a little spoolie doll, a pin cushion. What's that?
That's not a pin cushion, 2 pin cushions.
No, that's a pin cushion.
But that's to go on your thumb pin cushion.
Thumb pin cushion. Oh, and the little sewing bag. There's so much to show you. And, of course, a best-selling book, no less.
Yes.
Best-selling book. Now, that's all at 10 o'clock. But now, I've got lovely Jo Carter up next. What's she making? I can't remember. Oh, I know. A really, really lovely, a very unusual Quilt-As-You-Go. A Quilt-As-You-Go. So don't go anywhere. I'll be up in 3 minutes. Thanks ever so much. Check out your baskets. I'll see you in 3 minutes with Jo from now. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
So I'm going to be showing you how to do a ladder stitch. Now this is a great stitch when you want to sew something up and create an invisible stitch. So they use very small stitches when you're doing this. So I'm going to be using a needle and thread. I'm going to be using embroidery thread so you can see what I'm doing. And first of all, I'm just going to use the example of something like a pin cushion, but I need to bring these two edges together using the invisible stitch, which is known as the ladder stitch. So first of all, I'm going to take my needle up through the fold. So I'm going to be concealing the knot in the thread. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle in through the fold of the fabric and come out. So you can see that I'm on the actual fold there. So obviously there's the raw edges are inside my pin cushion. I'm going to take that through. Now I'm going to go to the opposite side and repeat that stitch. So I want to make sure that this is parallel. So I'm going to come in through that fold and come out. So again, I'm making these stitches really big so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see how I'm going across the whole of the fabric. So if I just keep doing a few stitches. So as you can see, we have the ladder stitch there going across the two pieces of fabric. So when I pull my thread, you can see that almost makes those stitches invisible.
Don't forget, shopping with us is easy and simple. You can just contact us at 0800 112 4433 and speak to our UK-based call centre to place an order, or shop online with us at www.sewingquarter.com.
So that was the ladder stitch. Seeing that advert break, that was the ladder stitch that Mandy was talking about. Mandy will be back in an hour's time with more of her goodies. But now this is called is it Quilt on the Go or Quilt-As-You-Go? It's a really lovely idea. Now, there's lots, if you go on to, am I allowed to say YouTube? I suppose I am, aren't I? Are there other people, or where you go to play videos of things and everything? There's lots and lots. If you just put in Quilt on You Go, there's lots of different ladies, lots of Australian ladies, it seems, who do quilt on the go, and it's a fantastic idea. Lovely Jo Carter's here now. She's a bit will-o'-the-wispy today, because she's stuck. After tomorrow, she's on a 2-week holiday, so she's looking forward to that. And she's saying, Helen, have you done the packing? That's what she said. Anyway, Helen's her mum. Oh, I'm not going to ask her where she's going, but I know where she's going. She's going looking at castles, aren't you?
We are.
Yeah, see, I know these things. Anyway, come with me. That's a lovely colour on you.
Oh, thank you.
This is I've not seen anything quite like this before.
No, it's a different technique for quilting, but brilliant in that it sort of, you do it a block at a time, so it's manageable size pieces.
Right.
So there's a technique to piece it, but then once you've done a
Oh,
block...
we'll go through it all, don't worry, we'll go through it all, because I've got two... What we've got is we've got this, and I've also got 2 bundles of fabric for you to do it in as well. But have you got one of these squares there that's... Rather than me rip the bag open... Inside this bag, right, this is a Quilt-As-You-Go poly batting series Rolling Stone, it's called. £8.95. You get that. What you're getting is you get enough batting to make this. You get enough to make 6 12-inch squares in there. So if you wanted to make it bigger, you'd have to buy more than one. 6 12-inch squares. There it is. That's a still of it. But then inside, you get... Now, can you see this on the camera? You get this, like wadding, or batting, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you see it, but you see that the lines are already drawn on there. So what Jo's done is you cut one square out, don't you? You don't do the whole thing. Because I thought, well, that's a bit weird. Why would you do that? But basically, you cut one square out, and then there it is. And then you have the instructions, not the instructions, the guidelines on the squares. So Jo's going to show you how it works. But it's £8.95 for 6 12-inch squares. So I'll just fold that up.
Well, I'll cut one of those out. Should I take that?
Oh, you take that one. Now, somebody's just asked to see the fabric bundles before we start. Do you mind if I just do this very quickly? Oh. Right, so which one would you like me to do first? Right, OK, so let me put that one there. So the one that Jo actually used is this lovely bundle here. So you get this as a bundle of fabric. It's called Dashwood Distant Dreams Peacocks and Solids. £39.95. You get 5 fabrics. You get the really, really beautiful, like a fuchsia pink. I'll tell you how much you get of each in a second. And then you get the orange, which is like a bright, bright, beautiful orange. These are just the solid colours to start with. And then you get this lovely, lovely marine blue. I'll tell you how much you get of each one in a minute. I think I'm not going to guess. And then you get these 2. Now, I've not seen this one before. I'm going to actually open this one out. This is lovely. It's like a peacock fabric. Isn't it lovely? I've not seen that one before. So this is a Dashwood, and it's got the peacock print with the leaves and the lovely fuchsias there. Oh, I see. So there's the fuchsia pink and there's the bright orange. Right, hang on. I've got how much you get of each one now. So I'll show you the last fabric in a second. It's Hannah reading, so it'll be a while. Right, so this is called Deep Orchid. You get ½ a metre of that one. The Distant Dreams Peacock, you get ½ a metre, which is the one I was just showing them. Oh, right, Macawa pumpkin, you get half a metre. Oh, blue mandala. Oh, okay, so this isn't what you're going to get. This isn't what you're going to get, because in this one, in the pack, you get 1.5 metres of this one, of the mandala one. You get 1.5 metres. So that's half, 1.5, 3. So you get 4.5 metres in total then. You get 4.5 metres in total. And then you get this blue one. Has the blue one got a name? Cornflower. You get 1.5 metres of the cornflower blue. So 1.5 metres, 1.5 metres, half a metre, half a metre, half a metre. That's beautiful. That's the one Joe's used. And very quickly, I'll show you the other bundle that's available. And in this one, oh sorry Joe, this one you get... Right. So that's forest fruits. You get 1.5 metres of forest fruits. Butterfly, Distant Dreams Butterfly, which is this one. You get 1.5 metres of this one. And then this one, and this one, and this one, you get half. So you get 1.5 metres of those two. And then you get 0.5 metre of these three. Distant Dreams Diamond, Fuchsia, oh sorry, and Dark Blue. Well, what else would it be? The solids are all Macawa, and then the patterns are all Dashwood. So you get 1.5 metres of those two, 0.5 metre of those three. Okay, right, we'll get going. I'll come back to those, don't worry, but we know how you love your bundles. Go on then.
Shall I start?
So right. How do you start? Where do you start?
First of all, you want to trim one of these blocks out. Cut one of these out with an inch border all the way around.
Okay.
So I'll do that now.
Do you get instructions in it?
You do. The instructions are really good and clear, but not only that, there is a link in it to watch somebody quilting.
She's not Australian, is she? I think it's the lady we watched. Hannah? No, we're not. We watched a different lady. Bad choice of top, the lady, the one we watched. Really bad choice. Oh, it might be the same lady then. Joe's just going, yes. Anyway, they're all the instructions. You get lots and lots of very, very thorough instructions there. OK, so you do that then. You cut the panel out.
Is there a rotary cutter?
What do you need to?
Rotary cutter.
A rotary cutter, Jay?
It will be in my tray, won't it?
Oh, will it?
It's me.
We've got it.
It's all my fault.
OK.
Right. So.
No, blame Jay. That's why he gets paid the extra. We just blame him for everything.
Poor Jay.
What do you do?
Pop this around this way. So I just want an inch border around.
Round. So you're going from the outside blue line.
Yes. By
1 inch. OK. You could use scissors if you're not a rotary cutter. Oh no, but it's patchwork, isn't it? Everybody from patchwork uses rotary cutters, really, don't they?
You get a nice, clean, straight line.
Yes, of course.
The rotary cutter.
Yes, Hannah needs to practice with hers, really.
Okay.
Okay.
Get rid of those.
I'll take that one if you. Oh, I think you've done the other two, have you?
I've done those sides. That one.
Message in if you've used this quilt before, Quilt-As-You-Go before, not necessarily this, but as a Quilt-As-You-Go before. Because the lady we watched didn't actually we didn't see her use this, it was just the technique.
Right.
She just made blocks, and it was showing us how to do this bit in between the blocks, that was all.
The sashing.
Yeah. The what?
The sashing.
Oh, we wondered why she kept saying sash. And we were like, what's she talking about? Right, OK. So have you done that?
I have. Right. And then the next job is to fuse... There's adhesive on the back, and you want to fuse your backing fabric. For this one, it's the blue.
Oh, OK.
So I have a square.
Do you want to do that now? Shall I get the iron out?
Is that OK? Could we?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Sure.
At least twice, I started to pin pieces on and realised I hadn't fused the backing on.
So it's got glue on the background, on the back, then. So
it has.
Right. So you get your backing fabric, which in this one that you're using is the blue one. In that one, it was the... Oh, in that one, yes, in that one. You're doing the same one again? You're doing this one again?
Yes.
Yeah. Comes in the bundle.
I have another one there, so you should see.
We've got an awful lot of these, haven't we?
We'll get the idea of joining them together.
OK, so
I've centred that on the backing fabric, and I'm going to fuse this in place. You don't want to press on too hard. Just give it some blasts of steam, just to...
Oh, it's got water in, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, some of them have its steam turned off, Joe.
Is the steam... Should I try that one?
Oh. Shall I get my glasses? Oh, no, I can hear it.
Yeah, just enough to fuse it, but you don't want to press down with the iron. You just want to sort of...
So none of this, none of like Hannah when she's ironing her jeans or anything, none of that. You just literally get a shot of steam on it just for it to stick. Okay,
yes,
like
I
that.
could have done that a little bit better. It's not the straightest, but...
will you be using the iron again?
I will.
Okay, I'll leave it there then.
Well, I watched the video, the online video of how to do this, and I think the key tip I came away from that was starching the fabric, just to make sure it behaves as you want it to.
Yes.
So when you cut the pieces out, the instructions have a great list of what you need to cut out and how. And then I starched the fabric before I cut it out.
Okay, right.
And then
we've got some starch
as
somewhere, haven't we? It's on the end of your table there.
There we go.
So this is our version of starch. I mean, it's called Best Press. And I'm just going to turn it around. It says something. It says two things. One I understood. The clear starch and sizing alternatives. I don't know what sizing meant, but the starch, in my day, it was the name of a little bird with a red breast, wasn't it? That was the only starch we used to use. But that, you just spray it on. There's no scent. You get 6 fluid ounces in there. Earth and people friendly. A bit like me, really. £4.95. So you spray that on your fabric and you just iron it, and it makes it like an old-fashioned spray starch.
Yes, and it just holds its shape a little bit more, and it's easier to handle.
Yeah, it's easy to handle once you've starched your fabric. Yeah.
So I starched the fabrics and then cut them out.
Oh, okay.
And then would starch them again. So I've cut out, following the chart, the pieces. So I've done these, but some sections, if we can see. So
have you cut them to the exact... It tells you on the instructions, doesn't it, what shape, what size to cut?
It does.
Cutting, piece 1, 4 3/4 inch square. Pieces 2, 3, 4 and 5, 2 squares, 3 and 7 eighths inch, cut in half diagonally. Oh, it's got everything this backing fabric is 17-inch square. It's all really, really precise, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So then... So what do you do then? You
want your block so that the numbers are the right way up, because some sections you can see the solid lines, but then some are dotted.
Oh,
and these dotted lines mean that these sections need to be pieced before they don't just go on as a patch.
Oh, I see. So the dotted line is sew it before you put it down.
Yes, so they will be sewn together
as a piece, like that.
Pieced on.
So now you just said make sure your numbers go from top to. I can't see any numbers.
See, there's a 7.
Oh,
and
yes.
A 4.
Ooh, so that's a 2.
You should have 1 in there. Yeah. So I'm going to piece the half square triangles that form the point.
Okay. So now, would this be a good project for somebody who's not done quilting before? First time you started doing patchwork and quilting.
It would. The instructions are really clear and easy to follow, and it's a manageable size. I think that's what can be intimidating about quilting, is just making something huge. And,
yes.
Having to manoeuvre it around under a machine and things.
Okay.
So,
and also, like you're saying, it's the first time you're not going big. You're literally making every piece you make, all the 6 you make in the block. Did I say 6 or 12? But all of them, they're all the same size. So you're not you make 6 12-inch squares. So all you're ever working on at this point is a 12-inch square.
Yes.
Which is good, right?
And you could make cushions with single ones, or a table runner with 3. You could break the pack down if you wanted to.
Okay. Right, so you've got your numbers going in the right directions. You know, the dotted lines are ones that you've had to sew before, like that. Does it tell you what seam allowance there is on everything?
It's 1/4 inch seam allowance.
As with all patchwork.
It is.
Right.
To make these blocks...
Yes.
You cut the squares out to size, as it says in the pattern, and then, with a water erasable pen or similar, you want to do a diagonal line from one corner to the other.
Right.
And draw that on the reverse of the fabric. So I've got right sides together. I've got an orange piece and one of the mandala pieces.
Yes, the mandala.
So have I hidden the smaller ruler?
There it is. That's my fault. Rachel, the rulers. Put the graphics in for you in a second.
So a line straight across. And then we're going to use this as the guide. You want to sew 1/4 inch on either side away from this pen line.
Oh, okay. So the square ruler's just going in down. Oh, no, it's up there. Is it that 6.5 by 6.5? This is like the one you did in practice, Hannah. So you stitch 1/4 inch that side of the line and 1/4 inch that side of the line.
Yes, because we're going to cut.
Don't stitch down the middle line like Hannah did in practice. What happened before we came live, obviously the guests weren't here every day, so we had to all pretend like Natasha would be the presenter and I'd be the guest one day, or I'd be the presenter and Natasha would be the guest. And if either she or I weren't here, then Hannah had to go home and make patchworks and things like that, who's never done it before. And she was demonstrating how to do this one. She said, you sew down 1/4 inch either side of the line, and then she sewed down straight down the middle.
And plus, if these have been starched a couple of times...
Yes.
It just helps. It makes this bit easier. They hold together in the correct position.
OK. When you're doing normal quilting, would you starch your fabric then?
I do. It does help. Yes,
OK.
I often starch fabric, especially if I was doing clamshells. It really helps with that.
This is the starch that we have here. It's the Best Press scent-free spray, 6 ounces at 170 millilitres. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Mary Ellen's, does that say Mary Ellen? Mary Ellen's Best Press. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, it's earth-free, it's earth-friendly and people-friendly, has no scent to it, and I presume it's just got a... Like, it's just... Is that machine still outside? It's very noisy in here. Oh. Oh, sizing you do on wallpaper. You don't use that on wallpaper. Don't use that on wallpaper. We're just asking about sizing. Somebody says you can do it on wallpaper. Right, OK, so you've stitched either side. You
can see the stitching
yes.
on this side a little bit better, but yes, either side of the line. And then, with the ruler and rotary cutter.
Can you hear that at home? I do apologise if you can. There's some sort of machinery across the road on a Saturday morning. I'm not quite sure what it's doing. It's one of those that lifts you up above, like you stand on it and it takes you... Like a cherry picker, yeah, like a cherry picker, and a very loud man.
Sort of thing,
A little version, yes.
So then we've pieced some 12 square triangles. So I'm going to give these a press now.
All right.
And then we want to trim...
off to do that, too. That's fine. Move
and then
now.
we want to trim them up to the correct size.
Oh, OK. So now, is there a way to direction to press the seam allowance in this one?
It says to press to the dark side.
Press to the dark side, see? I haven't heard that for a while.
There you go.
So when are you going on your holidays? On Monday?
Thursday.
Oh, you've got ages yet, then.
I have.
You could have done Monday and Tuesday, then, for us.
Well, I've got a little bit of sewing to catch up on before I go.
Did you bring me in a budgie?
I haven't got any spare budgie. I will make a budgie.
Oh, you've got a unicorn to make for tomorrow, haven't you? Use space starch, oh, that's it.
Yep. Square.
Oh, yeah, square up the quilt box to 3.5 inch square. For pieces 6 and 7, so... Oh, yes, press seam towards the darker fabric. Not the dark side, the darker fabric.
And then with a small ruler like this,
yes.
It's perfect because you have the line there that you can line up with the seam. And so I've got 3.5. I'm just going to trim the sides. OK, if you want this ruler that Joe's using, which is the 6.5 by 6.5 inch square, 16.5 centimetre, £14.95, it is very, very limited. Oh, are there not many left? No. I'll spin around. It's very popular. I was going to sing the song from Wicked then, but decided against it. That one, but you got the wrong words, yeah. Didn't do a very good job then. These are lovely, aren't they? They're Creative Grids, Rachel the Ruler. They've got the non-slip fastening. It's got everything you need on there. You've got angles, you've got everything marked in black and white so that you can see different fabrics. Sorry, Joe. I'll let you carry on. They are great, these rulers, though. Oh, see, I do it this way, and I have the actual 3.5 line, don't I? So this is perfect. Spin that around. So once these two are squared up... Yes. Want to sew them together. Yeah, with the orange ones together, preferably, yeah. Down the centre. And then I have some pre-made. Yeah, there's one there. Now, just so you know, before I do that, just so you know, these are selling very fast.
This is it, right? This is the pack you get, £8.95. People are multi-buying, so obviously people are making bigger quilts with them, or maybe 12 placemats or something like that. You get six 12-inch squares. The blocks, each block is 12-inch squares, isn't it? All marked out for you, Anyway, sorry, carry on.
You see, squaring up just makes everything later, because it really does make a difference.
The thing is, if you're an eighth of an inch out on one, and then an eighth of an inch, by the time you get to the end, you could be...
it won't reach, and...
Yes.
It's really important to keep your seam allowances spot on.
So it's good for practice.
It is.
As well, getting your seam allowances exactly right, things, yeah. So. Okay. And also, the fact that you're just making one block at a time, really, aren't you? You do call that a block, don't you? Yeah, one block at a time. Now, just a quick question. Are the peacocks supposed to be facing in different directions?
I thought I'd have them talking to each other.
Okay. That was a good... I bit my lip while I was having my dinner last night, and it keeps catching on my teeth. Right, the Dashwood bundle across the bottom, the peacocks and the solids, that's the one you're seeing here. That's that we've made that with that. I'll go through the bundles with you again in a second. Are you done flying geese?
I have. That's how it looks, doesn't it? With the orange fabric, there's 1/2 metre, and that is enough to do all these sections.
Yes.
But it's important, you do need to think about your cutting out before you do it. So you need some 4-inch squares to make these.
Right.
Cut your 4-inch with the fabric. They're really like this. Fold your fabric in half, cut 4-inch deep strips, 3 of them, and then subcut those, and you should have enough. And then there'll be enough. You need 2 3.5-inch strips, and you will
so basically, think about it.
You do need to
There's
plan.
enough fabric as long as you think about it. Don't just think, oh, I'll cut another one here and another one there. Just lay it out and think about it before you do it. Okay.
Yes.
Brilliant.
And then one of these sections, we need to add 2 3.5.
So what we're doing is we're making this along here, really, aren't we? We're making the outside bit of the block, aren't we? So we've got that bit there. Oh, wrong way, John. So now you're going to add 2 orange ones on the end there, squares on the end there.
And then once you've got all your pieces, it's quite quick. It then comes together really quickly.
Yes.
So I've pre-cut those out. And these, again, you cut a square and then
cut them in half
on the
diagonal. That means you'll have lots of pink fabric left over then, wouldn't it?
Well, you could even change it and make these squares in either this or... Because you'll have some left over from the peacock,
of course.
And the pink.
Well, you have loads left over the peacock and the pink, really, won't you? Yes.
You would.
I just need to warn you that half the stock of the Quilt-As-You-Go kit set has gone. Right.
I'm going to make one more of these.
OK, then.
That bit longer so it can span the whole side.
Check out your baskets. Check out your... Oh, sorry, John.
Sorry.
You going for a jog?
I might do later.
Now, please check out your baskets. Hannah's saying there are so many of you on the phone lines that people are going to be disappointed. I'm not adding any undue pressure, I promise. I just don't want you to miss out. So, Joe...
And the pedal.
So you do all your quilting as normal. We've not attached this to the batting yet. The only one you've attached to the batting is the background colour. We're not attaching... I thought, when I saw this, you see, this is me, without reading instructions, I thought, what you do is you sew that one on first, and then you sew another one on, then you sew another one. Oh, maybe you do later.
You do.
Oh, OK, I'll be quiet. I just saw the look in her face going, shut up, John, I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm getting that a lot today. There's a surprise.
Was I doing the eyes?
No, you just did the, no, shut up, I'm doing that in a minute.
Well, no, that is the piecing.
It's like we all get on, isn't it?
The piecing forms the quilting at the same time.
Right, so what you're saying is you're making sections, like this bit, we've made this bit. You're making the bit going across the other bit there, and then it's when... I'll just be quiet, I'll wait. Shh, John.
I'll give these a press. We'll lay these up.
Yes.
No, and I'll get going.
I'm sorry if I'm confusing you even more at home. My brain's working faster than my mouth. No, my mouth's working faster than my...
The orange fabrics, where they join, I press the seams open, but these ones I've pressed to the dark fabric.
This is the one Joe's done here. So it's called the Rolling Stone, is it, this one, then? Must be the Rolling Stone block.
I keep calling it the Rolling Road block.
Oh, OK. Is that because you sit on the M6 so much?
Possibly.
Yes.
Right, so we've pre-prepared those sections. Move that out of the way. And then we get to...
Oh, so now this is the bit where this is where I would have got confused, right?
So I've got it facing the right way up, because it doesn't make a huge difference. But that means the long sections join on the sides.
Right, OK.
And that will impact... On the back, you'll have long lines that way.
Because what we're going to do is this now. Only on one of the... has that one been quilted?
I have quilted this one, yes.
So this is what we're actually making. One of these, right? And the back is going to be quilted as you go, if you see what I mean. So...
OK, got some pins. So these lines on the batting are not stitch lines. You don't stitch along those. They're placement lines.
That was my question was going to be.
So position the centrepiece.
Now, you don't glue... This isn't gluey on this side,
no.
Is it? This is just normal on this side.
So this is helpful to pin. And you don't have to go through all 3 layers because the backing is
already attached.
So I'll just pop a few pins in there just to hold that. And then, which one's 2? This corner's 2.
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
Might need to.
OK, so hang on. So you go in order. So that's number 1.
Yes.
So this is number 2. So that's... Right, I've only got single figures left of the Quilt-As-You-Go Poly Batting Series Rolling Stone, £8.95. There's how many left? Single figures. Single figures that left now. We knew this would be popular, didn't we? Right, OK.
It's a great kit. And then now I'm going to sew along there, and you need to back stitch, reverse back over the first couple of stitches to secure them. It's not like normal piecing.
Right, so you're going right the way through the triangle, the square, the batting, and the background.
Yes. So it pieces, it joins these together, but it also quilts through all 3 layers.
Ooh. Now, I thought, because it was called Quilt-As-You-Go, I thought it meant to be like something you could just take on the train with you and do. But
it's sort of both. You're quilting as you're sewing anyway, so you're quilting as you go in this sense, but then also, once you've pieced them together, you can take the really portable, if you pop one in your bag and you've got some time, you can add extra quilting.
Extra quilting to it, because you wouldn't want to do this bit by hand, really, would you?
No, but the next bit you could add some lovely hand quilting and things, or extra machine quilting.
But what's good about it is you're only ever going to have a 12-inch square at this point under your sewing machine, aren't you? So you're not going to have a whole king-size duvet trying to go underneath your sewing machine at this point.
It is really manageable.
Yeah.
So
now you've got... have you got blue in the bottom then?
I have. I've got light blue thread. So you might want to have a different colour thread on the top to the bottom. I like to bring my needle down and up again so I can pull on the top thread to bring the thread from underneath.
Right. Oh, yes.
So I've got both on one. You don't have to do that. But I just, sometimes they can catch underneath and you don't want any, so you want to limit any sort of mess on
and we
the
don't
side.
need a walking foot for this then?
You do need a walking foot. I've not put a walking foot on, have I? It's because my sewing machine has an integrated walking foot.
Oh, excuse me. An integrated walking foot? You just press a button?
It's just, yes, you can put the feature down.
Would you like to put a walking foot on it? Right, while you do that, then I'm going to talk through the fabrics, if that's right. Sorry, I didn't mean to question your skill there, but I just suddenly thought we always go on about it's very important to have a walking foot.
It is really important to have a walking foot. It's a good job you're here, John.
Right, OK, I'm just putting the iron away. Oh, please be aware to check out your basket on the kit, because it's going very, very fast. Right, bundles. So, in this one... you get 3 solid Macawa solids, and you get 2 Dashwood patterns, right? What you get, I'll waft it out a bit. Deep orchid, 1/2 metre. Peacock fabric, 1/2 metre. Pumpkin, 1/2 metre. Mandala, 1.5 metres. And cornflower blue, 1.5 metres. So 1.5, 1.5, half, half. So that's 4.5 metres you're getting for £39.95. All fabulous quality. Now, do you know what? You don't have to be making this quilt for this. These would be lovely for your stash, wouldn't they? 1.5 metres, you get to... I'll put my hand down there. 1.5 metres, you get to this one. 1.5 metres, you get to the cornflower. 1/2 metre of the pumpkin, 1/2 metre of the deep orchid, and 1/2 metre of the peacock fabric there for £39.95. Beautiful, summery, bright colours. But again, you don't need to use them together. We've put them into a bundle for you because we know, because if you look on here, oh, hang on, I'll put my finger up here. You've got orange flowers, you've got pink flowers. Look, they're going to go beautifully. All the colours are toning in so beautifully, aren't they? You maybe aren't going to make this patchwork. Maybe you're going to make cushions. Maybe you're going to make a kneeling pad. Maybe you're going to make, you know, all sorts of things, right? I don't know why I said a kneeling pad then. Oh, I know why it is, because I went into a garden centre yesterday and I saw kneeling pads and I thought, well, I should get one of those for Hannah because she's just started doing her garden at home. But I'm not. She's bought loads of seeds, but she hasn't planted them yet. Anyway, that is bundled there. That's the Dashwood Distant Dreams Peacock and Solids bundle for £39.95. Then this one, that's one Joe chose to use. Then this one here, we have, it's really, really very different. Very, very different. So you get 1.5 metres. Oh, I've got this right. Yeah, 1.5 metres of the forest fruits. 1.5 metres of butterfly, 0.5 metre of diamonds, 0.5 metre of dark blue, and 0.5 metre of fuchsia. Is that right? There you go. See, my memories, they say do exercises when you get older, don't they, to make sure your brain works. It's working with Hannah, that's what it is. Keeps my brain on the go for... Anyway, I love that. I love that. Again, look how beautifully the colours all go together. £39.95. You know the quality. You know the quality of Dashwood. You know the quality of Macau. Right, let me put the ironing pad back out because Joe's sewing. Right, where are you sewing then? Where are you sewing, Joe?
I'm joining this pink triangle on. But you need to...
So you've gone right through all the layers, but you've got... Now you haven't stitched right to the end then. Can we have a look at that?
You can stitch right to the end.
Oh, okay, you can.
I haven't gone right to the end, only because I want the seams to match up on the back as much as possible.
Oh, of course, because you're also doing a decorative stitch at the same time as doing a utility stitch.
Yeah, the reverse will be visible.
Oh, sorry, Joe, I've got an announcement to make. Quilt-As-You-Go. Check out your baskets. OK, right, OK, what it is now, if you're going on the web to buy this, it will say out of stock because people have got it in their basket and haven't checked out, you see. So what you need to do, you need to ring the call centre, 0800 112 44 33, or check out your basket, and then that'll be it. So
once that's been stitched, and you need a 1/4 inch seam, don't take any more. Precise, yes. And then once fold that back, and then finger press this seam.
I was going to say, I read on the instructions there that having the starch, the 2 layers of starch on, helps to finger press it. So I thought, why would you want to finger press? But I understand that because you wouldn't want to put this under the iron as it is, would you? You just want to finger press that.
Yes. Yeah. You just want to make sure that's folded back and it fits within the lines. Like that. So I will... OK,
so now where's number 3 then?
I think it's opposite. Is it there? So it's the opposite corner.
Oh, yeah, that was at 8 to me without my glasses on. Yeah, so the other diagonal. The fabrics, these are the fabrics here. The peacock fabric is at the top there, £39.95. And then the starch, which I've put away, is at the bottom of the screen. £4.95. Do you know what? I think... I used to pay that much for a can of the one with the little red bird with the red breast. No, not a red bird, little bird with the red breast. I think I used to pay that much for a tin of it when I used to buy it. Anyway, that's by the by.
I have one that it flakes, but this is really nice.
No, that old-fashioned one, you'd be like dandruff all around your bedroom when you've been ironing with them and everything. Oh, it could have been dandruff. This doesn't flake. This doesn't flake. It says here, no flaking, no G. Do you listen to that, Steve, right in the afternoon? No G, no flaking. On a Friday, does, what's it called? Serious jocking. Serious jocking, no G. No clogging, no flaking, no residue, and completely acid-free. So now you're sewing on number 3, yeah?
I am. So I'll try and speed this up a bit. So
you do what?
Speed up a bit so that we get a bit further.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm not taking too much time this morning. Ooh,
I'll do that.
Pins about, sorry.
You've got 21 minutes.
I want to fly.
Right, over half the stock of the starch is gone. I'm down to very, very... there's only 3 Rachel the Rulers left, the small one. And no, we must start calling them the creative grids. I nearly said something else then. There's only 3 of these left at the moment as well. If Rachel the Ruler's watching, we need some more of these, please, Rach. Going around across the bottom of the screen, £14.95. If you want to know the details of the bigger ruler, I'll bring that to you in a second. Right, so where's number 4 then? That'll be the other corner, is it? There.
Okay, so this one, is it?
Oh, I see an issue about to happen.
I'm flapping now because I forgot the walking foot.
Because you forgot what?
I forgot the walking foot.
Oh, don't flap.
It's thrown me.
Oh, no. Don't go all funny on me. We've got a big day tomorrow. You've still got a... What is it? Not a donkey. What are you making for tomorrow?
Unicorn.
A unicorn. A unicorn for tomorrow. A wonky... It'll be a wonky donkey.
It's essentially...
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
It's a donkey.
We're very excited about
outfit,
tomorrow. We're excited about today's show as well, but we also know what we're doing tomorrow. The whole weekend's fantastic. The whole weekend is fantastic. And Joe's here all weekend. Aren't you, Joe?
I am. Right, I'm not going to bring the thread up now. I'm just going to whiz through this so that I can get on to the next sections.
So now, have you matched, excuse me, where you've started the stitching and finished the stitching? Do they join up with the one that finishes on that one there?
Hopefully, there or thereabouts.
Okay. Oh, yeah, perfect.
So it should...
That's because you didn't bring it through to the other side, isn't it?
So.
Finger press it into place. Oh, no, I think I'd quite like to do this. This is, I'm finding this quite exhilarating.
It comes together really quickly. You
Yes.
do get sort of instant results. Thank you.
When you cut your peacocks out, did you fussy cut then?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I selected a peacock to fit in
I
the
just
centre.
like saying that.
Fussy cut.
Yeah. It's like, I can't remember, my model Sheila, where I work, there's a model called Sheila, and she says things like, oh, I can't remember, but she uses the word fancy all the time. A little bit of fancy. It's got a little bit of fancy, this one, John. It's like fussy cutting, isn't it?
It is. Right.
Yes, so it's a little bit of fancy. Fussy cutting, a little bit of fancy. They're technical terms.
Everybody likes a little bit of fancy.
Do they?
I think so. Or is it just me?
It's just you. You had a phone call yet about the sheep quilt?
I've not, no.
Oh, okay.
Is that... have you put a word in?
Yeah, we certainly have. Yeah. So I've insisted on that show. Me and Hannah have insisted on that show and the Budgie show.
And the budget.
Yeah. So you might be stuck with us quite a lot in the future, I'm afraid. Oh, but it might be when Hannah's on holiday. She's going cycling in Cuba. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, it's definitely when she comes back. So sorry.
So I'm rushing through this a bit. You do want... That's probably come up a bit short, so I might reposition that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Take that one off. But, there we go. Don't need to pin in the middle.
OK, so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So then number 6 is that one across there.
And this is one of our pre-pieced
Yes.
sections. So we want to line up the points, but also the seam lines up with the
Yes.
dotted line there. Pin this in place. Take the pin out from underneath. Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry, you've now got too many pins.
Just in case I sew through it.
Beautiful fabrics up there. Great for summer quilts, great for anything, really. Even if you're not doing this. I'll show you through them again in a second. We'll just get to the next stage on this one. So they do the short ones before they do the long ones, is that right?
Yes, the long ones go on last of all.
OK.
On the sides.
But you can have a block quite quickly, aren't you?
You do. It comes
like
together
this.
really quickly, and you can add quilting once it's all joined together. You can add extra quilting and really go for some fancy quilting.
So this is where you could take it on the go, take it on the train with you, or the bus with you, or something like that, and just
Because it roll up quite nicely and fit in the tote. So I've got one on there. Put the other one on.
Hannah's saying you get one block done, one day, and then you don't look at it again for a couple of weeks because your life's too busy. Then you know it's all there together and ready to go. That's Hannah's life for you, everybody.
I like a project you can pick up and put down as and when. Right.
Yeah, she don't lose anything. She always loses stuff.
Yeah, I now have separate sorts of trays for everything.
Yes.
Stacks of boxes with part
It takes a
projects
while
in.
to learn that, though, doesn't it, really, in life? It's like my receipts and things like that. I now have specific places for all my receipts to go to. Otherwise, especially this time of year, the end of the financial year, you're looking everywhere for everything, aren't you?
You need to have lost them a few times to really know the benefits of them.
Well, that said with some bitterness. Though.
Yeah, there's some experience in there. Take that out.
No, it's got. No, I don't have to send. I don't send my tax returns to work, Hannah. She's saying, "Oh no, I don't think they want your tax returns just yet, John." I'm like, I don't send them here. No, it doesn't affect me at all, Hannah. Thank you very much for worrying, but it doesn't affect me at all.
And then we want to do the same.
Oh look, you see, it's there, nearly there already.
It really does come together quickly once you've got everything pressed and ready to go.
These would make nice placemats, wouldn't they? If you've got a garden, I have, you know, on the table in the garden. I went looking at garden furniture today. It's so expensive, isn't it? I really want a sofa in my garden, but they're just... And then I saw one of those things that we used to have when we were little, which is like a swing with a canopy over the top. And I thought, oh. I can't imagine Norman and Ellie trying to get off that. They're my cats, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what my cat would make of a swing. There we go. It sits in many trucks.
We've got plenty of time, but I'm intrigued of how you join them together. Because you don't you wouldn't just do that, would you? Because that would be wrong.
You need
would it? Oh, well, anyway, you need one. Sorry.
Do you want to have a look at the way...
No, I'm happy to wait. Oh, you've already done one here.
I have.
Oh. You see, because if it was a normal quilt... I'd say normal. Not a quilt on you go. Anyway, I'll wait for the expert. Oh, somebody wants to see the other ruler. I'll do that now for you. You're all right, sewing there.
I am.
Oh, OK, very quickly. Limited. Oh, that one. Right, so the 6-inch one, there's only one. Can I say that? There's one left. We'll get more in. Rachel, I've only got one of those left, my love, at the moment, so I'd like some more of that. She might not be in on us, actually. Then there's this big ruler. Someone did this also by Creative Grids. Do you know what I might just do? I might just put some fabric behind it so you can see it. There you go. So you can see how it... Make sure I haven't got the light in there. This one's £31.95. 21. Oh, there you go. £31.95. It's the non-slip rectangle, 21.6 by 62 centimetres, or 8.5 by 28, 4.5. £31.95. It's lovely. They're really lovely, these rulers. Non-slip. There's a name for them, isn't there? Resin, non-slip, nodules, I'm calling them. Black and white marking, so you can see your inch, your half inch, your quarter inch, 3/4 inch. £31.95. I'll put that fabric back because it belongs to a bundle over there. The bundle that Jo has used is this one. It's the peacock one. If you have a quick look, it's the still here. So you get 1.5 metres of the mandala. You get 1.5 metres of the cornflower. You get 1/2 metre of the dark orchid. You get 1/2 metre of the pumpkin, and you get 1/2 metre of the peacocks. I was going to call them butterflies then. The peacocks, right? The other bundle. Oh, sorry. £39.95. That was the graphics for that last bundle. And I'll show you the other one in a second. Oh, there's the other one. So in this one, which is the other bundle, you get forest fruits, you get 1.5 metres, you get butterflies 1.5 metres, you get diamonds 1/2 metre, you get dark blue 1/2 metre, and you get fuchsia 1/2 metre. I love that diamonds fabric there. £39.95. Brilliant stash builders. Now, I would say that the peacock one is very summer, and I'd say the one you're seeing there is summer transitional into autumn, personally. Just as, you know. Would you agree?
I would.
I thought you were wearing your pattern blouse today. Is that tomorrow?
Yes.
Right then.
I bumped it down the list today.
Oh, OK.
So there we go.
Oh, isn't that fantastic? You've got a block already.
You just want to really finger press.
But at this point, you could press it, couldn't you, as well?
You could very lightly. You need to be really careful though, because you don't want to lose any of the nice sort of squidginess.
Oh, I see. And also, but at this point, you could also, this is where you could do extra quilting, because at the moment you've only got quilt lines, which you can't see on this side at all, can you? You've only got the quilt lines where you've sewn the stitches.
You have, and it's quite a simple.
Yes.
I've got all my stitch.
Would you then put another one right round the edge or not?
Well, for these...
Oh, I see. You did more.
I did. I followed, so for shown here, the outline of the star.
Right.
I went around the square, the central square, and then carried on, and then did around.
And did you start at the centre, even though it's a small one?
I did. I started there, actually. And because it's all really well sandwiched together, I just stitched all the way around there and then carried on. So finished pretty much in the same
and you used
spot.
that contrast colour on that one, I see.
I did. I went for a pink, so I thought it would show up a bit better. But you could add any sort of design. You could add some hand quilting.
Yeah, but this
really
is the one that
elaborate.
you could then take on the train, couldn't you? And you could just do some... You could almost quilt the feathers on the peacock and things like that, couldn't you?
You could. It'd be beautiful to pick out all the detail, I think.
Yes, and then the mandalas in the mandala fabric. Oh, that'd be lovely. Anyway, so if we've got one square like that, I'm intrigued now how you joined them together. Is that the next stage, or have you got something else? Show me something else.
Once you've quilted it, zigzag around the edge.
Yes.
And then you need to trim them up. And it does say in there how to trim them up. I'll trim whilst this isn't quilted and hasn't had the extra zigzag line around the outside.
OK. While you cut... where do you cut?
Trim away the excess...
Of the blue?
Of the blue, so that it's the same.
But you leave the wadding where it is? You don't cut the wadding back to the orange?
This is the finished...
Once you've finished everything?
Once you've done.
OK. Tells you all this on the instructions. I need to warn you, this is limited now. The starch is limited. Very, 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 very limited. Going across the bottom, there's £4.95 for 6 ounces or 170 millilitres. And also there, you've got all the instructions in the background. The what, sorry? The Quilt-As-You-Go has sold out. Just showing the instructions of how Joe was... we promise we'll ask for more. We promise we'll ask for more. People missed out. People have missed out on that one.
And then the technique from this point, once you then trim, which is... It seemed odd to me to do it this way, but you would trim a ½ inch from the side.
Oh, now?
Yes, so you want it to get to... I mean, it's all in instructions, but you want it to get to that point.
Right, why didn't you just cut it off to ½ inch then rather than do the blue and the... I'm asking... it's not your fault, it's the...
Well, no, I could have done... I'd just like to neaten it up and do it stage by stage, because otherwise you're using the batting edge to measure from.
Oh, OK.
And it just is a little bit easier if it's done like this. And then with your ruler, you need to... Once you've trimmed it to size, you need to draw... Where's the pen?
Using your erasable pen. I might have to... Shall I move the little ruler? Is that one gone? Oh, there's still one there. Leave that then. Sorry.
So ½ inch. You need to draw ½ inch from the edge. So you've got a line there to work from. Can you see it's come up just about?
Yeah.
You need to do that on the back and the front. So I'll do one on this side so we can see. And this is your positioning line for your sash strips. Have we got the time for me to...
Yeah, look, you've got loads of time, don't we? So these are called sash strips, the bits that go in between the blocks?
Yes.
OK.
So this front one is a 2-inch, I think, strip.
Oh, they're different sizes?
Yes, and the back one, I'll turn this over so hopefully this becomes more clear. You take one block at a time and you want to press this in half.
That little ruler's sold out now.
So when this is pressed in half...
I've sold out.
Is that it? It's gone now.
Right, hang on. Join the blocks with sashing. You need 3 2x14-inch strips. Oh, you need loads. But yes, some are 2 inches and some are 3.5 inches and some are 2.5 inches. But anyway.
The 3.5 you want to press in half, like that, wrong sides together. And then using the lines you've marked from the edge, you want to pin.
Like a binding?
It is sort of a binding. No, this is all explained on the
Yeah, so you're
video
sewing
clip.
on this one here,
Yes.
So
well, actually, you sew both on at the same time.
Oh, at the same
it's
time?
very much in a similar way.
Oh, so you're going to sandwich like this. So on the back, you've got the folded one that you're pinning in now.
So pin it this way,
Yeah.
so your pins are largely out of the way for when you sew. I'd use more pins than that, but just to show.
But then at the same time, on the because you've marked, that's why you've marked the line on both sides.
You've marked the lines on both sides, so you've got the same.
But this time,
you pin that one.
Now
again.
the line that you've marked, is that your sewing line or where you put the fabric line?
That's the raw edge line. It's where you match.
That's
it's
good.
not
That's
the
good.
sewing line.
Right. Okay.
Because you want some extra batting here where they join, so that you've not got an empty join.
Yes.
You've not got quilted sections and then sort of channels that are empty.
Oh yeah, because that'd be dreadful. Oh no, but Hannah did say if you didn't put quilting in, that'd be easy to fold. If you're making a big duvet, so her thought was, oh, you could fold it down those lines.
It would fold really, really nicely.
But it'd be a bit odd because you'd have 12-inch squares of solids, and then in between you'd have bits that moved.
Yeah, it'd be like pillows or.
Yeah, it's because she's got nowhere to store anything. She's thinking of,
And then sew along there, so you'll sew both. Because the lines are marked on both sides, you should be sewing and catching both in.
Is that a 1/4 inch in again?
1/4 inch, yes.
Okay.
So then, and then you want to sew.
So that's the stage we've got to now then, if we move that one out of the way.
The other block doesn't have the folded piece joined. That just has the matched up to the line and is sewn onto the other side of the 2 inch. I think it's 2 or 2.5 inch strip. So they're joined, and then, as you can see, they sort of meet. So you've got some wadding in the centre.
It's like when you do that thing when you put a zip in and you sew the seam together and then put the zip in. This is the same thing. So those are going to meet to create your padding in between your two blocks.
They will. And then this, it says you can either add fusible tape, so iron on.
Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze then. I do apologise.
Or you can just whip stitch down there.
Oh, you'd hand stitch that then? You wouldn't machine down there?
No, because then you'd have machine stitching on one side that went all the way through.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be symmetrical.
No, okay. But what you could do, this is just me. No. If you machine that one in, you've got a machine line there, you could just match it with the machine line on that side there.
You could echo it, couldn't you?
Echo, that's the word I'm looking for. Use your echo foot.
So then when they're joined together, and you would join the other sections together in the same...
So now, does it say if there's a particular order to put them in? Because the lady with the bad top on the internet, she made long strips first. Wasn't it? Was that right, Hannah? She made long strips and then joined the long strips together, whereas you're making a bigger square. Depends what you're making, I suppose.
I think it does. There's a list of what to cut out before you start. So I join them in pairs and then join them to make the 2x3 one. I need to add as well, I did put this on the wrong side, but I had the pen lines on it. That's why I pinned this one to this side. If I was joining it to that one, it would need to be that side.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd have a wonky peacock.
You have a chicken. Look, it's not a chicken. Turkey.
Peacock.
Spray sold out. Sorry. We will be ordering more. Don't worry, we'll be ordering more. Peacock. Peacock's a chicken or a turkey. It's a peacock. Yeah. So just double check as you're doing them.
You get the idea of how it would. Just put that on to give an impression. But they sew up really quickly, and I think you do get the idea of the finished quilt a block at a time.
It's a fantastic idea.
It is. It's really clever.
To be honest, when I opened it, when I looked at it, was it yesterday or today? Oh no, when we were in the other day, we were prepping the other day, and I was like going, oh, and I thought, why would you do that? I can now see why you do that. I can now totally and utterly see. We're going to have to order more of those in, definitely. Right, how long have I got? I've got a couple of minutes. We'll just go through the fabrics again. Now, the fabrics that you used, I'm just going to put the iron in there. Have a look at the still while I tidy up. The fabrics that you used with these, really, really lovely. I might get them out a little bit. Let me just move you over there a little bit. Right, so what you get in this one, how long have I got? I've got a few minutes, haven't I? Yeah. So... now, don't look at the size of the pieces that I've got because they will be different. This one's right. You get 1/2 metre of the deep orchid. There you go, 1/2 metre of the deep orchid. You get 1/2 metre of these beautiful peacocks. Really nice to do your quilting on that and everything, wouldn't you? Do you know what? That'd look lovely. If you're going to use that for something else, if you embroidered... if you did like doing embroidery, wouldn't it be lovely if you could? It's like not like crewel work, but you know, pick up the feathers, pick up the little flowers, and just embroider in them. You also get 1/2 metre of the pumpkin, which is gorgeous. We love this colour. Pumpkin there. Then you get 1.5 metres of the mandala, which we love. We love that, and it's like almost like hand. It isn't hand drawn, obviously, but it's like taken little motifs that hand drawn. So you get 1.5 metres of that one, and you get 1.5 metres of the cornflower. These are the Macau Spectrum Solids, remember? So you get 1.5 metres, 1.5 metres. Oh, I was going to put this in shot for you. 1/2 metre, 1/2 metre, 1/2 metre. That's the Dashwood Distant Dreams Peacocks and Solids bundle for £39.95. Right, just fold that one up for Jay. Oh, thank you for the superb guest so far today, says Pippa. Her first ever quilt she made was a Quilt-As-You-Go. Thank you, Pippa, for letting us know. Right, then this one, you get forest. It got very cold, hasn't it?
It's gone a bit chilly.
Forest fruit, you get 1.5 metres. Butterfly, now we haven't really looked at this fabric properly, but this is lovely. Butterfly, you get 1.5 metres. We like that. Nice. Now just look at that one from the top before I put the next ones on. There you go. And then these, you get fuchsia, you get 1/2 metre. See, they all go so well together. We've done the hard work for you, really, haven't we? There's the fuchsia. There's the dark blue. It's not navy, it's dark blue. And then look at this one. I love this one. You get 1/2 metre of diamonds. I think that's lovely. I think that's really, really lovely. Gorgeous collection of colours in there as well, isn't there?
It is. It would work so nicely for one of these.
Would work. It would work well with both those, wouldn't it? Now, what were you going to... Weren't you going to send me something to go over with, but never mind. You're back in an hour's time.
I am.
What you doing?
A little bit of EPP.
Oh, yes, it's lovely. Oh, you're going to love it. A little bit of English paper piecing, but really lovely with K-facet fabrics. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And they're not fiddly little ones like this. They're big ones, aren't they? So don't miss that. That's in an hour's time. Mandy Shaw's up next, doing more of her gorgeousness. We're going to do a brand new bag. Got a brand new bag. We've got this. You know the collectible hearts. We've got a brand new collectible heart, red work stitching on it, especially for us today, and a book, best-selling book. We're very excited. Are we about to go home? 10. I've got 10. I couldn't hear anyone. That was so. No, it's all right. Hannah's getting all excited, you see. 3 minutes' time, Mandy Shaw. An hour's time, Joe. See you then.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
My sewing style is neat country. So I love quirky, whimsical things like animals and little fairies and dolls and bears and things, but it's quite neat. I can free machine quilt beautifully, but I like neat blanket stitching. So I either do it with a machine that does blanket stitching, or I do it by hand. So neat country is my style. And I love John James English needles, and I adore chenille 24. Short, sharp, large eye for threading threads through. Without a needle, I was stuck on the motorway once with everything in the car with no needle, and I couldn't sew a thing. You can't sew, can you, without a needle? Unfortunately, the best sewing advice I've ever been given, which doesn't really go with my personality, is that accurate 1/4 inch seam allowance that you need for patchwork and quilting. I love to be a little bit free and wild, but if you don't stitch with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, nothing fits. So unfortunately, the best sewing advice is to be accurate with your 1/4 inch seam allowance. A very proud fact about myself, non-sewing related, is that I was a games maker for the Olympics. I was, at the time when we were building the stadiums things and nothing was going to be on time, the press was full of negativity, I was determined that anybody who came in contact with me at the Olympic Games would have a smile, receive a smile and have have good customer service, and I enjoyed every second of it. I was at the Greenwich Park on the equestrian, and I was so proud to be a games maker.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
We have had so many messages today about the little hearts. It seems lots and lots and lots of you collect Mandy Shaw hearts like this. Now, in my lounge, I've got a feng shui tree that I've got little hearts hanging from. So I know where these three are going when I go home today. Aren't they lovely? This is exclusive to Sewing Quarter. Home, sweet home. Brand new, brand new, brand new. £16.95. We've got the kit. I'll take you through it all in a minute. I'll take the hearts over with me, but what we're going to... I've got so much. I'll come back for that. Let's just get started. Let's just get started, shall we? Because there's so much to do, isn't there?
I've made a mess.
Already?
Yeah.
Right, what are we going to do? We're doing those first. I'll put those in front of you.
We're going to do those first.
Right,
okay.
Best-selling book as well, by the way. Best-selling book. Right, let me just put it's coming up. Right, so we're starting with, what are we going to do? So we're doing bucket bags, we're doing sewing accessories, and we're doing hearts this
that'll
hour.
Be stunning.
That'll be a good hour then, won't it? So, now, these, I love this. Absolutely love it.
They're so versatile, it's unbelievable. I've made one out of oilcloth.
Yes.
So this is for babies, makeup, nappies, makeup brushes, all that sort of stuff.
Oh.
Or it can be for your sewing accessories, but it would be perfect for makeup and babies and things.
Yes.
And this one is a sewing one, so it's got pockets inside
right,
and
let's just
out.
talk about that one first of all, because we're not making this one.
No, we're going to make
that
it's exactly the same principle with a few. Just got to watch your measurements when you make this one. It's slightly different, but exactly the same principle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Hannah loves this because the sewing 100 metres badge.
Oh, yes.
Reminds her of her school days. I love
The fabric.
I mean, I love the blue cambric on the outside, but that is just exquisite. And that all comes in this kit, doesn't it? Everything comes.
Absolutely everything you need to make is in the kit.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So that one, it's only, you need to put your prices up. £24.95. All that work.
Well, it's easy.
I know, but I meant all your work with the lovely ribbons you've chosen, the gorgeous fabrics you've chosen,
we
everything.
want to give a good value to our
Well, you certainly do. You certainly do. Let me put that one in there. That's fantastic. Oh, there you go. That's everything you get, look, for £24.95
yes,
there.
right.
So the one we're going to make is
this.
You see, now, I don't know if you know, I used to work in the film industry. And when you go to set, when you're looking after actors, you go to set, the makeup girls always had one of these. And they had, you know, so when they're doing their touch-ups just before, they've got the brushes and they can run in and do all this. And they keep everything. This would be perfect.
Don't they do that for you here, then?
I'm lucky if I get a cup of tea made for me here, I tell you.
So this is exactly the same principle as the sewing one, but my daughter thought it would be great to use for her baby, and some then said, well, but Mel, who works with me, said it would be great for her makeup.
Yes,
so,
makeup, brilliant. Now, this brand new fabric for this,
yes, it's a Moda fabric.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful oilcloth. It's a thicker weight. It's not the fine weight. So
yes.
I'm going to give you a few tips on how to sew it.
Oh yes,
and this is brand spanking new Moda fabric.
That's beautiful.
Well.
Okay, now again in the kit. Yeah. You get everything. Oh, you have a look here. Rather than me open this one, you get everything in the kit. £26.95. You get the outer fabric, the inner fabric, the instructions, and the ribbon. And Mandy's expertise and love and care. So now there must be lots of tips about, because a lot of people will be frightened about using.
Yes, don't be frightened. Just don't be frightened.
Okay,
don't be frightened. And there are one or two little tips I want to give you. You just need a fresh new sewing machine needle in there, preferably a 16. Is that a 90 or is that 100?
I think it was 100.
It's 100.
I'm sure.
So just put a thicker needle in your sewing machine. Ordinary.
But you don't need a special. You don't need to put a leather needle or a specialist needle. Just a thicker needle.
Ordinary needle in there. And it's no problem whatsoever. I'll show you. You can get for your some of your sewing machines, a Teflon coated foot, which is a non-stick foot. But actually, all I do is get a bit of furniture polish, you know, so you can follow, and put it on a cloth and just wipe your sewing machine over, and that helps. But actually, I've never had any problems.
Do you mean the furniture polish like a psh? Like Mr. or a sh? One of those? Yeah. Okay, got that.
Yeah. I pledge my allegiance to you. I pledge my allegiance.
That was very clever, Mrs. Sheen.
Oh, I'm getting good at this.
Look, and we're not showing. This is the one. This is the one that we're not making. But lots of people are asking about that. You can't really see it behind the graphics there very much. It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Right, OK, but we're making the oilcloth one now.
Yes, but they're both made in the same way, but there are a few quirkinesses about different ones. So the patterns will read slightly differently because obviously we're appliquing the denim one and we're not doing anything to this one. So when you're using oilcloth, do as least, you know, don't make it too fancy. Yeah, I was going to say, because you don't want to put too many holes in oilcloth, do you? No, we don't want any holes. So what we're going to do is quite lovely. I've vaguely prepped it. So it's a strange little thing. It's typical of me and my strange little life with sewing. Yes. Because I work things out in my head and then you've got to follow me, which is... So you've got a pattern piece. There's your pattern piece, OK. Which comes in the kit. It comes in the kit, full size. And it says down here, extend this line by 11 inches. So we're going to extend this pattern piece by 11. But when you come to do the denim, because the denim's not quite so wide as this, it'll be a different size. So OK. So we're going to extend this by 11 inches, OK. But there's enough fabric in there to do this. Oh, gosh, absolutely. Loads. And it also says place on the fold. Right. So you're going to cut it out. I've already sewed a bit of it. So you're going to fold your fabric in half. Make sure you place the right one on the fold. Because one's wider than the other to allow the seam allowances. And then to extend it by 11, I already have done that and folded it. And folded it back, yes. So that's the first thing. It's very easy to do that. Yes. So just make sure you do place that side on the fold because I've allowed a seam allowance on that side there. Well, I've got a quick question that people ask. We always tell people never use your cutting shears on anything but fabrics. Did you use craft scissors or did you use your cutting shears? I use whatever I have at hand. OK. Yes, we won't go down that. OK, thanks. But obviously you need to use your nice crafting shears, I suggest. Yes. But I use whatever I have at hand, and it could be nail scissors. OK, fine. Yes, but I don't think it's fabric. We're class it as fabric. Yeah. OK. So the first bit of instructions will tell you to fold, I think 8 1/4 inches, I do believe it is, down. OK, so if you look at that, if you've got that little picture in your head, that's what the picture in the diagram shows you. I'll show you the diagram where I am. Here's your diagram picture here, and it's folded down here. It's folded down. Right. OK. So the diagrams will be slightly different because the denim one will have more intricacies on. We haven't got any intricacies on this. Oh, of course, because you've got all the ribbon work going on inside. So what you're going to do is you're going to mark 4 inches down from the folded edge and you're going to sew a line right across here. Oh, OK. So I've sewn that one for you. I will sew some. You can't mark it very easily because it's PVC, so I suggest you use a white cloth marker. I can just about see where I'm... Yeah, we've got those on the website. Yeah, I can just about... So which bit... That bit you folded back? So don't worry for a second, because you'll see now. You'll see in 1 second. So you obviously can't pin this. No. So we go to our little purse and open our purse up. That's a sweet little purse. Which we'll be making next time I'm on. OK. Just test it. Have we got you booked already? Yes, we have, actually. Oh, good, good. I'm back monthly now. Oh, OK, good. I'm back. I had a little detour. Yes. To the continent. But I'm going off to America at some point. I am. Right. And I'm going to Italy. Oh, Italy first? Yes, Italy first. OK, so that's very good. So that's the seam. So watch this. Right, I'm watching. So flip it over. Let me turn it around. That will be your first pocket. Now, you can't, can you? You know we can't pin this. Yes. So we have to be very brave. And also, because we can't pin it, and it's thick and stiff and things, it doesn't move anyway. Yes. So really, you just need to sort of give it a jolly good finger press. And if you haven't got these wonderful clips... We sell those wonderful clips. We don't sell the red ones. Ours are green. That's fine. I'm not keen on green. Never mind. I like pink or red. But if you haven't got one to clips, guess what we're going to use? No, hang on. I've got to ask you a question. Have you got the jumbo ones? No, I haven't. Oh, right. There's a jumbo one appeared in my kitchen drawer, and I don't know where it's come from. I didn't give it to you, did I? No, but we just... overnight. No, but we sell them, but it's not the colour that we sell, so I've got no idea where it's come from. Anyway, moving on. Okay, move on. And so if you haven't got these, you can use paper clips.
Oh, yes.
Paper clips.
I wonder what you're going to say then.
Paper clips. So what we're going to do is, just hope the machine's going to do beautifully for me. Of course, the only disadvantage of stitching on top of your PVC or your oil, it vaguely sticks. So we increase our stitch length.
Right.
So we will increase our stitch length to, say, 2.4. 2.4.
Which is what I can't see you see behind that.
And then also what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little help.
Right.
So you might just have to move it forward.
Right.
Because I haven't got any polish on here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm just going to make sure I can see my line.
But you go in the cleaner's cupboard if you like. Oh, no, it's locked to the weekends.
Oh,
This
no,
is
it's
what's
locked
happening in the
to
cleaner's
the
cupboard.
So you'll see, just as long as I threaded the machine up, and I've still got my clogs. Oh, I've lost my foot.
No, it's there, just pull in.
Sorry about that. And you'll just see, I'm going to reverse. So you see it stitches, no problem.
But you're just easing it through.
Yeah, actually I am, but you don't actually have to. It's not a problem. You people are frightened of it, but it's not going to be frightened of. You just can't scrunch it up underneath.
No.
So I'm just doing some pockets. I have got measurements for these pockets on the pattern, so don't worry, you'll see. I'm just helping it along a little bit, but it's fine. So it's fine, reverse and cut. So you'll see it's a very clever little thing, because it's we've made and lined the pockets all in one. And we've just got a little bit of tweaking to do.
And you've got the finished edge and everything, because you fold it up and everything.
So, of course, if you're using, obviously, denim, you can do really gorgeous top stitching and all sorts of things, but we're not going to attempt any of that here.
No.
I'll just go over to this one here. And what I'd marked with a chalk pencil, but I have marked in the past with a pencil or a pen, thinking I could wipe it off, and that wasn't that successful, so be careful.
I've got two announcements to make. First one is... half the stock... Oh, excuse me, a little hiccup there. Half the stock of the denim has gone already. And we've only shown it. That's that one there.
It's a lovely little thing. You'll see in a second I've made it. I've nearly finished it. You won't believe how quick it is.
OK.
So watch this, look at this.
Beautiful fabrics inside. The other thing is... Hannah's saying, thank you so much for all the amazing pictures you've sent in of products you've made of Mandy's.
Wow.
What we'll do is, we won't have time to do it today, but next time Mandy's in, we'll create a little 5-minute space. We'll have like a Mandy's vision on, and we'll have them flicking through. So we'll do that next time Mandy's on, and I'll get Hannah to write that down in the shift report.
It's lovely that they do that for us.
Oh, no, it's brilliant. We did a Mother's Day show, and a pet show, dog show and a cat show recently. We said, send in your pictures, thinking we get 1 or 2 pictures. We were so chuffed by how many pictures people sent in of their mums, things they'd made for their mums, their cats, their dogs. For someone so new, we were thinking, we're only new, we'll get a couple of pictures. Hannah was inundated. She thought she was going to have a meltdown.
People love to watch craft at home on TV.
Yes.
They really do.
Well, especially when it's done well.
Yeah, well, actually, and absolutely, when they've got time for a few of these. I know we can't show everything that we do, but it's a time for these. What I'm just doing is... I've done the lining the same. I've done exactly the same.
With the fold as well?
Yeah, exactly the same, no different whatsoever. And I have just put a handle on one side only. I've just sewn the handle on that side only.
OK.
I haven't done it on both because I want to stitch that beautifully.
Oh, yes, because it'll all be like that, wouldn't it, if it was on both sides?
So let's get this baby in here. So obviously you can't stitch over your clips, but of course you cannot pin.
No.
You cannot pin your oilcloth. So it just helps. I love little gadgets as well, and I like little purses and little gadgets.
I'd never have guessed.
You'll never guess. You won't believe what I had a dilemma to decide which bags was I going to bring with me. So don't sew across the top of that one.
Oh no, because you've got to put the handle in there.
In a second. So I think the only struggle you have, if you call it a struggle, is the you can't scrunch it under your sewing machine.
No. But then you keep it all flat anyway. It's not like you're ruching or anything like that.
And also, generally speaking, you're using it vinyl side to vinyl side like I am now. So the machine's got no problem with it whatsoever.
No, of course.
Because it's thinking it's fabric on fabric on fabric. So you just stitch around it. And now I'm using a 1/2 inch seam on this because it's like our bag making days.
Yes.
A little bit bulky, and we just need to make sure that it's my clogs. It just need to make sure it's lovely and firm.
OK.
Right, OK, it's gorgeous.
All the beeping you can hear is where it's Mandy trying to press her pedal down before it's ready, and the machine's going, not yet, thank you, Mandy, not yet. Now, if you've got this in your basket, either of the bags in your basket, you do need to check out. Also, lots of people coming in for the heart already. We haven't even shown the heart yet. Lots of you coming in for the heart.
So I've sewn that. Now grab your handle.
Right.
And make sure it's not twisted. And fold it over and come out this hole. So very similar to the bag we made this morning, in a sense. Protrude it a little bit because we don't want any little mishaps in life. Look at the beautiful match.
I know, I was going to say it matches beautifully, doesn't it?
All planned.
All planned.
All planned.
Well, what is it? Something in the preparation. So there's that saying.
Oh, that's horrible. I hate that saying. Fail to prepare. Yeah, I know. But it's only because it's always fail to prepare, prepare to fail. I thought,
no, I was going to say that one, but yeah, get a life.
Get a life.
I want to know what this is.
A little poker.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now, I'm not a dressmaker.
No.
I do love making clothes.
Yes.
For children's clothes, but I don't like that snippy thing you do, because what happens to me with my ladies, that snip, 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 they snip into the stitches and they get upset.
Yes.
So what we're just going to do is take this seam allowance down.
Oh, okay.
Around the curves, okay? So just around the curves, we're just going to take it down by half, and that just creates a smaller seam and stops. And what we're going to do with our corners, John?
Cut them off.
We're going to snip off our corners, very important, so we get a really good feel.
Yeah.
And all these little preps are really important for a really good finish. And I don't want it to look home. I want it to be homemade.
Yes, but you don't
I
want
don't
it
want it to be at home like when you go to those craft fairs and you think, oh, darling.
Oh, I went to a Christmas one in the village next to
Oh,
ours,
not
thinking
that.
the advert looked really, really sumptuous,
Yes,
and I got
yeah.
there and it was like, oh.
Clowns. I love knitted clowns, and I love it. I love them. But you've got to make sure your eyes are good.
Yes.
You know, eyes are a very important thing. We had this conversation about eyes this morning.
Yes.
You just make sure they're indentated so they get a very good little... I'm just nearly there with you. Just clipping my... And this clipping lark is incredibly important. Well, it's not clipping, it's just...
Trimming.
Trimming. So there. So now, you can imagine what we're going to do. It's very exciting.
Right.
Flip it in half. Try and match
all
it.
of this in the instructions. We're whizzing along here because we've got so much to fit in, but all of this is in the instructions.
No. And actually, it's as quick as this. It is as quick as this. It is really gorgeous. It's not... Once you've cut it out and once you believe in me, because you're thinking, oh, where's she taking me?
Yes.
Do I trust her? Do trust me. Just trust me a little bit.
A little bit.
When you do linings, when we sew a lining up and we've got a lining and a main together, we're going to make sure our linings are sewn a little bit wider than our main. Does that make sense? Because linings will always end up being a bit smaller inside, aren't they? So if you make them exactly the same...
They bang.
They gap a bit. Well,
Yes.
we don't mind gaping gaps. Right, here we go. And I'm sewing across my pins very gently.
Okay.
Like soldiers, because they keep it in place for me. So when I get to a pin, I'm either slow down or take it out. Well, I don't know what to do with it then. So I just sew over them. That's it.
The one you're seeing is the bucket oilcloth flowers kit, £26.95. Brand new fabric, especially for this project for us today. If you look at the bottom, the denim bucket kit, or the bucket denim kit, that is so limited now. Absolute single figures, that one, £26.95. If you've got it in your basket, please check out, because I don't want anyone to miss out. There's nothing worse than disappointment, is there? Go on, Hannah.
We can make it again, but in different fabrics. We haven't got the right fabrics. So here we go. Ready for the big reveal?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'll do it the right way, Al, so you can just it makes you feel
Denouement.
nice. Yes.
Is that what it's called? Denouement. That's what they call it. When we used to do Poirot, used to do the costumes for Poirot, and it was always, we're going to fill the denouement today, and it was when he sits there telling everybody who he thinks has done it and who has done it.
Wow.
Just not because you like words, you might like that one.
Yeah, I'm not keen.
Not that one. Don't like that one. What was the one? You liked one earlier, though,
Oh,
didn't you?
I did.
Cinch.
Cinch. I'll be using that. So let me...
I'll write it down.
So you're going to turn it inside out beautifully.
Now, you can't iron oilcloth,
No,
can
not
you?
at all. You can't iron it at all. So this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to finish this and show you. We're going to poke out these bits here on the handle. You can't iron it, but you can manipulate it.
Yes.
So what I did to make mine gorgeous and lovely for the show, I clipped it with not safety pins, paper clips.
Yes.
And my little lovely little clips here.
Yeah.
And I let it stay there all night, clipped up. So before we turn it inside out the right way, we're going to do a sugar bag bottom. Now, because we are oilclothing here, Okay.
Oh, this is an inside
Yes.
one, because
yes,
the one we
yes,
did earlier, remember, the bottom, what do you call it, the sugar?
That's a sugar and spice bag.
Sugar and spice bag,
Yes.
but it was on the outside, remember?
Yeah.
But this time, the boxed-off bottom is on the inside of the bag.
So what I'm going to do is just fold it in half, and also, because oilcloth is really weird and strange, it was slightly shorter, but I don't really care about that either. I would, on the denim one, turn it inside out.
Right.
And make sure there's no seams in the bottom. But this one, it's not so easy to do that. So what we're going to do is sew right across the bottom. Don't worry about this, and I'll show you how we're going to finish it off. I would make sure...
You're going through everything?
Yeah, too right.
Too right.
Let's get this baby made.
No, but what I'm saying is you're going through every single layer.
Yeah. On the denim bag we won't, because we're making
yeah.
a slightly more sophisticated version, but we can't.
The instructions explain all of it, so it's fine.
So what we're going to do is put your hand inside,
yes,
squash your bottom seam to your side seam. Now, actually, this is really important you get this correct, so let's do this properly, Mandy, because I can do it with my eyes. Mark your side seam. If it's not, you haven't got a side seam there.
Oh, where it would be, where the side seam would be.
Mark it, because you've got to sit your bottom seam on your side seam. So let's just.
So if there was a side seam, that's when you normally match it up.
Yes. But so you're going to sit, squash this down, and I can feel that it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now you have choices here.
Right.
You have choices. The higher up here, the shorter you make this. So if you had it, you make a square. If you had it,
right, the way up to the pocket,
so if you make it shorter and dumpier.
Yes.
Okay? But if you wanted a long, tall thing for your makeup
if you've got brushes, exactly.
You can just do it, change the position, okay? It's like my pin's flying over.
Yes.
So this is very exciting. You have choices, okay?
Right.
So I'm just going to, and the other secret of this is just to mark where you're going to sew. I'll just do it by eye.
Do you want a ruler?
Have you got a ruler?
Oh, no, don't take it.
I can do it by eye, but I want you guys to mark, because sometimes, I know that's straight, because I'm quite good at doing this.
You've got straight through the middle of the flowers.
But if you don't mark a straight line, you get a quirky bottom, and it's not square. People who've done this before will know exactly what I mean.
Right.
You've got that already in your head. So I'm just going to mark across there. Just make sure it's nice and square. Okay. So you're going to sew that on the machine. Right.
While Mandy sews that, if you're having issues putting things in your basket, please ring the call centre. They'll help you as much as they can. 0800 112 44 33.
And I'm just going to do it in a big stitch in case I have to undo it, because I haven't done it quite correctly.
More than half of the oilcloth one's gone now as well, I'm afraid.
Let's look at that beautifully.
And single figures of the denim.
It's gorgeous. I'm flicking pins all over the place.
That's all right.
So they are.
We'll put them on eBay later as celebrity pins.
So it's gorgeous. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn inside out.
So you just leave those as they are.
You will actually stitch them down. You will actually stitch them down beautifully, and you can put a little cardboard base in the bottom.
If you want to.
But this is much easier to do it this way than try and turn it inside.
But this hasn't got a cardboard base in it, and that sits beautifully.
Yes,
so you don't. I suppose you'd more need a cardboard base in the denim one than the oilcloth one.
You would do indeed. So you just turn it inside out, and that, my darling, is it. So let's just look at that. Look at that. It's clever. I surprised myself.
Well, the thing is, though, you've had to sit at home and actually go...
I made 20 of them, yeah. They are, look at that, look. So now, so you see these little scrunchies here, what I will do with these is grab my clips...
Yes.
And overnight, I did top stitch mine, but I won't top stitch it until I've clipped them, I've given them a little... telling off and make them stay where they should.
But if you leave that overnight, they'll automatically align themselves.
Finger press them, keep finger pressing it. But actually, once I got it on the machine, it's top stitched beautifully. Yes. I was a bit nervous to top stitch it at this stage.
But it's a good quality. It's a really good quality oilcloth.
It's a beautiful. It's a high end one. It's not the cheap. Well, actually, the cheaper ones are lovely because you can still do gorgeous things with them. But these ones are just perfect.
Just need to let you know we've only got single figures of both kits now, both the bag kits down to single figures.
So I'm just going to go shopping, John.
Oh, yes.
You've got your scissors with you, darling? And what about your Spencer Well forceps?
You see, oh yes, can't go anywhere without those. You see, on the wardrobe, I said about the makeup team on set, the wardrobe team have a little kit with their kind of scissors and threads and everything like that. They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So that I would then top stitch that down by machine using 1/4 inch, but I'd give it a few hours just to stay in place.
Somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Well done. That's your oilcloth bag.
Yes, yeah.
So that's £26.95. The denim one here, £24.95. Both down to single figures. Before we move on to the next project, loads of you are coming in. We haven't even shown it to you properly yet. Because you collect these, don't you have collectors, don't you?
We must have about 20, I think, of these. And we just started off, but they're so popular. And they're great for gifts. Really love to give to a gift, as a gift. But they're lovely. I hang them on door knobs.
Yes. Oh, no, they look lovely.
Place, yeah.
I've got a couple to show you. This is this one. I'm coming back to it. Because we've got the whole sewing accessories ones to get. But that's how it is. This one's exclusive to us here at Sewing Quarter. £16.
I've got something to show you.
And 95
we actually, the iron-on transfer that's included in there can go up to six times. So you don't have to have it in red if red's not your home thing. The kit's red.
Yes.
But this is what Andy made, who works with me, and Mel did one in a dark taupe. So how gorgeous is that?
That's fantastic. We're coming back to that, hopefully, if we've got time. Because this... I've got to go and get... Have you got all the bits here?
Yeah, I've got all the bits. Well, I've not got the real bits. I've got my version of life here.
OK, hang on. I'll go and get the real bits then. Because this is incredible. What you're seeing on your screen is the heart kit there. So you get the... Oh, you've got dotty fabric on the back. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, it's got...
Dotty fabric on the back.
Yes, dotty fabric.
And the lovely muslin-y fabric on the front. And then,
everyone will have dots. The picture might show checks, but you will all have dots.
Oh, OK.
Yes,
OK, brilliant. OK, right. But in this kit...
Yes. And now this goes with your sewing case you bought last time, or any sewing box you have. So it could be for your sewing thing here.
Yes.
These are all the little accessories. Now this here is to go on the end of your scissors or on the zipper of your sewing basket. We had one.
Can I just ask first of all of these are all included in this kit?
Yes. It drove my girls insane trying to put the kit together.
Oh, I can imagine.
Just be patient.
£26.95.
Yes.
And you're getting all of this?
It's linen and it's high-quality fabric.
Yes.
So that's your little miniature spoolie doll.
Miniature spoolie doll, yes.
And that goes on the end.
Has she got a name?
Hang on, she has, and I've forgotten. It'll come back to me. Mel chose the name. It's not Bet, that's mine.
No, Bet was last month.
Bet was last month. It'll come back to me in a second.
All right, leave that be.
And then we've got this wonderful little pinky polo, which is very, very beautiful on a wooden button.
Big button on the bottom.
Yes. So this is all the things you need to take to your sewing class, and they'll all be jealous.
Of course. When we come to
Featherbed Barn. They've all got them. They've got everything.
Very rural, though, isn't it, Featherbed Barn?
Oh, it's very rural. can't find it easily much. I say, look, little scissor keeper.
You don't get the scissors with them, obviously.
No,
don't get the scissors.
Don't get jealous.
I think that's gorgeous,
very sweet. Another quirky way of making it. That's very gorgeous. And then we've got a little thumb pincushion. So if you...
No.
Oh, no.
You see, because producer Hannah, adores this.
That's in Stitch with Love book.
We'll show look at that in a second. Yeah. She adores that. But look, Hannah, one for your thumb.
So when you just up the curtains...
Yes. But also when you're doing the hem, when you're doing a wedding dress, you pin it around the bottom of a wedding... Well, not that you do a wedding dress, but you know what I mean.
We're not going to get married again, are we?
So that's... what's this here, then?
Oh, and then this wonderful little gadget case, and it's just for all the little bits and pieces that you might like, your needles, perhaps.
Needles. I'd have that as a purse.
And we've got a little bit of red work on the back.
Right, OK, so in the kit...
all of that.
All of this, all five of those things are in the kit for £26. What a brilliant present. What a brilliant,
and they all
brilliant
go
present.
With, they all meant to fit. And next time we're going to bring some other bits and bobs together.
Yes.
I told you about that, didn't I? You know, tease. But they all sit inside your little sewing case that they all bought last week.
Everyone's going absolutely... Oh, there they all are. I'm not going to get them all out. You get the buttons, you get the ribbon, you get the thread. Everything.
No stuffing.
No stuffing. OK, no stuffing, but I'm going to put that in there. All the stuff for the spoolie doll. I don't know what that is at the bottom there.
Threads, ribbon, tapes,
ribbon.
All sorts of
things. Brilliant. Well, we're going to go through it now, so you'll be able to see.
So I'm going to try and whip through some things that are quirky.
Obviously, we're not going to be able to make all 5 things straight away, but it's just to give you an idea
I've
of
got
the
a gorgeous stuff. So this little gadget case is unbelievable. We make them A4, A5, all sorts of things. Incredibly useful, and my ladies all have them for their projects and things. But this one was just for little bits in your second. And it's just 3 rectangles. You need 3 rectangles.
Right, are all the instructions?
Yes, everything's in here. I've got the instructions here.
You've got them there.
So you need 3 rectangles. And,
what does this look brilliant?
Pages of it, yeah.
Right, okay, so there's the purse that we're doing now.
Okay, and so you need 3 rectangles, and what you're going to do is on the linen you're going to iron on the transfer, which is included in your kit.
The transfer which works up to 6
yeah,
times.
It's here somewhere. I took it out.
Oh yeah, what have you done with it?
Here it is, darling. And you're going to iron that on with a very hot iron, and you're going to transfer your design. Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Please check out your baskets. These are absolutely flying. Hannah said it's gone absolutely crazy.
This is exciting. So I can do this
Yes.
again. I bring it back again.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
worry.
yes,
So what you're going to do is iron-on transfer. Now, what I want to say to you is don't forget these iron-on transfers can be chopped up and use little motifs somewhere else. So you could just take the thimble out and put it on the front. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! And I thought the back of this was a bit plain. Fancy putting perhaps a little heart at the top or the pins. So try and use your transfers. Think outside
the box. Check,
So
exactly.
you've got 3 rectangles. One of them has got the embroidery on, and we won't talk about the embroidery for the second one. I want to show you other things. So we're going to put the 3 rectangles together. I've just tried to predict where we're going to go. And you are going to...
So is that wadding? That's in there as well?
Wadding's in there as well.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is put your 3 rectangles on top of each other, the wadding on the bottom.
Right.
You normally want to put the wadding in the middle.
Yes.
You've got a little bit of a problem with that, people. Sometimes, it's okay, you're allowed to have little problems.
Yes.
But you think,
you need to...
Yes. And you're going
because it looks wrong, doesn't it, like that?
And you're going to measure 3 inches down from the top.
You love 3 inches, don't you?
Well,
there were 3 inches on that? 3 inches on that?
No, it's a nice little number.
Yeah.
It's a perfect
Anyway.
size. I put out 2.5, actually. Never mind. So you're going to measure 3 inches down, or whatever the pattern says.
Yes.
It might be slightly different.
Okay.
And you are going to cut off the corners and use a teacup, a salad bowl or a breakfast cereal bowl. Just cut your corners off. It doesn't matter how they cut, as long as you get a nice curve. So you've clipped in here. Okay. So you're going to stitch the top edge.
Yes.
And I've already cut it. So it's trimmed it down.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to sew the bottom edge.
Right.
Okay.
So it's open at the sides.
Yeah, so that should feel very awkward and unpleasant.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do now, this is my lining. So you're going to pick your lining up so that your main one comes up to there. Do you see that? Shall I do it again?
I think you're from a different planet.
I am. I'm not normal. Watch this. You're going to pick your lining up.
Yes.
Bring it up. I've got a little diagram that shows.
Yeah.
And you are going to stitch your main bag first, main sides first, with the wadding on. So let me do those while you're finding the little diagram. That's it. That's a little diagram there. So let's get that stitched first. It's a slightly...
In your own time, Michael. Thank you.
It's very early for them. You're a bit tough on these boys.
Don't be saying that. We'll get letters.
Do we get? They've got to have fan clubs. Have they got fan clubs?
Yeah, Michael's new. This Michael here is new.
Oh, is he? Bless him. Is he love the jobbing? Is he loving it?
He's doing very well. He's doing very, very well.
I can't look up and say hello to him, but I'm sure he's very lovely. Right, you'd make a slightly better job of that than I have, but that's good. Now, what are we going to do to our ends?
Over half the quantity's gone, just so you know. What are we going to do?
Do to our little ends here.
Snip them.
Snip them off. It makes a great effort. So I've done that. Now I'm going to do the lining. I'm going to refold it like that. I'm going to do the lining. But I must leave a gap.
I was going to say there has to be a gap, doesn't there?
There must be a gap. And of course, again, we can make our lining a little bit smaller. The seam allowance can be bigger because we want to make sure, And I'm going to leave a little gap in that lining. Actually, about a 2-inch gap. It's not so little.
Yes. Right, if you don't check out your baskets now, you will be disappointed. You will be disappointed if you don't check out your baskets. It's always the same when Mandy comes in.
Right, OK, and we're going to clip our corners again, and that
Do you work this fast at home?
Oh, is it quick?
No, I love it. I love it. Your energy is just fantastic.
Yeah, I drive everyone insane.
Oh, do you?
Saturday morning, let's go in the garden. let's pull that tree down.
I was saying, so it's not just your sewing, it's everything.
Oh, no, I drive everyone insane. That one's quite does what I do. Oh. I love doing things. I love achieving something. I love having a day. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, but if I, like making cakes for the grandchildren or something, I love to have a little achievement in a day.
Oh, that's nice.
Life's a bit short, isn't it?
But also, it doesn't matter how small the achievement is, as long as you have an achievement every day.
Oh, gosh, no, absolutely. And like your knicker drawer, sorting out your knicker drawer feels good.
Oh. I shan't tell you about mine. The denim bucket is now sold out, just so you know. If you're having trouble, issues putting in your basket, please just ring the number 0800 112 4433. Just give them a call and they'll sort it out for you. Hannah can't do anything from the gallery, but you can just ring the number and they can sort it for you.
Look, done.
Is that done?
Done. You will actually press that beautifully and put a little bit of lovely tape. This is very nice.
Is that in there?
And a button and a popper. Look at the poppers, check them out.
They're like your earrings.
Oh, yeah, the one earrings are bees, darling.
I know, but they look like poppers for me.
Okay.
I've got my glasses on.
So that's dead easy. Did you not think that was gorgeous, little bees?
Oh, yes.
Bought them in West Wittering.
Oh, did you? I see a sailing in West Wittering.
Yes, I was there at the weekend, one weekend.
So the poppers in there, is it?
Yes, yeah, poppers in there as well.
They're lovely poppers, because the poppers that we used to use in theatrical times were big, clumpy things.
Well, these are gorgeous, and they match my reds.
Yes.
Okay, so there you are, your wonderful little case, all sorted, ready for
That's only one of the 5 bits?
Okay, so that one.
Thank you.
I've got to show you this is so exciting, right? This
Which
is
one? Oh, right.
one of these quickly, because it's 2 seconds, okay? I just love little pin cushions. I've got hundreds of them around the place. Look, I've done...
Strawberries.
A great, actually, on the Christmas tree.
I went yesterday to see my podiatrist, and she's got a Christmas tree outside the house, all with Easter things, like Easter little bunnies hanging from outside.
Right, so this is dead easy. You're going to love this. I do make a different version in another book I've got, Quilt Yourself Gorgeous, with pockets on.
We haven't even talked about the book yet,
This is gorgeous. To a square.
Yes.
Fold in half. cut in half.
Fold in half diagonally.
Yeah, so fold in half diagonally and cut.
Yes.
Okay. Stitch all the way around, but leaving a gap in the long edge.
Right.
So there's a gap
Is that
here.
the hypotenuse?
Yes, darling. Whatever that might be.
That's what that is. The one that's opposite the 90-degree angle is called a hypotenuse.
Another little word.
That's quite a big word, that one.
So we're going to sugar bag bottom our top corners again. So what do? We know this now. We squash our top seam on our bottom seam.
Oh, how fantastic.
I know. I just whipped this through. Measure 1.5 inches down. I think it's 1.5 inches. Don't quote me.
That'll all be in here as well, won't it?
It might not be just yet.
Oh.
Don't look too close.
You're right.
But I've got it sussed. It's about 1.5. And then, so that sugar bag bottom.
There it is.
Once you've got it in your little head, and once you've got how to do that, you'll be fine. So watch this. Chop them off.
Single figures now of this kit. Single figures of this kit now.
So watch what you've got.
I'm watching.
We can turn it inside out. This is so exciting. And don't forget, you can make little guiders, brownies can make these. You might need a little bit of help with the sugar bag bottoms, but these are great little gifts to give to grannies.
That is fantastic. Look. The sugar bag.
Yeah, look, sugar bag bottoms. But watch this. Don't stuff your sugar bag bottom bit.
Oh.
Don't stuff the sugar bag bottom bit.
Oh, no, because I can see why. Oh, yeah. I can see why now.
You can see why now. But you will get carried away. You love the idea that you've done it.
And you don't need your forceps for this one.
You don't. Little thumb jobs, gorgeous. Look, just put it in with your thumb. And then what you're going to do is close that up with a ladder stitch. We love ladder stitches.
We showed the advert in the break.
Yes, good. Oh, well done. We're such a great team. So I'll just...
Hannah, I can't take any responsibility. That was Hannah and Ginger Michael.
Okay. So watch. Okay, now what you do is just move that over there and over there.
Oh, so you've done that before you put the ribbon on?
Yeah, ladder stitch that together, look.
Oh.
And then you've got a bit of ribbon you might have.
In your kit?
In your kit. I'll just show you again.
Oh, so the ribbon's not attached?
No. And you just put your ribbon in. Your ribbon's not the same, it's that one in the kit. Don't get
What does it say? I love?
It says handmade with love.
Oh.
And take your ribbon and tie it up.
And that was it?
That was it.
And if you're like me and you've got big fat sausage fingers, you don't need to tie it as tight.
Why?
Because if I need to get my... it fits perfectly.
But actually, I use them as a little, just pin cushions as well, sitting around. So that's just...
Do you know,
gorgeous.
I've got friends that would wear this as jewellery. Look, make that out of...
You could make a little bit of gold.
No. Anyway.
Friends.
Yes, I've got crazy friends
So
too.
that's the two.
Oh, you left a pin in that one.
Sorry.
So we've done the spoolie doll, we've done the little bag.
Spoolie doll we did last time. They can look it up again.
Well, all the instructions are in here anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. All instructions in there. But I want to show you this.
The important thing with the spoolie doll is the hair doesn't stick at the back, it sticks at the front, doesn't it?
Yes, we don't stick hair at the top of your head. Yeah. So now watch this. These are delightful. Look at these. I've got them ready to fly, and hopefully we can get this one done. You take a square. There's different sizes.
Let's have a quick look at the spoolie doll spinning around there.
She's just miniature version.
I know. My friend Shmoy Mary'd love that. She'd have that as a handbag.
Well, absolutely, absolutely perfect.
Right, okay.
Okay, so we're off onto this little pincushion then.
Now, this looks complicated.
No, it's not. It's not. Watch this. Take a square of fabric, measurements in the pattern, fold it in half, and where all the four corners are, because I've had some disastrous events with other ladies, and just cut a curve. It doesn't matter what the curve looks like.
Right.
And you've got a circle.
Right-ish.
And you're going to... Yes, that doesn't matter.
No. I'm not picking on you, I promise. Oh, I'm not picking. I'd never pick on you.
Just checking, because things like that don't matter.
No.
Okay. So we're going to gather up your circle. Now, when you gather...
Oh, so making a Suffolk puff?
Similar to Suffolk puff. But when you gather, please use a knot and 3 stitches to cast on. Don't keep your needle on and use strong thread.
Right.
So I've used embroidery thread.
Right.
And you're going to take a handful of stuffing, and you're going to make a donut type, a little
like a jam donut.
Like a jam donut, not a holy donut. So this is a vaguely smaller one, and you do need quite a bit of stuffing in there. So don't. But if you overstuff it, then you don't skimp on your stuffing. But if you overstuff, you cannot get the needle through.
Oh, okay.
Later on. Okay, so that's very nice, and so fasten off beautifully. And as you fasten off, you're going to keep this nice and flat, like a donut shape.
Yeah.
Keep it donutish.
Do you make donuts?
No, I don't, darling. I don't. I have far better things to do with my time than make donuts.
Oh, really?
Yes, I feel that putting hot oil on and dipping
I know,
and
it's different. I said that.
Yes, I make cakes, but I'm not a donut girl. So look, I've made it flat.
Right.
We do have some quirky shapes around, so what we can do is grab your needle and try and get the stuffing into these quirky little shapes that are unattractive.
Yeah.
Okay, so just have a little fling at that. That's quite nice. So what you're going to do, nice?
Nice.
Lovely. Put your needle in the back and come out at the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Go over at north.
Right.
Must know your compass. And do another one at north. Okay. Turn it round, and let's go south.
Please check out your baskets. Please check out your baskets.
Okay, south.
Yep,
and
south.
South again. And then we're going to go east and west. And all the time I'm trying to keep my shape. If you do it from this way, going across the top, you get a good shape.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go east-west.
This is why you've kept the long thread then, because it's still the same thread.
Yeah, still the same. So I will run out of thread on this one in a minute, but that's not a problem. I've got one to show you. I've already done. Okay. So that's... And you do again with east and west. Isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes the back of them aren't that... They're not going to be untidy anyway. You're never going to see them. But sometimes you get crunches around here. So what I did here was just run a gathering stitch around to pull those crunches in, because I want a really nice flat look.
Yes.
Okay?
Like a sea anemone look, isn't it?
So on the large one, the base one, I make them all different sizes.
Yeah.
So, you've got proper sizes. We're going to stitch on a little bit of already ruched ribbon. Is
that in there? That's in there, yeah.
It's delicious. All this is got from France. It's just delicious. You don't want it too large because you need the button. You've got a big button here.
I just saw it.
Oh, there it is. You need the button to go over the top. Okay. So don't make the ruched bit too round.
Yeah.
So that's just, I've just tacked that on. Then I've got a piece of tape, and I've just tacked that on, so you can just actually, you might want to hang it on your sewing machine to put your pins in, okay? So that's that, looking very gorgeous. Make another one.
I was going to say that one's got a little one.
Small.
Yes.
In a smaller one. This is the one I stuffed a bit too firm, so it was difficult to get the button through.
Right.
So sew a button through that, and then through the base of here. So you just might have to use a thimble or something. And you're going to stitch that on through the big button, but really try and pull it through really firmly. It'll take a few minutes. I won't do it here because I haven't got a thimble on me there. So that's gorgeous.
Brilliant.
And then you just put ample, get your button and another bit of lovely tape. This, I haven't skimped on quality here. Beautiful tape. Just pretend your button's threaded, and with gallons of glue gun, glue that on.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect.
Stunning.
Right, and now very quickly,
yes, I
the scissors, because we've got the book and the hearts to do yet as well.
I'll just show you the scissors, okay? This is quirky, very quirky.
Right.
You've got your cutting instructions, do as you're told. Well, cut your instructions out. And I'm going to tack on the interfacing.
Right.
And I use the machine to tack it on.
Right.
Okay, so put the interfacing on. And actually on the interfacing, they will have a marked line. It's here.
Yeah.
And on the wrong side, there's another piece of fabric that I folded in half, wrong sides together.
Yeah.
And along the folded edge, I've put a piece of tape. Okay.
Right.
And so what I'm going to do is put that tape down.
Yeah.
On the same line. All the words are in the pattern, so they won't make sense if you don't follow it. And then that goes on top.
Back.
And what you're going to do now is you're going to stitch round the outside of your interfacing. So just don't go too... I would reduce your stitch length.
And you actually go on the interfacing?
No. That's what I've underlined it. Just a couple of mils round the outside edge. And you need a couple of mils round just to be able to get in. It's all going to be a bit quirky still. We've still got quirky moments coming up. Yeah. And it might not make much sense, but this is my way of making things easy. You might not believe that. So what you do, you're going to cut this out with a neat scant 1/4 of an inch. They're the words I use. Yes. Okay. And you have sewn all the way round. You're used to me doing that with you now. Because if you left a place to turn inside out, you destroy your fabric edge. Oh, okay. You never get it back together again. So I've built in a little security blanket. Oh. You're going to slit your linen, but make sure you slit it below the pockets. The pockets here. Yes. Make sure you slit it here. Okay. You're going to slit. You can slit it quite large, so don't worry about.
But don't go above the top of the pocket.
Don't. And if you did, it didn't matter.
All right.
Because. Da-la-la! Do you see what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So what I've done, I made a design feature.
Just don't wake at night thinking of all these ideas.
Paper. I cut bits of paper up, and wherever I am, if I'm in if I'm waiting for guitar lessons or something, I'd have paper and scissors.
You play the guitar as well?
My son. Okay. So I have paper and scissors. Look at this. Where's that little wooden stick that you love so badly?
Oh, you put it in here.
Oh, let's have it. We can't find it.
I'm sure you put it in there. There it is. There it is.
So what you do, you little wooden stirrer, little poking tool. Now you're going to should be saying to me, Mandy, where has the pocket gone?
Mandy, where's the pocket gone?
You know, the tape.
Yeah, the tape.
And what you're meant to do is you're meant to sew that closed.
Yes.
Put that on there. It's bonder webbed on, so just peel your backing off.
Yeah.
Blanket stitch it in place. So that will go on there like that. Can you see it in there?
Oh, and
then you turn it inside out. So do you see writing it? You're going to go crazy, aren't you? You're going to think, what the hell is she doing? And she'll be phoning up my lovely mail saying, help! But watch this video. I hope you've taped it, girls. And look at that. So that
would be stuck on there already. You're a genius.
And you can make smaller. I've got larger scissors for that one. You can make them smaller and large. Look at that.
Oh, brilliant.
And all those will just pop inside
your basket, which you've already bought last time you're on.
Yes.
And then the other accessory we're going to do next time you're on.
Yes, we'll do some more bag making first.
Brilliant. Next.
Hearts.
That's about to sell out. Now, this is the heart we keep talking about today because this is exclusive
Brand
to us.
Brand spanking new, yeah.
Brand spanking new. Loads have already come in for this one. So now you get... excuse me. You get in a kit.
Yes. So in the kit, you do get the dotty. You do get dotty fabric. Okay. And you also get all the instructions. That's fine. You get beautiful. This
that
again
ribbon is beautiful.
East of India. Really beautiful quality ribbon. DMC threads. I don't skimp on good threads.
No.
There's 100% linen. So what you're going to do is take your iron-on transfer. Here it is. You can use this up to 6 times and more. And you're going to use a very, very hot iron and a flat surface. Ladies know all about that. But you must use a flat surface because you will struggle to transfer it over otherwise. And that's why I love the flower pins, because you could actually, we'll show you why I'm in love with flower pins. I'm going to pretend the iron's on. Well, don't worry about that now because you haven't got, I'll just show you. But the iron won't rock on that.
Oh, OK, yes.
You see. So you're going to press it on here. And it's not like this.
No, don't be delicate.
It's not delicate, it's firm.
Proper.
And
steam or no steam?
It doesn't really matter. You can have a bit of steam if you want to. It depends on the fabric, really. The transfer loves some fabrics more than others. But it'll always transfer over. And you're going to transfer that down. And then you're going to stitch with a very small little back stitch. And
so you do all the stitching before you put anything together?
Yes, absolutely. And all the stitches are in the back here. And all the instructions are in there as well.
That's what's important, because I wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah.
Look.
But it's only a back stitch, but what I did think, when Mel brought hers in and it wasn't made into a heart, lovely little cushion.
Oh,
really nice cushion to give
yes.
some of the new home. My daughter's moving, so I thought it'd be really great for her to have us.
So that one is brand spanking
Never
new.
been seen, and only when the pattern went on the website, we'll go on the website of the next week, but it's never been seen in its life.
Oh,
but these ones have.
We have loads and loads of messages, people saying.
Oh, yeah, they're waiting for them.
So just have a look at this one, just last time. Home Sweet Home. Isn't it lovely? I love the scalloping detail around
follow the
edge,
instructions
so.
carefully to do that. Another quirky thing, but it's a great little look.
Yes.
You're meant to have the ridge. Some people make it without the ridge, but I love the ridge.
Oh, no, I like the ridge.
Yeah, I love the ridge,
Like
yeah.
OK, so that's Home Sweet Home. We've also got... I do apologise about this today.
It's terrible.
You can talk about that in
It's
our
very
quarter.
annoying. And we've also got my sewing room hanging heart, look, and this is very lovely. Now, if you haven't got a sewing room, some people say, I haven't got a sewing room. You could just cut this out of the pattern and put my sewing space.
There, I'm with
or
you.
I love sewing.
Oh,
Yeah, all
yes.
sorts.
Sewing
Some people
quarter.
haven't got a sewing room. Oh, yes. We should make one for the sewing quarter.
There you go, sewing quarter, we'll make one.
So, and of course, don't forget, these motifs can be cut out and used somewhere else. You could have cut the sewing machine out and actually had it on here.
Yes.
So these element transfers aren't just a sheet of paper to be
thrown away.
They're very important little pieces of...
So how does it work 6 times? Is it a secret?
It's a secret.
OK.
Yeah, it's a secret. But actually, you can get more than 6 out. It depends on your fabric. If there's a dressing in the fabric, it doesn't love it as much as it does. So calico's dead easy. Linen's gorgeous as long as it's not too heavily dressed. But cotton fabric's best. Yeah.
So that's my sewing room one.
And then because it's gardening season, we've got the little gardening one, which would be great on... I do dress my greenhouse up. Do you know that? People don't believe me. I do.
I've seen the video. I've seen a video on YouTube.
I put that on if it's a nice day, I put that on the door of my greenhouse.
Oh, there's the sewing machine one. Sorry, we're still on the sewing machine one.
darling, yeah.
Right, that's it. It's brilliant.
And then we've got... So there's lots of them.
This is a lovely gift for somebody who does gardening, though, isn't it? The gardening
and
one.
gardening's very therapeutic, isn't it? It's a really good thing to be doing.
Would you ever think about putting lavender inside them?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Well done. Absolutely. Any lavender, rosemary, all those could be done. Or even a few drops of essential oil. We do Christmas ones. And, of course, ours stink of Christmassy scents.
Yes.
Yes, of course you could. That'd be a perfect idea.
So that's the gardening one, £16.95. So you get everything but the stuffing. You don't get the stuffing. You get the linen, the ribbon, the really, really good quality thread.
Oh, it's beautiful thread.
The transfer.
Can I just say to you about the thread?
Of course.
I'm worried. I just wanted to let you know that this thread is called cotton à broder. It's not stranded. You use the one strand.
Oh.
So if somebody went on holiday, we ruined their holiday because she went to take one on holiday, and she tried to unravel this.
Oh no!
And when she did, I don't know how she did. The strand kept breaking, and she said we ruined her holiday. I'm so sorry about that. But it's one strand. You just use the thread. It's not stranded.
But it's top quality.
Oh, it's beautiful,
That's your name that goes with this, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I'm a great advocate for this thread at DMC. And Anne could do one as well, which we love badly, yeah.
But you get that in the kit, so you don't need to worry about it. That's the... gardening hanging heart there. So many people messaging in about these hearts. And thank you for all your pictures, stuff you made. We're going to make a Vision On thing for next time Mandy's on, so we can have a few minutes of just looking at all your pictures. £16.95. Right, let's have a look at the book. And there's so much mess. We made such a mess on it. If there's time, we'll come back to hearts. But look at we're running out of time. Bestseller.
It was a bestseller. It was my 3rd book that I'd written, and I brought it back in because of the red work, the red theme. I have written nearly 9.
Yeah. Oh, nearly 9.
Yeah.
Is the 9th one not out yet then?
Well, isn't.
Okay.
But this is a darling, and I'm always shocked that everyone hasn't already got it. But if you haven't got it, it's a darling to have. And if you're loving this little needle case, sorry, John.
No, that's perfect. No.
For a start, if you love red work, this little red work bag is a stalwart bag. We haven't got it here. It's not here with us. It's on the back of my chair. It's a stalwart bag. It's stunning. It's got left-handed and right-handed stitches. It's got all left-handed right embroidery stitches, which is lovely.
Yes, you don't think... We always go about left-handed scissors. Don't think about left-handed stitching.
They struggle really badly. They really struggle. They really can't follow you. So a left-handed... would really love to have the left-handed stitches. Some people are very left-handed, aren't they?
Yeah, Hannah's very left-handed.
This is gorgeous. This is a blanket, which is over here, with just hearts embroidered on.
Oh!
Really lovely. Simple. Absolutely simple.
Oh, very limited already on the book. Do you want to have a look at that? Can we see that blanket over there? want me to? I'm not going to get it because it's got things all on top of it. On that table over there, Ginger Mike, there's the blanket hanging over the edge with the hearts. I'm just seeing if we can see it, the big blanket. Go down a bit, New Mike. There it is. That's it.
And that's just a blanket with hearts embroidered on with wool thread.
That's with wool thread. That's lovely, isn't it?
I love these hanging...
And then just go to the left now. New Mike.
Down.
Down. Is that the golden shop? Those who remember the golden shop. The hanging thing on the front of the desk there with the pockets and everything. That's in the book as well.
These are stunning, absolutely lovely. Lovely little iron transfers. You can always get the transfers from us, but lovely designs on there. And here we are.
There's the pincushion.
The pincushion, tape measure, and needle. That's a needle case, a little roll.
Oh, you've got to do that as a set next time.
Yeah. Gorgeous. I have done this a lot in the past, but it always sells really well.
Now, what about that? I saw... Oh, it's been covered up. Jade's covered up. There's a cushion with, like, round
Oh, that's buttons. That's my button cushion. I'm passionate about buttons. I haven't even started talking to you about button jewellery. You wait.
You got a button... Because I saw you got a button bracelet on as well.
Well, we made this in India. We bought these buttons, and we've all 10 of us have got this button bracelet.
Oh, lovely.
It's slightly losing its life, but Easter.
Oh, Easter bunny, we've got that somewhere. It's over there. It's over there, yes.
But the button thing is delicious. Oh, little Easter booklets. A really handy gardening one.
There's so much in here. You could have made 3 books out of this. You do realise,
I know. I'm atrocious.
There.
So these are my collection of pearl buttons, and I designed them into a little, and it's got the bag at the back there as always. Also, as I've got them on as well. Look.
Yes.
Just delightful. And there it is.
It's got that hanging on the stand over there.
Beautiful. I love it. Button bracelet. It's gorgeous. And there's the cushion.
There's the cushion. Yeah. That's fantastic. Mandy Shaw Stitch with Love book, £14.95. Very, very, very limited. Very limited indeed. Oh, my word. Now, there was something else I had to show you.
What's that?
Right, while we're showing the hearts, I'm sure I saw Jay walk in with a big bag earlier. Oh, he's left it on the table over there. Do go through the hearts very quickly again, and I'll go and get the big bag.
Yeah, right, OK. So we have my sewing room heart, which is great as a gift, and also you can make these, as long as you attribute the design to myself, you can make these for your little craft and school fairs.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Now, when did you do your first love heart like that? I'm just going to go and get that big bag while you talk about that.
I'm not sure now. It must have been 5 or 6 years ago. I did one for Christmas, and I just put it up on the website, and it's not that crazy.
Yes.
So I just then had to, I've got to make more of these. And of course now, because they're so popular, I come up with them all the time.
Different one. So the Home Sweet Home one is brand new, exclusive to us today. So that's the Home Sweet Home one, which will come...
Have they got that there?
Go across the bottom any second. There it is, £16.95. That's brand new and exclusive. If you are collecting them, you won't have got that one. We've got the sewing room one there that's on the side there, and then we've also got the gardening one here, which is just beautiful, isn't it?
Just sweet, aren't they?
Just ring the call centre. Just ring the call centre or pop one in your basket, but please make sure you check out the basket. Lots of disappointed people today. And then, last but not least, I've just got to show this bag again, because somebody asked to see this beautiful bag.
Yeah, it's lovely.
We did this in the 8 o'clock show earlier. There were 2 designs. There was the stripy one and the one in the oil... in that fabric, in that fabric, indeed. Such a beautiful,
very
simple
ethnic.
but beautiful.
Yeah, it's incredibly simple. Ideal for shopper, beaching, kids, schools, all those sort of things. But it's simple. You saw the construction. It's simple. Yeah. And I'm thinking you could have had a patched piece of fabric if you've got an old patchwork quilt that you've started, never finished. Cut it up. Don't have these things lying around.
No, exactly. And I also love the fact it's got the fabulous pocket inside there as well. And
this is quality.
Webbing is quality webbing from France, no less. From France, no less. Now, you say you're going to be back next month. It goes too quickly.
I know.
Next month... we won't talk about it now because we know, but it's been a joy.
Yes.
It's an absolute joy. I love your energy. Does
it wear you out?
No, I love it. No, I'm full of it now. I'm full of it like this. Thank you so much. If you want to see anything, ring the call centre. They've got all the details of anything you might need to know. If you've got anything in your basket, you need to check out because there are more that people will be disappointed. So if we only have 10. And 11 people have got it in their basket. The 11th person won't get it. So, thank you so much.
It's
been such a dream to see you.
Lovely to see you.
I'll be back in 3 minutes with Jo Carter. We're doing more quilting. In fact, I've even got a little... I won't tell you. We've got a really lovely quilting one coming up. Back in 3 minutes. We'll see you next month.
Yes.
It's an absolute joy. Go nowhere. Get your cup of tea.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
So I'm going to be showing you how to do a ladder stitch. Now this is a great stitch when you want to sew something up and create an invisible stitch. So they use very small stitches when you're doing this. So I'm going to be using a needle and thread. I'm going to be using embroidery thread so you can see what I'm doing. And first of all, I'm just going to use the example of something like a pincushion, but I need to bring these two edges together using the invisible stitch, which is known as the ladder stitch. So first of all, I'm going to take my needle up through the fold. So I'm going to be concealing the knot in the thread. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle in through the fold of the fabric and come out. So you can see that I'm on the actual fold there. So obviously there's the raw edges are inside my pincushion. I'm going to take that through. Now I'm going to go to the opposite side and repeat that stitch. So I want to make sure that this is parallel. So I'm going to come in through that fold and come out. So again, I'm making these stitches really big so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see how I'm going across the whole of the fabric. So if I just keep doing a few stitches. So as you can see, we have the ladder stitch there going across the two pieces of fabric. So when I pull my thread, you can see that almost makes those stitches invisible.
There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our phone. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step.
When you spend £10 on your first purchase, you will receive this free sewing kit from the Sewing Quarter worth £14.99. I know, we're both together at the start of this one. That's fun, isn't it? We're carrying on with quilting, but I love, they're like tumbling blocks, these, aren't they? Is that what they're called?
They are, that's the design.
But it comes in a, is it EPP, this, or is it just called paper piecing? Look, I'll show you the packet here. Look. Isn't that lovely? It's called, tumbling colours, they call this one. Tumbling colours. Now, it makes a wall hanging of up to 36 by 38 inches, but they're pattern plus paper pieces. Now, I wasn't going to do this, but I will do. I'll start the show off like this. I know, Jay's not going to be happy at all. It's going to be messy. Right, so you get how to lay out all your squares. It does say on here as well how much you need of each fabric, but I won't go into that one just yet. But then you get, and then there's, what's this here then? Instructions. Oh, there's the instructions of how you actually do the English paper piecing. Now, I'm not going to tip these out. I'm not going to be naughty and tip these out. I'll just take one out. You get enough of these. Isn't it funny? Because you wouldn't imagine them to be that shape, would you? When you look at that, you think they're all squares, don't you? So you get... There you go, sorry. Sorry, my bad. I don't know how many of those you get. Does it say on there? It's enough to make the size 36 by 38 inches. Just says all paper pieces included. But you do get enough of those in. There's a whole bag of them there to use as your English paper piecing. And you're just going to give us like a masterclass. Because this isn't the finished size. This is
It's not.
38 by 36 inches, is it?
I've shrunk it down.
Right.
Just for the sake of time, really. I didn't have time because they're hand pieced together. All these diamonds.
Yes.
It's a longer term, nice hand sewn project you can pick up and put down.
We love that. Now, I'll just show you Joe's finished one here. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look. So now, on the actual instructions, it says you need to pick a light colour, a dark colour, a medium colour and things like that. But you can just choose, can't you, where you want to put them? There's no instructions of where you've got to put... Or is there a rule to it?
There's a general rule that go for a light one, your lightest one there, medium one there, and
so it is important to have a medium, a light and a dark then. But they don't have to be the same pattern, because otherwise you'd have done polka dots on the top of all of them. So because you've made these from fat quarters, you've thought, well, they're lighter than... They're definitely the dark ones. They're definitely going on there. They're the lighter ones. So I suppose if you did it in plain colours, you could have a pale pink, a dark pink and a really deep pink, and that would give you the same effect, sort of thing. So how do we start? That's lovely, that. How do we start with this? Have you got your own one of these, or do you need this one? OK, I'll put that one away then.
You start by cutting out.
Cutting out?
Cutting out. That's the beginning. So I'll show...
Oh, sorry, I haven't even told you about the fabrics. I'll do it in a second, because there's an issue with one of them. I've got 3 here, but one of them's only half full. But anyway. So how'd you cut out, then? Did you do... I'll shut up, John. How did you cut out, John?
I did it like this.
Thank you. Well, no, I hate presenters that ask a question, then answer it, you see. So I'm just saying, how'd you do that, then, Jo?
Well, to make these... I have my card templates. Well, it's sort of a thick paper template here. We want to cut out a strip for the fabric. So you can cut out a strip and then subcut it into diamonds. So that's what we want.
That's the second time you said that today.
What, subcut?
Subcutting. Never heard that before. Do you have to, if you've got directional fabric, because you've not got the zigzag in this one, have you?
I've not. I have some. I
have some here I made earlier.
Pre-prepared one, but because they're positioned differently anyway, you don't have to really worry. I don't think.
Okay. Of course, yeah. But is this the question? If you can use the zigzag, would you always want the zigzag going in the same? You see what I mean? You've got zigzag going side to side on this. Would you want all of them with the zigzag going that way, or all of them with the... You know what I mean? Would you want all of... It doesn't matter which way they go, but you want them all to be going the same direction.
Well, should I get some... I'm not sure if I think I only have the one zigzag one pre-prepared.
OK. So would you make them all with the zigzag going across like that, or would you make some with the zigzag going through the middle of that way?
Well, because it would be positioned, you'd get sort of the movement of the zigzag.
Oh, I'm talking rubbish then, aren't I? Thank you.
I wouldn't quite
No, but you're right, because if you cut them all the same, if you placed it on the top, the zigzag would be going that way. If you place it on the side, the zigzag's going that way. If you make it on the bottom, the zigzag, so it's going different directions anyway.
Well, so you've got a bit of freedom there.
Yes, exactly. I'll just sit. It's been a busy day.
We want diamond shapes.
Yes.
Larger than, with a good, at least more. Having a bit more than 1/4 of an inch.
A bit, yes.
Is just that bit easier.
Right.
Easier to work with.
Okay.
So, and this is how they tell you to do it in the instructions.
Oh, OK. This isn't a Joe technique, then? This is their technique.
I can't take credit for this one.
Right. Or sub-cutting.
I'll cut a width of fabric.
Yes. Oh, she's ignoring me. Why are they all giving me the eye today? Not the nice eye, the evil eye. Right.
I've got the ruler the wrong way around, but we want a 3.5 inch with the fabric strip. Have I done with the rotary? Because they're here.
They're all there. Jay's having a bad day, so don't be picking on Jay now.
Poor Jay. So there we go. I've already...
I was going to say, you've already made sure that the...
This is a straight edge, because I've cut some already, so I know. Otherwise, I'd straighten off this edge to work from.
Move away from the table. Joy tells me off, you see, if I stand next to the table when she's cutting with the rotary cutter.
I know, but it sort of makes me feel like you don't trust me with
I trust you completely, but Joy shouted at me, she said, get away from the table, John. So I had to kept stepping back like this.
There we go. So move that out of the way. And I've pressed this first, just for... Why are you looking at me like that?
That's just my face, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
I was miles away. I was actually on a beach. To believe it or not, I was thinking about being on a beach. with Angie for some reason, but there you go.
We need to cut these at a 60-degree angle. Now, this ruler very helpfully has. That's just the point of the diamond. Yeah. So if we use this one.
If you didn't know, because did it say in the instructions it's a 60-degree angle, or did you just know it was a 60-degree angle?
It says in the instructions. So.
Because if you're new to it, if you're brand new to it and you didn't know, you could use one of these, couldn't you, and work out how big you need to make it and everything like that. Yeah.
In fact, you could hand cut them out if you wanted to, because the seam allowance doesn't have to be particularly neat. Yes. But we have the 60-degree. How am I going to do this without hitting you with a ruler? Let's see if I can work this out. So we have the 60-degree line, so I'll line that up with one edge of the fabric.
So you line up the 60-degree line, do you, with the bottom of the fabric?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Like that. So this is the 60-degree line
glasses,
there.
So I can't see. You could be telling me anything.
That's the 60-degree line there.
Right. And
so I'm going to cut. You see I've lined that up along there?
Yep.
And cut that away. And then we should have, if I've done this properly, the correct angle.
Yeah.
And now, because we cut the 3.5 inches that way, I can just use this ruler now and then cut them 3.5 all the way along.
Oh, I see. And if you had a big width of fabric, you could do it on the fold as well, could you?
You could, which would be quicker still.
Yeah. So where's 3? Oh, I see. There's the 3.5 on the ruler there.
I love these rulers because they have the numbers repeated.
Yeah. Ruler going across the bottom there, £31.95 for the Rachel ruler, creative grid, non-slip rectangle, 21.6 by 62 centimetres. That's 8.5 by 24.5 inches. And you've got the coloured, the tumbling colours EPP pack for £16.95. So we're going to create one of these in the show today.
We're going to go through how you would.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the fastest hand sewer, and I would struggle to get one of those done.
Yes. Obviously, the package, the kit. No, what am I trying to say? These make one that's 36 by 38 inches, which I should really tell you in centimetres. I'll look that up in a second. Obviously, Joe's just done a sampler, so don't be thinking, oh, I'm not paying £16.95 for just those few. Oh, these are yours, aren't they?
They are.
It's how many centimetres? 91.5 centimetres by 96.5 centimetres. Oh, it says it there. Sorry. 91.5 by 96.5 centimetres, because it's so hot in here today. And you get enough to do that size. So you can either make smaller ones or bigger ones or medium-sized ones. It's up to you, isn't it, really? OK. OK,
so when we've got to this point, we need to baste... We need to turn it to that. So we need to baste the edges around the template.
OK.
And these are reusable templates as well.
OK.
Because we take them out.
Oh, they don't stay in, because the wall hangings don't. I suppose if you're making a baby cock quilt, you don't want the cardboard in there or anything, do you?
No, if you wash it as well, they could all go wrong.
OK.
Glue pen. Is it
not here?
We have a glue pen, don't we? Because that's my favourite way of basting.
Oh. Jay? Got it.
That one's mine.
Oh, that's your own personal one? Oh, is that your lipstick as well? Yeah. Jay, where's the glue pen? Oh, there it is. Jay's not having a very good day, are you, Jay? Hand it in. That's Jay's hand. Have you found those yet? Oh, you got it's yellow.
See, it's exactly it's the same as mine, except mine.
No, but normally we sell these and they're blue inside.
Yes, I have a blue one. But
OK, now it says blue on the graphics there, but you will get a blue refill. You will get a blue. We do sell yellow as well. Oh, and we sell yellow ones on the... But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what colour they are, because they all dry clear, don't they?
They do. They're all the same.
Right, OK.
Now, there are instructions in the pack...
Oh, yes, I've got
about
those.
how to sew, how to stitch, baste them, sew baste them together.
Right,
I like to use glue.
This.
Yes.
Is that the...
So you can stitch them.
But then you'd be stitching through cardboard or paper.
We don't catch the cardboard. You pin the cardboard to hold it in place.
Right.
And then...
Oh, you just...
So, just catching the fabric, holding all the sides down.
Oh, OK. But then that doesn't hold it all in place so securely as this does, surely.
I am... Since discovering glue pens, that's the only method I use now.
Oh, OK.
I love glue pens. So just put a little blob in the middle.
All right.
Just to hold it in place. And then I do one side and then the other side. So add some glue.
Okay, is there any trick to, when you fold it over, any trick to the angle you...
No, I don't. Whatever you find comfortable. So do another line.
Oh, I see why you've only done one, because you take the glue over the edge of the fabric. So when we do the next one...
Should I?
Yeah, you're going to take the glue from there
I do.
right the way up, yeah.
So we've done one side, and then, let's see, I just run a line of glue along there, and then...
So, of course, the glue is going to dry clear and not harm your fabric or your cardboard, because you're going to be able to take the cardboard out later to reuse it.
Okay, and that's one. Basted, and this is a nice job to do, sat watching a film.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Don't you miss little bits of the the storyline, though?
Do you know, once you've been sewing in front of the TV for a long time, you develop like an extra sense, so you just pick up...
I have to admit, my nan and my mum could both knit a whole jumper watching the telly, doing that, and doing like Aran cable knit and everything, but they was... You know.
It takes a bit of practice, but you get there in the end.
Yeah, Hannah's saying we can't guarantee that you'll get the extra sense. That's just...
no. Hopefully, though, with time.
You see, I'm rubbish. You see, if I'm watching EastEnders, I missed the whole... When they did the live EastEnders, and she said, oh, how's Ian instead... No, how's Adam instead of Ian? I missed all... I remember thinking in the back of my brain, oh, I wonder who Adam is. Not even thinking she made a mistake, but I was doing something else. And it was only when it went mad on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I missed that, because I was trying to multitask. Anyway.
I mean, you can, if you're watching something with somebody, then you can pester them to find out what to...
Now, would you have a tray on your knee to do these, or would you just be sitting at the table?
I have a tray on my knee.
Yeah.
I'm giving too much away, aren't I, about my...
No, Hannah loves finding out things about you. Have you got the trays because you have your tea on the front of the telly?
No.
Oh, I'll take that back then. You see, because when I moved south and I said, you know, like when I was a student, I moved south and I went, we'll have tea on a tray in front of the telly, and they were all like, what? I'm from the northwest, do you know what I mean? And when we grew up, we had our tea on a tray in front of the telly, especially on a Saturday. That was special because we watched Cliff Richards and Olivia Newton-John.
Sometimes I quite like a sort of a TV picnic at a weekend, maybe.
Now we're finding out too much.
Yeah,
TV
I've gone
picnic.
too far now.
No, what's in the TV picnic?
You know, you'd have dips and maybe pizza, that sort of thing.
Olives.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I'm going to remember that one. Anyway, have we done enough of these? We're doing some more.
Should I stop there?
Do one more.
I'll do one more
in case somebody missed it with me whittering on in your ear.
So, blob of glue. Oh, helps if I...
helps you switch it on.
Yeah, blob of glue in the middle that just stabilises the shape. And to centre it, and then...
So now, do you always put the glue on the paper rather than the fabric? No.
I do. I just find it goes on. That'd be easier.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then fold this over like that.
Have you done much of the, I mean, no, that's the wrong word. Because you really originally were a toy designer.
Yes.
And then you got into quilting. Then did you get into EPP after that, or what was the?
I think yes, I got into EPP after I started quilting.
Yeah.
And I was never much of a hand sewer. If I could do something by machine.
Well, you weren't even based by hand, were you, when you did your toys?
No. So I did spend a long time avoiding hand stitching, but I've really started to enjoy English paper piecing.
Yes.
Because it's quite relaxing and...
Therapeutic.
Yes. Because there's something nice about the repetitive nature of it. I've got something stuck in my fringe.
OK, now you might wonder what the fabric is that Joe's using. I've only got 2 to show you at the moment. Oh, I've got 3 to show you, 2 in real life and 1 on still. So that's the green one that you're seeing there. I've got 3 of the fabrics here, but I think one of the designers might have taken the other 2 home. Anyway, so this is the K-Facet Collective Classic Fat Quarter Pack in green, containing 5 different designs. I won't take you through those because you'll be able to see them in the other colours. It's got 3 different colourways. So that one is the green. The one that Joe's... which one? The one that Joe's used? Oh, it depends. The one she's made or the one she's using? Blue, right then. Blue, here we go. Oh. Hannah's getting annoyed with me. Whatever, John, just fine, whichever one you want to use. The blue, there you go. You get the 3 lovely colourways. The patterns. You get the polka dot, you get the cabbage, you get the zany, you get the pansy, and you get the psychedelic. £21.95. Each of those are a fat quarter. You get 5 of them in the bundle. That's the blue one. And then the one that Joe's using right now is this one, which is called red, but I would have called it more like flame. Well, look at the colours. The flame oranges and reds in there. Really, really lovely. Now, on the pack, Joe, it says you need a pale fabric, a medium fabric, and a dark fabric. How did you distinguish between... Oh, I can ask you now, and we place them. Anyway, you get all of those for £21.95. Right.
I have a selection here. Once I've basted them, I tend to press them with the dry iron just to make them super flat. But we can. These ones have been pressed.
Okay.
So, do you want to?
What am I doing?
I think you have a play around with them. Light on the top.
Right. Well, hang on. No. So what I would do? This is how I would do it. Right. I'd put them into there because it's not like a random. It's when you do patchwork normally, it could just be random, can't it?
It can.
Whereas. This is the blue one going across your bottom at the moment. Right, so I would call... Sorry, I'll be with you in a minute. Is this what... that one goes there. No, I'd be rubbish in a casino, wouldn't I? I can't shuffle cards for my life, to save my life. Oh, I've only got one of those. So you see now, I would class... Where's the rest of those?
I must have used them in this.
Okay. I'd class that one as pale. And I'd class that one as pale. I'd class those two as... No, that one is my medium. I mean, it's only got one medium then, doesn't it? And then those two as my... Oh, those two as my medium. That's my dark. Is that the same? Oh, yes, the same as that. So, your light stays at the top. Your medium goes in the middle. And your dark goes on the side. Have I done that the right way around? Yeah. The dark goes on the side like that. So that's how I do my one, right?
With some of them, if I could use this then, because whilst it's light, it's still a bit darker than that, so I would position that there on some of them, and you can change them around.
OK, so the next one then would be that one, that one, and... Oh, well, I've only got one. No, you see, that's not dark, is it? So I wouldn't put...
It's quite...
You see, this is where I'd have my foot. There. Well, that's brilliant, that one. That's my favourite. That's brilliant, right? Let me just do another one then. So I'll put that one there. Sorry, Joe, I'm taking over your whole show here.
It's OK.
I know that. Oh, yes, look. I didn't even know. Match 'em shut. Right, that's my favourite. That's my second favourite. That's my third favourite. Anyway, we're not making mine, are we? We're making yours.
But
let's do them in the red now.
This isn't a massively technical tip, but I would sort of squint at them. So you make them go blurry, and then you can sort of see which is light, dark, and...
Director Mike just said that, and I thought, I'm not saying that out loud. He said, just squint at them, John. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. OK, go on then, squint at them and put them in order then.
Well, the reds, it's quite... You do have to make a decision. I went for this as a light one because there was a lot of white, or, pale colour on it.
So that's your pale.
And then...
You're just copying me now.
It depends on the pattern.
Thing is, does it really matter that you have... Because you've got 3 really vivid patterns, you're not doing... It's not like you're doing pale pink, medium pink and dark pink, is it? Where you'd have to keep it in that. Because they're vivid patterns, it doesn't matter. That looks brilliant, you see.
It doesn't make such a big... Because when I was putting these together, I thought, oh, does it work? But you really do get the 3D effect from this.
Right.
Because I used this as a top as a light one in one of them.
Yes.
Whereas it's been in the
mediums.
So I played around, and once you've basted quite a few, you can mix.
Now, would you baste each cube together like that and then join them together afterwards? Is that how you do it?
I made them so that they are hexagons. Are they hexagons? They are.
Cubes.
Well, sort of the
overall
shape.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yes. Sorry, my bad.
Do we think that... Does that work out, do you think?
It's up to you.
Or should I pop that one in? But yes, you could possibly, have that one as the light one.
Yeah, that's nice. But you're the artist. You're the artistic one, not me. It's up to you. You would never put blue and red, would you? No.
I don't know. Could you get away with the...
No, let's not confuse
Yeah,
matters. Mind you, there's blue in there, isn't there? There's like a turquoisey blue in there. No. Anyway, so what's the next stage then? So you make...
The next stage is hand sewing them together.
Right.
So I take 2. They join along this edge.
Right.
I just want a little bit easier. I always start with those 2, the top edge.
So you change the direction.
Facing the right way. Have I changed the direction? Are they...
Doesn't matter.
Did we agree on that? I think we did, didn't we? I'm not really firing on all cylinders this morning.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
You're on holiday already. Oh, no, you got till Thursday. You can't be on holiday yet.
I know, possibly I've gone into holiday mode earlier.
Yeah.
So I start from... I like to use double thickness thread and just with a knot in the end, and then I'll stitch a few times close together at the end just to really secure the thread.
And what stitch are you going to do?
Is it...
Is it, John?
Do you know, I've done this so often, I stop remembering... It's whip stitch. Is it whip stitch?
You just going like that? Yeah, it's whip stitch.
Yes, and it even says in the instructions how many stitches you want per inch. I think it's between 6 and 10.
On this one? Or that one?
I think it might be in this one.
No, it must be on that one, yeah. Here we go. Quilt instructions. Base the fabric to the paper pieces. Hint for both sides. Okay. 3 diamonds arranged in a hexagon. Once you've got the diamonds arranged to your liking, you can start assembling the blocks. We pin our pieces to a sheet or pillowcase. Oh. To make the whole project portable. When joining diamonds, start at the sharp point and work towards the fat point. This helps line them up perfectly. Arrange... Oh, here we go. Whip stitch, yeah. After all that, whip stitch, yeah.
I doubt myself all the time.
You shouldn't. Well, you shouldn't. When putting different colours together, I find matching the thread to one of the colours will help hide the stitches. If Joe's sewing it, it says.
Yes, I've gone for a flame colour.
Oh, there's the instructions I'm looking at. You get all of them in the kit. Well, I don't understand this bit, though. We pin all our pieces to a sheet or pillowcase to keep the arrangement.
I think
that's... the whole project... Oh, that's like taking a picture.
Yes, yeah. I often just take a picture with my phone and then have that as a reference for placing them together.
All right. OK, so let's watch your whip stitch then.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, what were you going to say then? You were going like that?
I just make... Out of fabrics like this, if you were going to use... You wanted to grade them from paler colours overall, you would need to pin them out.
Yes,
keep the position. But for this, I just assembled them and then... Once they were assembled into hexagon shapes, laid them out, and that will be the point I took a photograph and then... So put 2 together.
You only got 1 needle threaded. I was going to say I could sew 1, but never mind. Next time.
2 together like that, and sew from the sharp point down
to
the fat point, so I'll do that. And you just want to catch the fabric just above the template inside. I did quite small stitches because when I first started I used 2 larger stitch length and I made a pin cushion that was equally and it pulled apart a bit. So ever since, something like this it wouldn't matter at all because you're appliquing it onto a background.
Yes.
But because I stuffed something, it put strain on the seams and because I'd left 2 larger gap in between stitches, so I do tend to go for quite a small stitch length now.
You can get at least 20 diamonds from 1 fat quarter piece, it's saying. So I don't know how many... Does it say how many diamonds there are in this pack, Hannah? OK, I'll have a look in a minute. Oh, no, 114. 114. So you can get 38 light, 38 medium, 38 dark, and you can get 20 from a fat quarter. So you basically need 2 pieces of your light from a fat quarter bundle, 2 pieces of your medium, and 2 pieces of a dark. I don't know where it is about the stitches, where you were mentioning about the stitches, because I've got a thread box here, and it's got a ruler in it to measure your stitches, but I don't know... Oh, is that not here? It's meant to be here. No, because Joe just mentioned that it said how many stitches a centimetre you should do or an inch you should do. And I was going to show you how you measure your stitches in there. I'll show you that after. Oh, Teresa's... I've got a tip.
Top tip?
Don't work with John, she said. No. when she's laying them out, if you take a digital black and white photo... Oh, clever. This will show medium, light and dark shade. That's a brilliant tip.
That is a really good tip. Oh, I'm going to do that from now on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Therese.
Then you won't need to squint at it if it's in black and white, then, you see, will you?
I might still do that, just to be sure.
That's how I used to work out when I used to work in films. You want to know if a pattern strobed on air. Because I was flicking through the channels last night, and there's a shopping channel that's got 3 initials, and they were doing a fashion show. And the lady who was doing the expert had worn a black and white stripy top, and it was like dancing all over the screen. And I thought, nobody squint at that before they went on air.
Oh, is that how you know?
Yeah. Anyway, how's your whip stitch coming on?
Oh, I've just managed to get into a tangle. So carry on all the way down. You see?
Oh, they're very neat. God, they're very even as well.
And you can just, as you put your needle through, you'll just feel the top of the template.
So you're not catching the cardboard or anything like that?
No, I mean, there will be a mark on the card.
Right, but you're not you're not stitching.
But no, I'm not going through it.
Oh, so you couldn't machine. This has to be done by hand then, doesn't it?
But it's really nice and relaxing to do of an evening. There's something nice and repetitive and soothing.
Somebody's asked, is that not a ladder stitch? No, this is not a ladder stitch. It's a whip stitch, this one.
Ladder stitch is when you take it from either. Yeah. So the thread forms rungs.
Could you do a ladder stitch on this, they're saying now? It's only Michael, our director, that's why I'm giving it short shrift.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would stick with the traditional whip stitch and carry on until it gets there. And if there's enough thread, I would then...
Oh, carry on with the next one?
Carry on and sew that one.
So if you stitch those two together and you've got thread left there, which way would you... You'd have to go one way or the other, wouldn't you? You couldn't...
I tend to. And ideally, you'd go from the thin point to the fast.
Yes.
But if you're confident and used to it, after a while, because they line up nicely, you could just carry on down or around.
OK, so when you've sewn all of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided pieces together, when do you get rid of the cardboard? Not yet.
Oh, it's quite clever. Right at the end, well, before quilting, you leave your paper pieces, and because they're great, they hold the shape of the design. Plus, when you come to add something else, you can just bend them, and it's quite easy to carry on. Shapes this size are really great to join.
Yeah. We haven't got there yet, then. I'm jumping the gun again.
Do you want me to move on to...
yeah, carry on going. Now, just a quick warning. Somebody sent in a long question to the web chat, and what happens is it only prints up half of your question, and when Hannah's read it, it disappears into the ether. If you've got a question that is either in-depth or it needs an in-depth answer, please send it to the email, which is studio@sewnquarter.com, studio@sewnquarter.com. That way, either Hannah or the customer service team will reply to you within 2 days with your answer to that one. Or if it's something we can answer, we'll answer it now. But if you send it on the web chat, we lose half of it, and we don't know what the end of your question is, that's all. Lots of people coming in for the glue pen. You do get the glue pen and the refill, remember. You do get that and the refill. Is it there? So, yeah, £5.95. That is £5.95. You'll get a blue one. Obviously, the one we've got here is yellow for some reason.
The difference between sewing, basting, stitch basting and glue basting. Glue basting is much faster. I find it really convenient. It is more difficult to remove your papers at the end.
With the glue?
When they're glued, they pop out. But sometimes when you're sewing like this, if they're stitched in, they can pop out as you're stitching anyway. So. And
did you, is your needle, you didn't put glue right on the edge, did you? So your needle's not going through glue now, is it?
It's not, no. Put the glue line around about there, just along. So we've got to that point. So if you're just starting out and want to make sure you place them correctly and start from the thin end to the back.
You see, now I thought you'd start from the centre point, because then you know you've got your centre point exactly spot on if you started there. No, for that one, you'd go there, and then when you put the third piece in, I'd be tempted to start there anyway and work down, because then you know that is completely in line, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, the middle, the join in the centre, there is a little bit of leeway. You can sort of adjust it.
Yeah.
But yes, I find it easier to match up because you can get them perfectly aligned. Shall I carry on?
Yeah. What time is it? Oh, yeah, we've got 20 minutes yet.
Just do some quick.
So remember the tumbling colours, wall hanging pattern plus paper pieces, £16.95. You get, I'll remind you how many pieces you get, because it tells, I think it said 114, didn't it? 114 paper pieces you get in there. There they are, 114 of the paper pieces, and they're quite big. You get the instructions of how to baste, first of all, and then the instructions of how to make the quilt. Obviously, you can make a finished quilt up to 36 by 38 inches. That's 91.5 by 96.5 centimetres. But or you can do what Joe's done and just make like a sampler and make a smaller wall hanging. Could be the front of a cushion, maybe. It doesn't have to be a wall hanging, does it? Put it wherever.
I've essentially wallpapered my sewing room with mini quilts.
I know, we've seen. And pictures that your children have done.
Yes, there is a nice one of a mouse and some cheese on there.
There what?
A nice one of a mouse and some cheese.
Oh, is that what it was?
No,
I
yeah.
couldn't quite figure it out. We saw a rainbow as well, not that we're stalking or anything. £16.95 you get for the paper pieces and the instructions. Now, obviously, yours could be a lot bigger than this. Yours could go up to 36 by... Now, when you say 36 by 38, would that be the actual... Is that the actual... There we go. That's the finished... what the finished piece would look like with the backing and everything. But obviously, depending on the fabrics that you chose. You see, they've done boxes of, like, you know, an orange box, a green box, a blue box, a purple box, and things like that, haven't they? Which is another way you can do it. Right, Anne's messaging a really good tip. Mind you, Hannah's saying that, so let's see what it is. OK. Before you start... OK, she puts a hole punch in the middle of her paper shape.
Oh.
So it makes it easier to remove.
So pop it out.
So you can hook it out and remove it.
That is
Joe's
a really
impressed.
good tip.
Instead of scrabbling to the edges, Joe is very impressed with that. Was that Anne?
I think so.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why my cough suddenly appeared from. Do you know why it is? I think it's because I ate last night, just before I went to bed. And you get that, you know, the next day. But I don't know what it is. It comes and goes. Like, it's gone now. It's not there now. And then it just appears again. Mind you, there's that lurgy going round, isn't there? My sister-in-law, Julie's really bad with it at the moment. Oh, Lynn says, thank you, Sewing Quarter, for getting me back into sewing after a very long time. It's our pleasure, my love. Have you made one of these yet, Lynn? Oh, she made the beach bag. That'll go in our vision on... we're going to do, like, a vision on of all the things people have made.
Like a gallery?
Yes, like a gallery, that's it.
Fab. And then, I've not quite finished that one, but you can just reposition those and then sew along the final side, and then you have a completed box.
OK.
It goes that way, doesn't it?
OK, so then you've made your, however, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes like you've made there. Do you then sew, with the cardboard still in, the 8 boxes together to create that?
Yes. So I've done...
Oh, here we go.
Don't say that.
Oh!
This was just an example one, and I did mean to put a nice needle on.
Oh!
I bend my needles.
What, like Yuri Geller?
Not with my mind.
Could you make my watch start again?
I'll have a go.
Can you see that? Let me put it back in the fabric so you can see it. But you don't do it on purpose, it just happens.
I do that on purpose. Well, that one has been, with time, that's my favourite needle.
Oh, my word, I was just about to throw that one away for you.
I do like a nice curve.
Why do you like a curve? That's like upholstery, though. They use curved needles for upholstery. Not that small, obviously.
I just find it easy to use.
So if you get a new pack of needles, do you bend them?
Yes.
We don't condone this at home.
If I can.
Yes, it might snap, won't it?
Well, often, once they get to about this stage, they don't have that much longer left before they do snap.
OK, but that's sad.
Yes, I didn't really want to reveal, but then it's attached to my work. So
anyway, OK. So you sewed 3 tumbling box together, in this case.
Yes.
And you put it on your backing fabric, and then you pinned it in place, obviously.
Yes.
And then you stitched round... I haven't got my gloves on, let me have a look.
So I've given the backing fabric, the background fabric, a good press.
Yeah.
Pop this on top, lightly press this as well. Pinned it in place, and then you leave the papers in, So I don't know if you can see.
Look how neat that is.
So the papers are still in there.
Yeah, I can see those.
And you applique it all the way on. So
but you've hand appliqued it on?
Yes.
Oh, actually...
Because if you machined, you go through the papers.
Cardboard, yeah, papers, yes. OK, then, so you've just got a little stint to do just there.
Shall I carry on? You just want to use
what time is it? Oh, yeah, you've got time.
A blind stitch. Now, this is the
so
way
this one's not a whip stitch, this is not a ladder stitch, this is a blind stitch, which is...
The way I do it, you just want teeny tiny stitches on the visible side.
You use double thread?
Yes. Just because it's a bit stronger.
Check out your baskets for the paper piecing, £16.95. Or the glue stick, £5.95 at the bottom. Both very, very, very popular today. It looks, I can't get over how neat it looks.
And then when you get to...
You should do this for a living, really.
Do you think?
Yes.
I think there's a future in it.
You're not bad at this, though, in malarkey. Sorry, there's no telly or any, what are they called? Telly snacks. What do you call them? Tray snacks.
TV picnic.
TV picnic. We'll have to remember that. I won't be able to do it for tomorrow, but we can. But you can't have a TV picnic and be sewing.
No, you do need to make sure, especially with olives, you have to wash your hands before you pick sewing up.
Yeah. I was going to say, imagine doing a stitch, then out of an olive, doing a stitch, eating a piece of pizza. Does everybody get a different tray, or do you all get the same tray, so it's only you?
It just basically...
Oh, in the middle, and everyone picks it?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you do that on a Saturday night?
Yeah.
Oh. Does Helen come round?
No.
Oh, no, she's not allowed round for the TV picnic. Sorry, Helen, you don't... Do you even know... Helen's her mum, right? Does Helen even know you do that? Oh, Helen, you must actually have hummus and tzatziki and everything like that. I tell I'm hungry now, can't you? Anyway, let's carry on with the stitching.
So I'll speed up and just... because I've nearly finished this.
OK, what size needle is that you've bent?
I don't know. It's a very small, thin
It looks
one,
like a between to me. If you go to the shop, I don't know if we sell different... We sell basically the sharps, betweens, all the different sizes on there. To me, that looks like a between, which I always used to use a between. But now, who is this? It's Sammy that always likes to use a really, really long... Sammy, or was it Jennifer? I can't remember now. One of them uses a really, really long, like a long sharp. But I always used to use betweens as well.
I like one thin enough so that you can bend it.
Yeah, of course. Maybe when you do your book, you could, at the back, you could do different ways to bend your needle. I did bring your book up, by the way, the management meeting on Monday. I did bring your book up, yes.
Thanks.
And Ali said she'll be your publisher. And I said, well, I think you find that's me. I think I'm getting the 50%.
Could you model all the things?
Well, it depends. What, the budgerigar?
Yeah. We'd have one in a cage. And, no, budgerigar.
You mean style them?
It,
oh,
yeah.
you mean me be the model? Oh, no, I'll style them. I thought you meant I'd be in the pictures.
Well, no, it'd be good if you were in some of the pictures
No,
as well.
because Jennifer Taylor's book's out. Any time at all, isn't it? And I've seen it, and every model is her.
Oh, it? Oh,
yeah. Every model wearing the different outfits, because it's obviously dressmaking. Every model's her. So I don't think I could model a budgerigar.
Could you not?
Or a crayon. Do the crayons on the same day. I haven't asked to do the crayon show.
Not fancy the pen? No.
Are they pencils? No, Hannah really liked those, but I like the budgerigar best. And the sheep.
The sheep, yeah.
Have you got a mermaid? Is there a mermaid as well?
There is a mermaid.
Oh, do you know what? We could just...
She has one of my favourite design elements, which is a belly button. I don't often put a belly button on a toy.
Well, it's not often you'd need to on a toy.
But...
Do they have them? Do they have them, do they? No, I'm talking about mermaids. We've got animals now, so a budgerigar wouldn't have a belly button, would it?
No.
Oh, no, it comes out of an egg. All right, what about Norman and Nellie? Have they got belly buttons? How weird. I've never thought about animals with belly buttons. Sorry about this, if you're just about to settle down for your after... Oh, because it's the racing this afternoon, isn't it? You'll all be sitting down with your TV snacks, ready watching the racing later.
That'd be perfect for a TV picnic.
Oh, I don't know now. We're going to have to find out now. Anyway, we've finished stitching. This is the sewing channel. Not the biology classes. Right. It has been very medical all day today, isn't it? I'll tell you about those scissors in a minute. If you're wondering why she's using weed scissors, I'll show you about those in a minute.
Pop that there. But it's coming home with me.
What is?
My needle,
Oh, don't forget it.
No.
Well, you're not going home tonight anyway.
I'm not.
But you've got stitching to do tonight.
Yes.
Sitting on your own on a Saturday night in your hotel room, stitching.
And I'm getting quite used to it.
Oh, we have a TV picnic in the hotel room?
I might do now.
No, I want as well.
Yeah.
What's on telly on a Saturday? Oh, what day is it? Is it Saturday today? You can watch Mrs. Brown Boys. No.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, no, she's got her own chat show now. It's like
Yeah.
a chat show. OK. What else on? Ant and Dec, they're on a Saturday night, aren't they?
Everyone likes Ant and Dec.
Oh, is it last one already? Last one of the series already? Right, anyway, sorry.
So they've got the card in still.
Right.
And they're appliqued in place.
So we're pretending now that we've done the whole, whatever size it is, whether it's that size, this size, or the full-on size. You've hand appliqued it to your top layer of fabric, or your background fabric.
Yes.
Then next.
Then next, I want to just make a snip.
Oh.
You want to cut away.
All right.
Just make a...
Because we've got the duck-billed scissors here as well, haven't we?
We have. They're great for removing your threads and... Well,
You're right.
I'm not sure whether these are... Oh, these will go through the fabric really nice.
Yes, they do. Because what it is with these is you can never cut through... Well, I say you can never. The likelihood of cutting through the bottom fabric is reduced because the bottom one is blunt. The round bit at the bottom is blunt and it's quite wide. So as you, cut away, you're less likely to cut. Because imagine if you'd done a whole quilt like this and then you got your scissors and you cut straight through the actual patchwork layer as well. Are they coming in, the scissors on it? Oh, won't let us do them. They're on the website. Please go on the website if you want those. Won't let us load them for some reason.
These are perfect for this because you don't want to catch.
No.
Just lift that out of the way.
Oh, because also we can cut this fabric away because it's not our actual backing fabric. It's just the fabric that we've appliqued the boxes to, isn't it?
Yes, and with a big piece as well, you would just put this back into your stash. This is quite a small...
Yes, it's a big enough piece, yes.
The bit I cut away from there is in my stash now.
Well, you won't throw that bit away because that could be 3 budgerigars beaks or something, couldn't it?
It could
Oh,
be.
no, they wouldn't be pink, could they, budgerigars beaks? Did they have beaks, or did you stitch beaks on them?
They had mini stuffed beaks, I think, if...
That won't be until the end of next month. You won't see these budgerigars till the end of next... They're not real budgerigars, obviously, they're Joe's soft toy budgerigars, till the end of next month. OK, if you want the scissors, they're on the website. You just need to go and search in scissors. For some reason, it won't let Hannah load them up into our graphics for today. While Joe's doing that, shall I remind you about the fabrics that we've used? The 3 different coloured fabrics. The Cape Facet Classic Collective. We've got them in 3 different colourways. We've got them in red, which is like a vibrant flame colour, but they are beautiful. Sorry. And this is the one that Joe's actually just used for these. The graphics are just coming in. I'll just move the blue ones out of the way. There they are. I'll just move that out of the way as well. There you go. So you get the floral pattern. Oops. You get the spot, you get the zigzag, you get the floral with spots, and then you get the psychedelic carnations. Which one's most popular? The blue. Right, the blue's coming up next, which is the one that... Oh, actually, that's the blue there. Yeah. The blue's the one that Joe used to make this one. There's the 5 different fat quarters you get in there. Nice, aren't they? You get the cabbage, the dot, the zany, the pansy, and the psychedelic. They're not the words that Kate used, they're just the words I'm using for them. And then it comes to the green. I can't show you the green. We've got a still of the green. I wonder, we'll have to look in the computer, see which expert used the green one last. Anyway, £21.95, 5 fat quarters there. OK, so you've cut the back out.
This backing fabric, I cut too small. But
oh, yes, but we're not making anything out of it. We're just showing the technique, aren't we? So hang on. So there's your piece of fabric with the hand whip stitched, and there's all the pieces of cardboard.
Yes. So now, I'll just ease that one away. Now, it would be great. It was Anne that said about the hole punch, so you could just lever them out.
Oh, yeah, and that'll be in the book.
It will. I won't take credit for it.
No, we'll have to find out Anne's surname. We'll put it in the book. Oh, that was easy.
So
then you could give that a press, couldn't you? And that
you can, and they're reusable.
Yeah. Oh, this is the bit I'd like best, I think. Quite satisfying, pulling all the bits of cardboard out.
Just give it a little bit of a flex and it does come away quite easily.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
It's not wanting to come away in this corner. There we go.
Julie's messaged in. Hello, Julie, my love. Hello, John. She enjoying the show. Just want to say. Oh, remember the other day I did solid bundles on my own? She ordered one. She received hers this morning. We had pink, green, blue, beige or natural and purple. Was it purple? Yeah, purple, right? She couldn't decide which one she wanted. So she bought all of them. I mean, they were fabulous. They were fantastic value and beautiful. Are you happy with them? Are you happy with them, Julie? Oh, they were beautifully wrapped. Oh, good. I'm glad, because that's what we pride ourselves in. Oh, Julie, what are you going to make? When you make things out of them, let us know and send us a picture. Oh, well, I know Hannah. Hannah's getting all excited about them because she loved all. And when we spread them out all on the... Remember that was the day we broke the computer. There were so many people on the phone... not the phone lines, on the web line, trying to put them in the bus. Broke our shopping website.
Wow.
I know. Anyway, Hannah wants to see all of them together, but she did get excited that day when they were all on the table. Oh, thank you, Julie, for letting us know. So when was that? It was only a couple of days ago, wasn't it, as well? Brilliant.
Just got a couple more. But it's quite nice getting to the point where you can pop the papers out.
It's where it tests your sewing, though, isn't it? If you pull too hard, your sewing might come undone. Not yours, one's.
It might... I know, I'm worried now that's about to happen, just to...
Sorry?
Don't, tempt fate.
Yeah, don't mutter under your breath. That's what Janice does.
There we go.
There we go. So we're now taking all the cardboards out, which you could then reuse. Oh, brilliant. So then, I know we're not making anything out of this, but then would you then, if you were going to quilt it, put your wadding and your backing fabric?
Yes, make a quilt sandwich. If you wanted to, before layering it up, you could use a water erasable pen. I don't know where I've put mine.
It's over there, I've seen it. It's on the other side of your machine.
So something like this, you could draw... I went lengthways across.
Oh, yes.
But it does sort of form triangles with the loose threads on the back. That's just going through.
But on the back, that's nice. But on this side, it's almost like that looks like a big leaf or a big star now, doesn't it? It looks like you've done one to each of the points. There's one missing there, isn't it? There's not one missing there.
No, they go through the diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
Although I have done that before where we've realised on air that I've missed some.
Oh.
Some
so that's fantastic. So what would you say? Get your erasable pen, which is that there, £2.45.
So if you wanted to do that, you could just line up a ruler through the points and draw, because they just wipe away.
Yes, of course.
And then you can follow, when you're quilting, follow those.
Oh, but that's if you want to be formal, or you could just be random and go wherever you want to, couldn't you?
Yes, or hand quilt it, anything. If you've spent time hand piecing, you might want to hand quilt as well.
Oh, hang on, somebody's... What's the fabric behind? Is this the fabric behind, Hannah? There you go. This is the pink that Joe's used. It's a Macua Spectrum Solid. I imagine it's baby pink, is it? This one? We'll just have to wait and see. There are other colours available on the web. This is what Julie, in one of hers, Julie might have got this one. Do you want the number? Oh, OK. You're all right without the number. You don't need the number. EY. Oh, this could take a while. Oh, OK. OK, we'll put that through in a second. OK, it'll come up in a second. Right, OK. People are asking about this as well. This is the kit that Joe has used to create this tumbling block. Can you do other designs with that diamond shape? I suppose you could, couldn't you? Because you could do them in a...
Well, if you take away these ones, they form a star. So you could have similar colours forming stars.
Yes,
inside.
and then you could make it into a... You put one... What did you put? You put one there now. That makes it into a square. No. Just seeing what it makes.
Would you get a larger hexagon?
Just lovely. Yeah, but it's really lovely because then you could put different coloured ones joining on, couldn't you?
Good, but there's the central star shape as well.
Oh, nice.
But they are really versatile diamonds, and this size really easy to piece.
Yes. That's nice, isn't that? So you could. So if you didn't want to do the tumbling blocks, you could still use these pieces, the paper pieces there. You could still use those paper pieces to make a completely different design, couldn't you? £16.95. Just put that back on there because I like that. I mean, we all love the tumbling blocks, but I love what you just did then. That's really lovely. It's like a sheriff's badge star, isn't it?
It is, and then you could have several of those tessellating. You get some stars.
What you could almost do is have the stars, so you could have a red star. Oh, I've put them in there. Blue star, but then put the colours in between as like the pink as the background. Do you know what I mean? So then you could make a blue star that goes here like this. However, you know what I mean? So you could make a whole patchwork quilt of all different coloured stars on it. Just me being a bit kind of creative there. £16.95, one of those. And
because these are reusable as well, you could do your tumbling colours and then...
Oh, yes.
Experiment and do...
Or if you needed more than 114 pieces, because hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's a 6 in there. But if you needed more than 114, you could make some, take the papers out and then make the next few stars going along, couldn't you? There's no reason why you'd have to leave all the cardboards in till right at the end. It was fantastic, isn't it? We're getting the details of the pink fabric for you. So these are the paper pieces. £16.95. I'll get the pink fabric out again for you now. Somebody just asked what Jo had used. It's a really lovely colour. I'm presuming it's baby pink, but... Oh, blue is still the most popular fat quarter that we use to make this one. That's the blue flat quarter? No, the fat quarter there. The graphics have been very, very slow today. I do apologise. Yes, here we go. It's all right. It's a lovely pink, though, isn't it? Really, really nice the way it's worked with that. Oh, it's called vintage pink. Oh, OK. They just change the name every day. I think they do, don't they? So, do you want me to quickly go through the fat quarter? Is there any other tips you need to talk about?
I don't think so. I think,
OK, let's just go through the fat quarter. This is first of all, that is the paper piecing kit that you get there. 114 paper pieces in there to create that tumbling block. It's 36 by 38 inches, I think it said, wouldn't it? 38 by 36 inches approximately would be your finished one there. £16.95. But if you didn't want to do that, you could... I'll just bring that into shot there. You could almost do that shape as well, that lovely star shape, using exactly the same paper pieces there. Oh, another tip from Julie. Can you let Jo know?
Oh.
If you iron the paper pieces before you take out the paper, it softens the glue. We're all learning, aren't we? We're all learning. Thank you, Julie. Susan said, what size are the diamonds? Here's the thing. 3 inches. They're 3 inches along there and 3 inches along there, aren't they? But your strip of fabric was 3.5 inches, wasn't it?
Yes.
So 3 inches by 3 inches there. Oh, no, it doesn't go. Oh, was that one? Yeah, it was one of yours. Over half the quantity's gone, over half the quantity. Now, please check out your baskets for anything you might have in your baskets from today's show. The blue... Right, I've got to go over there because we've got such a fabulous day tomorrow, haven't we?
We have.
We've got... I don't know if I should tell you. Should we tell them? Or not? You have to tune in tomorrow. Jo's on tomorrow for 2 of the hours. Mm-hmm. 1 of the hours you're making a unicorn.
I am.
We would have had it here ready for you, but it's not quite finished. So you have to wait to see it tomorrow. Now, this is what's coming up tomorrow. You can have a quick look before I wander over there. This is what's coming up tomorrow. 8 o'clock, Be Happy. Ooh. Fantasy Unicorn Quilt. Oh, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Alison Glass Masterclass. Is that me again at 10 o'clock? I've not done that one already. And then the 11 a.m. Unicorn Softing. So I just need to, while I'm here, just say thanks ever so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Right, come with me. Come with me. Come with me. And you'll see. That's what... Look! We're showing you how to make this tomorrow. Isn't it just gorgeous? It's called... the unicorn quilt. You've got love hearts, you've got flowers, you've got little unicorns, you've got love birds, you've got rainbows, I mean, it's just exquisite, isn't it? I'll just let you take that in. I love all of this. So this is tomorrow at 9 o'clock with Jo. And she's going to make one from scratch in the hour, start to finish. Isn't it beautiful? It's just adorable, isn't it? That's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. There's a tree there. Look at all these beautiful... I mean, it's just... The whole thing's just beautiful, isn't it? If there's anything that you've missed today, please ring the call centre. If you've got anything in your basket, you need to check out, whether it's from Jo's show or from Mandy's show. You do need to check out as soon as you possibly can, because people will be disappointed. There are more of you got it in your basket than there are available. So if you've got anything in your basket, please check out. I'm not saying that to add any pressure, but I'm just saying that because there's nothing worse, is there, than at the end of a day, if a end of one day, you think, oh, I'll just check out. This is why we brought you the one P&P for the whole day. You can check out as many times as you like, and at midnight, it'll all be consolidated and just pay one P&P of £2.95. Thank you so much for your company, staff. Had a lovely day. Feel like I've been back for days already. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Oh, thank you for lots of comments. People think I've lost weight. I haven't, sadly. It's supposed to just be the shirt. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Be there or be square, as they say. Bye.
Sewing Quarter is at the very heart of sewing, as we bring you all things sewing and quilting. The team behind us live and breathe sewing day to day. We strive to bring you exclusive offers, exciting live demonstrations, and most importantly, we will custom cut fabric to your specification in our very own cutting room. We will also be bringing you TV exclusives that you won't be able to find anywhere else. So come and join us today at the Sewing Quarter.
Welcome to the Sewing Quarter!